Yo, my people on a day now. Like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid. Subscribe, people. My subscribe, making a subscribe. Like that vid, like the vid. What a beautiful UCL guy. What a UCL. UCL has given us some beautiful matches over some beautiful matches along the way. Like the V, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. And people, smash the like button, guys. Like that vid, like that vid, like that vid. Smash the like button, guys. So, guys, we're gonna be talking about Diego Simeone. We're gonna be talking about Tottenham Hotspur. We're gonna be talking about Liverpool winning, and we're also gonna be talking about the potential round of 16, the permutation and combination of it. If you finish first, who is a potential opponent for the first, and also second? Also, if you finish second, who is a potential opponent finishing first? Also, we're also going to talk about Napoli. Napoli, despite the loss, they look very, very good team. Well organized. They know exactly the way they have to play football. And I am very impressed with Luciano Spalletti, the way he set up his team and everything, guys. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Like that damn vid, guys. Let's go, my people. Let's go. Yo, my people, I wanna do now. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, guys. We're gonna be talking about Diego Simeone. Is Simeone overrated, as we discussed, or is it? Or let me say, is it time for Diego Simeone to work as an Atletico Madrid manager? Because it's one of this. Is one of the La Liga. Is one. So is one. I think he's won 2 Europa League, if I'm not mistaken. So he's won so many matches for them, and I'm confused. I'm confused watching because Felix, Carrasco, Rodrigo De Paul, Antoine Griezmann, those are quality players that can win you matches. So I don't know why Diego Simeone is struggling in this thing, because you have a very good team where on your day you can win matches in terms of Felix, Carrasco, Griezmann, De Paul. Those are fantastic players. So I don't know why Simeone is struggling. That is my question to our key person Atletico fans. What is the ambition of Atletico Madrid going forward? What is the ambition? Do you want to win the La Liga, which I don't think they win? Are you winning the UCL? No, they're not going to win the UCL. So what is their aim going forward? For me, because right now, I think Diego Simeone just need to take a walk and just leave. For me, he need to take a sabbatical and just leave. He's one of the most expensive managers in world football, getting paid a lot of money, but you can't deliver something. It's sickening me right now, because I've never seen Atletico Madrid play like it's a progressive possession-based football. All they have to play is terrorism football, satanic football, and it doesn't work in football. United, Arsenal, and other teams should be very grateful that Atletico Madrid is not in the UCL, because if they're not in the Europa League. Because if they're in the Europa League, you're gonna be having so many red cards in the Europa League. But my question right now watching is, how does Atletico Madrid fans feel? Because they have an attacking team, an attacking player in terms of De Paul, Felix, Carrasco, Antoine Griezmann. They even have for me, I call him a world-class goalkeeper in Yano Black. So what is going on with them? What is going on? Exactly. See, that is my problem. João Felix, at the end of the match, I was watching and I was shaking my head that it just started. It started and it was like this. shaking his head because he doesn't understand what is going on with this team. I think for me, Felix needs for me, Joao Felix need to leave, he need to leave that club for me. If he wants to help his career and his World Cup, he needs to leave Diego Simeone. He needs to leave because in that team you can't go well because Felix needs to play in an attacking team where is able to show how good of a player he is. For me, I will take Felix in Chelsea. Even Man City will take Felix because he's good of a he's a very good player. He's with a good attacking manager. Joan Felix will play football with freedom and he will enjoy himself. So I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of confused why they've been playing this bad. I don't know. I can't envisage a way why they're playing this bad because I can't even figure it out. I can't figure it out. For me, I think it's time for Simeone to walk. I think it's time for him to take a walk and just say, I don't think this job because I don't think this job is bigger for Diego Simeone for me. Like my photo here, you either die as an hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. This is what Diego Simeone is doing right now as an Atletico Madrid manager. You die as an hero or you leave yourself to become a villain. So right now, I'm a little bit confused because looking at this overall team in Atletico, they have a very good team. Even they have the beautiful stadium in Wanda Metropolitano for me. So I can't understand why they are struggling this way because you brought in Felix, who is a very good player, who is a very good attacking player. Then you brought in Diego Simeone, who is a pragmatic manager. I don't understand. There's who's called there's a lot of manager available. Zidane cannot coach, either coach French or wait and Ancelotti leave. Antonio Thomas Tuchel will he be able to coach Atletico? I'm not sure. Mauricio Pochettino is there, so there's a little bit of so many managers they like Poch, Tuchel. So will Tuchel be able to take over Atletico? I don't know. Will Poch be able to take over Atletico? I don't know because it depends on what Atletico Madrid want going forward. For me, they have the money, they have the heritage to win matches. This team can play beautiful football, but I don't know from the regress because the Atletico Madrid I know is from Fernando Torres, Sergio Kun Aguero, Radamel Falcao, El Tigre. That's the Atletico Madrid I know. There's Diego Forlan also too there. Forlan, Diego Godin, there's Forlan, there's Godin, there's Fernando Torres, there's Sergio Kun Aguero, there's Diego Costa, and there's Radamel Falcao. Those teams are being coached by Atletico de Madrid and Diego Simeone. So those teams are winners that you know you can always rely on them to win your trophies. I don't understand why Atletico Madrid have either for them to progress, they have regressed. I don't understand why they've regressed because this team can win something. Simeone, for me, Simeone needs to look himself into the mirror and be like, what the heck is going on? Because I don't understand how this team is regressing. For me, instead of them progressing, they're regressing. I don't understand why they're regressing because this team, for me, can actually win something going forward. Going forward, they can win something. I don't know. They can win something for me. In terms of going forward, I can't understand Simeone's and the boardroom because the board needs to come out and tell them what is the way forward going forward. Because we need to know. We need to know. Everybody in what football we are busy Tuchel in terms of being Tucheliban, this ban, this, that, and this, that. But Diego Simeone is not Tucheliban. The what is him? Is he Taliban or terrorist? What do we call him? Because the Diego Simeone Atletico Madrid me I know that I've grown up watching, those are world-class team embodied together with the manager who understand, who will fight for him to win. Player like Aguero, Fernando Torres, Diego Costa, Radamel Falcao, Diego Godin. Those are players that will fight for Diego Simeone on pitch and off pitch. They will fight for him, regardless of whether you like him as a manager or you don't like him. Those players I just mentioned right now will fight. Even Diego Forlan will fight for Diego Simeone to win matches for him. So I'm confused why this struggling is going on because I'm looking at this team overall going on. For me, they should have considered so many goals today. If not for their goalkeeper, Jan Oblak, who saved their hearts today, they should have considered so many goals. This is the question I'm asking now. Going forward for Atletico Madrid fans, what is the way forward? Because you can't keep playing this way. It doesn't make any sense. You can't keep playing this way. You can't. Going forward, you can't keep playing this way. You can't. Because if you keep playing this way, you're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So I'm not surprised with the way Diego Simeone is being set up. But I think he need a warrior on his team. The problem now is Atletico Madrid needs to, even if they want to sack him or they want to let him go, they have to pay him, I think, close to 20 million or 25 million, which is a big stretch because he's the highest play manager in world football, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to pay him a bunch of money where they have to take him out of his contract and pay that money to him. Will the Atletico Madrid board be able to pay him the money? I'm not sure. I'm not. Yes, they are third in La Liga, but how long can they go? Because I'm looking at this team. This team is not that bad. Griezmann, Rodrigo De Paul, Felix, even Alvaro Morata. Yes, it might be Class A or Class B or Siberia. Yes, but this team going forward are not a bad team. This team are attacking team that can go forward. I don't know what to say because this team can win you matches. They have fighters in this team that can win you matches, but the football has regressed down a lot. That I'm like, what is going on with Atletico and Diego Simeone? Even I'm looking at Felix, I'm looking at the guy just need to get the heck out of that club, man. He signed a pension contract where if I'm like, oh my god, this contract I'm signing is gonna go well for me or not? Because he signed a pension contract where like he's blaming himself for the contract he signed, which I'm like, why do you sign that contract? Why? SSB said, you know who is number one player? Atletico Madrid hasn't replaced Luis Suarez. See, SSB, yes, they haven't replaced Suarez, but SSB, look at the player Atletico Madrid have. Diego Forlan, Fernando Torres, Sergio Kun Aguero, Radamel Falcao, Diego Costa, Diego Godin. Those are warriors that will fight for Diego Simeone. For me, this team, are they really willing to fight for Diego Simeone? No. Because they don't have that ability to fight for him. The players I just mentioned now will fight for Diego Simeone on pitch and off pitch because they have that mentality. But these players, do they have it? No. But the players I mentioned have that ability to fight for him. I remember Falcao very well. Falcao can torment any defender because he's that good of a player. Same thing with Costa. Same thing with Torres. Sergio Kun Aguero. Same thing. Godin. Powerhouse is as a defender. So my question, I'm asking that question is, does Atletico Madrid doesn't have that money enough to buy a clinical, like a vocal number 9 that will fight for Diego Simeone? I don't know. Or as football regrets, we're right now we're like, okay, we have more aesthetic player at the moment because of the way social media is being right now. We have more attacking players and attacking team where everything's all about attacking. I understand that where everything is all about attacking. I'm not disapproving that. But I also look at this scenario where I'm like, okay, if everything is all about attacking, you must have a discipline in terms of defensive structures, which I have known Atletico Madrid to be. But this Atletico Madrid I'm looking at right now look beyond bad. They look beyond abysmal. I can't even figure out the way they want to play football because if I'm Atletico Madrid fans, this team doesn't give me happiness going forward. They don't give me happiness going forward. If I'm Atletico Madrid fan, I can't even going forward. They're not giving me happiness. I don't understand why Atletico Madrid fans will be happy with this. For me, do you think maybe this is a new generation how Semedo talk to the player like Mourinho talk to a certain way? See, SSB, I love your question, but the answer is Jose Mourinho has a credit in the bank where he's won the UCL and he's won so many titles. When Mourinho speaks to you, you know what you are. Even Mourinho right now is not even playing a defensive team anymore. It's not even playing a defensive football anymore. He's playing more attacking flair football because you look at the disposal in Roma. He has more attacking player. Pellegrini, Paulo Dybala, Steven Esharawi. So he also has this Italian player. What's his name? Nicola Zaniolo. So he has an attacking players in his team where it's not he doesn't want to even defend. He just want to play attacking flair football because the era of football we are right now is more of attacking, 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 which I understand. But Diego Simeone team is not about defensive, 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 defensive. And after being defensive, what do you get out of it? Zero. What do you get? It's a zero for me. So I don't understand anymore. I think the boardroom and everybody, even both Simeone, they need to move away from this defensive team because looking at the team they have, this team is more of an attacking team where you have Felix, who is very technically skilled player. Griezmann is there, who is a quality player for me. Rodrigo De Paul in the midfield, very good player. So what else do they need? Carrasco, very good technical player too. So I'm like, what else that Atletico Madrid in time for going forward? I think because for me, Diego Simeone need to step down. Maybe either walk away or get sacked. None of this has to work because this cannot continue in the era of social media we are right now. This can't continue in the era of football we have right now. It can't continue. This cannot continue. It can't. It can't. Because if you keep doing if this keep going on, maybe I don't even know what to say anymore. Because looking at the picture as posted here, right now, it's one them is one the La Liga and it's one them Europa League. I remember the Europa League goal. Is it the Europa League goal that them Marcus scored against Peter Cech? Left foot, right foot, and header. 2013. Is it 12 or 13 or 13 and 14? Where Falcao scored. That was the best of Diego Simeone because he had the prolific number 9 who can fight for him. Same thing with Costa when they won the La Liga. Same thing with Torres when they won trophies. Aguero, same thing. Forlan, same thing. Diego Godin, same thing. So those players are warriors who will give their heart, their blood, their soul for Simeone. The player we have right now are too lazy. They don't want to fight. They don't want to give their heart for Simeone because of the era of football we are playing right now. Because everything is all about aesthetic, attacking flair football, which is understandable. I understand that, but sometimes you have to have a willingness to fight, be disciplined, and play more free-flowing football, which Atletico Madrid has in their disposal. They have it. In their disposal, they have it. In their disposal, for me, they have it. So I don't know why they are struggling. Because I'm not saying, see, Club Brugge, Porto, those are the team, and Bayern Leverkusen, I think those are the team I believe Atletico Madrid should have beaten. For me, they should be able to beat that team. Because that team are not that bad of a team where you cannot beat. Those teams are good enough that you can easily beat them because you have the players to do it. You have the player to do it. You have the player to do it. So I'm confused right now where because I'm like, what is going on with Simeone? Because I'm looking at the UCL table now and I'm shaking my head that I'm looking at Atletico Madrid's group. I'm looking at the group and I'm shaking my head that how on earth you can't even beat Porto, you can't beat Blue Rouge, you can't even beat Bayer Leverkusen. How? How? Because that's my concern. How? Because this team is good enough to win. This team are good enough to win trophies. They are good enough to win trophies. They are. SSB, you say their problem now is the defense. Okay, let's look at the era of the player they are when they have Forlan and Co. Godin and them. Who also was the defender then? I can't remember. But the defender I know very well was Diego Godin, who was the mainstay in that defense. So, yes, if the defender is bad enough, at least your attacking players can also bail you out. Felix wants to play football. He wants to enjoy himself. But Diego Simeone is kind of laying him back in terms of being pragmatic and playing this terrorism football, which I believe doesn't work in the era of football we are right now. It doesn't. For me, it does not work in the era of football we are right now. So it's a little bit difficult right now because for Atletico Madrid fan who I have already spoken to, especially on Twitter, they're telling me is it Simeone and the board are in a difficult situation because if they sack him, they have to pay him huge lot of money, which is maybe close to 20 million, 25 million. But if they're gonna pay him that kind of money, now they have to pay him and the backroom staff and everything. And another one, who are they bringing in? See, they are in the difficult situation where even if they sack Simeone, they have to have a plan B. And the plan B, they don't even know the plan B. So I'm talking about that in difficult situation where they don't even have a plan B. Even if the plan A doesn't work in Diego Simeone, who do you bring in? You sack who and bring who? Who? Hmm? So that is my question. Now, my question is, even if they sack Diego Simeone, who are they bringing in? I don't know who they are bringing in. I don't know. Why are they bringing in? I don't know. Because it's difficult to tell who they're gonna bring in. Who? I don't know. Because for me, overall, I think Madrid needs to fix up. They have to real fix up. I mean, they need to fix up, man. They seriously needs to fix up. If not, it will be very difficult, man. Can you bring in Tuchel? Okay, SSB. The problem is you're gonna bring in Tuchel. Looking at this crop of player, Tuchel will be able to improve the team, but for how long? Because Atletico Madrid needs to spend money, and the way Tuchel wants to play, they have to spend money. They need to spend money. Tuchel will challenge. He will challenge. He will. And you bring in Tuchel for me that's automatically mean him as a manager mean they can actually maybe challenge for the La Liga title. Because Tuchel for me, regardless of what happened with him in Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund and Mainz, he is a world-class manager, whether we like it or not. So him going to Atletico Madrid can challenge. But is Tuchel ready? I don't think so because we have only 2 matches before the World Cup. Maybe they have to wait after the World Cup, see other manager, and let's for me the person I will bring in is the this River Plate manager, Gauda, whatever his name is. I'm forgetting his name. That's gonna be retiring in December or just left. So maybe bring that guy in. I've watched a little bit of River Plate, the way they play, and I've been impressed with the manager. So maybe bring someone in with more of attacking flair who can get the best out of Felix, Griezmann, Carrasco, Rodrigo De Paul, and everybody. Who for me, who get the best out of them for me. I think they have that player, they have that flair in them, they have it in them. But the problem is Simeone needs to find a way to fix this thing. And the more this happen, it's gonna be very difficult. It will be difficult for me. It will be, yeah. You can bring it to Tuchel in. Yeah, you bring it to Tuchel. But for how long? Because you gotta spend money. You gotta spend money. So how much are you gonna spend? You're gonna spend money. So SSB, bringing in Tuchel is not the problem. But is he ready? Because according to the report I'm hearing from Tuchel, he wants to take a sabbatical. So maybe after the World Cup or in the new year, he can take over the club, or maybe in the summer, he can easily take over the club. For me, I see him taking over Bayern Munich rather than taking over Atletico Madrid. But it's all about, it needs convincing. Can he get convinced? It's a matter of time. We'll have to wait and see. For me, he need a lot of convincing. Is he going to take on that Atletico Madrid job? I don't know. Because the Tuchel, based on what I'm seeing, Tuchel maybe he wants to take up the Bayern Munich job. I don't see him taking up the Atletico Madrid job. I don't see him. Slat is difficult, right? It's difficult right now because Tuchel just gets sacked by Chelsea, and I think he's still a little bit hurting the way he's been removed from his club. I think he's taking this about Tuchel to analyze his mistake, and before he could take up a management, he needs time. He needs to understand what get me sacked in my former job. How can I improve as a manager going forward? What can I do much better? That even if I take up a new job, I will improve more as a manager, and I will improve the players around me. So it's a difficult situation where Tuchel has to make a decision. I don't know what decision he's gonna make. We're gonna wait and see what kind of decision he's gonna make. We don't know yet. But for me, I would rather him take off the Bayern Munich job because him going back to Germany suits him more for me though. So him going to Germany suiting more for me though. It's suiting more. I don't know, like it's suiting more for me though. So right now for me it's difficult. It's very difficult right now, but we'll see though. But Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid, my God, that's a shit house game, man. That's a shit house game of a team in terms of the manager, the boardroom. Everybody needs to fix a lot of stuff in that team. Going forward, I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? I don't know. They have to find a way to fix it. Will they fix it? I don't know. I think if it goes to Bayern, I think it will. Yes, I think for me, that's the obvious for me. He needs to go back home for me though. He needs to go back home with the powerhouse of Bayern Munich. I think if he go back home, win the Bundesliga and also win the UCL for me, he can cement his legacy for me though. He can cement his legacy in terms of going forward, but it's gonna be difficult though. It will be difficult because now you have to have a new team where you have to set up your team the way for you to win and everything. It will be difficult, but I think we wait and see though. We wait and see where does Thomas Tuchel go? Where does it go? Where does it go? So we have to wait and see though. Yeah, A7, you can join in, bro. Join in, brother. Join in. A7, join in, bro. Join in. Let's talk UCL, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Big man. Sunday. Stamford Bridge, bro. Stamford Bridge. London Derby, brother. London Derby. Make sure you turn in for the preview where we have to do a London Derby preview. Shout out, brother. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, bro. So, for me, it's difficult, but for me, we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. Flat, we will talk about Tottenham. We will talk Tottenham. We will talk Tottenham. We will get there. We will talk Tottenham. We will talk Tottenham. We will. We'll talk Tottenham, man. We'll talk them, man. We'll talk them. We'll talk Tottenham, man. We'll talk Tottenham. So let me talk about guys. Let me talk about Napoli. Because today, yes, they lost today, but guys, I'm very, very impressed with the way Napoli play. I won't lie, I am very impressed with the way Luciano Spalletti is using this team, man. What a team. What a team, guys. What a team. Guys, what a team, guys. What a team. SS Napoli. Guys, what a team. What a team. What a team. This team is a very structured team, man. It's a very structured team. Very, very structured team. They know what they are doing. Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia, Politano, Angueza, Labotka, Osimhen, Raspadori, Simeone, and everything, man. Guys, Kvaratskhelia, what a player, guys. That guy needs to be talking. I know King Black with his prophecy of Kvaratskhelia. I know you love Kvaratskhelia a lot, but guy, what a player. What a player, guys. What a player. Kvaratskhelia, what a player. Napoli look very, very good. Very, very good, guys. I won't lie. That team is the team I want to avoid. Even if they make it to the round of 16, I want to avoid that team because that team look very, very good. And that guy called Kvaratskhelia, I'm keeping an eye on him, guy. That guy needs to move away from Napoli. What a team. What a team. In as much as they lost today, that guy gave me so much. See, when you watch Brazilian players play, like proper samba football, that guy reminds me of a player who plays street football.
Yeah.
You is quick, very dynamic, fast. One-on-one can kill you, can play on the left, can play on the right, can play in the middle. Oh my God. In that first half, he killed Alexander Arnold. He just told him, Mr.
Yeah.
Go away.
And even Fabinho as well.
What a player, man. This is my fear now. If Napoli win that Scudetto, Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia will not live less than 200 or 250 million. I don't want to pay that for the two of them. Oh, no. I want him, but the problem is that's gonna be a lot of money.
But
Huge
does
lot
your
of money.
club, does your club want him? That's the real
Yes,
question.
Chelsea are looking to him. Martinez already said it that Chelsea are looking to get Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen. And my problem is now those are the two price tag price. I will call it price assets for Napoli.
Yeah.
Is Napoli willing to let go of the two players
No, I don't think so.
who
Maybe
are
one of them.
scoring for them to win the Scudetto?
Maybe one of them. They might be willing to let go of one of them, but not two.
the two of them.
Yeah.
Not the two. That's my problem.
That's why you're better off getting Osimhen and then someone like Leao, for example. Because I don't think you can get the Georgian kid, man. That kid, they're going to keep him.
I don't think they're going to keep him, though. I don't think so.
No. They're going to keep him for one more season.
Maybe
it's up to them,
keep him for one more season, though. Maybe one more. Because if they win the Scudetto, it will be very difficult to keep Kvaratskhelia, though.
I think Real Madrid might be coming in for him soon,
But the problem is how much? How much they want to sell him?
150.
I don't think so.
150.
I said it. If Napoli wins the league, if Napoli wins the Scudetto, brother, I'm sorry. You can't buy him for 150. It's going to go above that. Because remember, there's Vinicius Jr. who plays on the left. Where does he play?
Bro, it would be a fluid attack, innit? Like, they'll just be them three, innit? Him, Benzema.
As much as they lose to Liverpool today, I was very impressed with them. Very impressed. This guy here needs to get the heck out of Napoli. He needs to go to a big club, man. This guy.
I don't think he will. Should I tell you why? They're the one that gave him a chance, man. Some footballers are different, bro. Some footballers want to go exactly like what you're saying. They want to go to the top club, prove it. Some other footballers, bro, if they get that opportunity by that club that brought them to exactly where they are, bro, they'll be that loyal, bro. And for all you know, if he wins the Scudetto, we might be thinking, I'm the man here. I might want to stay, sign a big long-term contract.
Yeah, I agree.
Money talks, though. If a club comes and offers Napoli 180 mil, I think they accept it, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you will never get another offer like that.
I agree. I agree with you completely. In as much as they lost today, but A7, I'll be very sincere with you. What a team. What a team.
Even defensively, they look good, man.
What a team. This team for me, see, they are the most for me right now, in terms of entertaining football, a structured team at the moment right now is Napoli.
And in form as well, yeah. Form-wise, because they are like they finished first in their group as well.
This is their first time they are losing matches, man. I think this is their first time
of the season, their first loss.
Yeah. First loss of the season. Yeah.
Wow.
But I won't lie to you, what a performance, man. Especially this guy. How long do you think they're gonna keep him? How long?
This guy here. Up to him. If it was up to them, I think they can only keep him for one more season after this season. But if he decides to stay, bro, he can probably be like a legend for them. He can be then, if you deep it, he could be the next Maradona, bro. Even though he will not be on that level as a player, for them, for Napoli, he can be the next Maradona. And that's always enticing, bro.
I agree. But firstly, A7, give me your take on Diego Simeone and Athletico. Is it time for Diego Simeone to walk? Or do you think we are too overreacting? Because for me, the Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid team I know are Diego Forlan, Fernando Torres, Radamel Falcao, Sergio Kun Aguero, Diego
Costa. You're naming top strikers.
Those are warriors who are ready to fight for Diego Simeone.
No, but Abdullah, if you think about it, remember the 1920 season when he signed so much players. Like this is his squad that he sculpted, like all these defenders and that he bought, because that's where they're actually going wrong first. Forget attacking, like defensive.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me? Somebody tried to call me. Yeah, defensively they look very, very bad. It's so easy to cut through, and they're playing with like 5 defenders sometimes. If you include the midfielders, they're actually playing with like sometimes 7. So if they're looking so bad defensively. And going forward, they're barely even before like used to be like. Then you won't see them scoring 4 5.
I'm looking at this team. There's Felix, Carrasco, Antoine Griezmann, Rodrigo Di Paul. Those are good quality players that can win you matches. I'm not understanding Atletico anymore. I don't know their way forward.
Yeah, but you're talking on paper though. If you look at substance, if them players you just named, does any of them scream out any of them like top strikers or like goal getters? Griezmann used to, but
Griezmann is
think
a
about
goal-getter. Felix is
not
a goal-getter.
anymore. Not anymore. No, Felix has it, bro. Felix, I don't think he's ever scored
But the
more than
problem with Felix is because of the way Diego Simeone is playing. If Felix is playing under maybe like manager like Pochettino, you will see the best of him because
that is
those
true.
are managers that will improve players.
But at the same time, you see, Atleti, yeah, they play like bad football. Like when they're playing against big teams, when they're playing against small teams, they don't tend to play like that unless that other
Exactly.
team is good on possession. So some games, Felix has to hold his hands up, like he's played a part in. But overall, you are right that the manager has he has failed his best talents. That's what I'd say. By surrounding them with like poor players. Like this is one player, I don't know if you know his name. His name's Hermoso or something like that. He's one
Yeah,
of the
I'm
defenders.
also, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, he's like one of the worst defenders I've seen in my life. Like I don't know how he's somehow playing for them. I don't know what he's done, bro, but he somehow got himself there and there. But they're screwed, but that's the one thing I can say about Atleti, man. They need to sell a lot of players. They basically need to restart, man.
Okay, if I'm on one of the board now, 2 questions. Will you sack Simeone?
Yeah.
And if you're Simeone, will you take a sabbatical?
Both. Simeone needs to take a sabbatical and they do need to get rid of him, bro.
Because I spoke to an Athletico Madrid fans. He said that they are in a dilemma where if they sack Simeone, they don't have a plan B.
They do have a plan B, but they just don't know it.
No, they said they don't
right
even
there
have
in
a
the
plan
face.
B because a plan B is okay. We sack Simeone, boom, this person is coming in right away. They don't even have it.
No,
So
but there is a plan B that they're not
they
looking
have
at.
to pay Diego Simeone 20 million and above to sack him and bring in an manager. You have to pay that manager also too.
No,
So
they just continue paying him his
where,
weekly
what
wages,
do they
innit?
do?
No, I'm saying they can continue paying his weekly wages because that's what they do when managers get sacked. They just get included into the weekly wages. What they need to do is go to Thomas Tuchel, offer him a 2-year deal, and tell him, yo, see what you can do with the squad end of the season. If you can get us at least back in Champions League football, make us be in a Champions League football, you get some money to add some players. Because I think Thomas Tuchel can do something with this squad, man.
But
He's
Tuchel
more.
wants
He's like
to take a
he's a.
sabbatical. He doesn't want to. He wants to take a sabbatical until next year.
Nah, he might. I don't think even if he takes us back, well, let's say, bro, he can go to Italy, bro. He can go to Inter Milan or something and still get a job. He can do a job in Italy, but I think his time in Atleti is just up, bro. Because he's achieved like the highest thing he could achieve. They took his club to like how many Champions League finals? Won league titles. There's not more he can do for them. The only thing he can do is win a Champions League, and that ain't happening. So it's the best way to do it. Also, you know, there's that manager from River Plate. Not River Plate.
Marcelo Gallardo.
Yeah, that guy, bro. He's available.
That is a very good damn manager. I've been watching him a little bit. I'm like, I like this manager. I like him. And with the players at Atletico Madrid, they have so many South American players in there. It could work for them.
They have more technical, like players that with technical ability, more of them now. So if they get like a progressive manager, bro, they can do something. Most of the midfielders are like good with the ball in it. Exactly. Before, I remember back then, you would never think of Atleti like, bro, they're gonna have like proper top tier technical ability players. But now at least they got some players you can work with.
I agree. King, how you doing, brother?
Abdullah, I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
Good. Give me your take on Diego Simeone. Is it time for me to just walk away? Because King, I don't know what to say. The Diego Simeone I've watched, the Atletico Madrid team I've watched, are the likes of Forlan, Falcao, Kun Aguero, Fernando Torres. Those are Radamel Falcao. Those are players that I've watched. Diego Godin. So this Atletico Madrid I'm watching right now, I don't even know what to say about them. I don't know what to say. About them, I'm confused. I am confused.
For me, it's more of the quality of FC Porto than Atletico Madrid or Diego Simeone being horrible. I know it sounds somehow, but like that's just how I see it. You know, sometimes like I feel like he needs to work anyway. I think he needs to work. He needs to live with him. They need another idea. They need another ideology.
I took my fans on Twitter. He told me, even if they want to let go of him, they have to pay him. He's the highest paid manager in world football. They have to pay him like close to 25 to 30 million. That's number one. Number two, he said
I think the
the
first
board
thing
does not have a plan B.
I think the first thing they need to do is sell João Felix. They can raise money from there and take care of, sign a new player. You can get rid of the coach and bring a new coach. Start something new. Like, I think they just need a brand new idea. With all this Rodrigo de Paul and these guys are good players, man. There are a lot of good players there. There are some players I would take at Chelsea.
Because King, I'm looking at De Paul in Argentina. It's a different player. De Paul in Udinese is a different player. The De Paul in Atletico Madrid I'm like, what is going on with De Paul? This is not the De Paul I watch. He's a quality player, very good player.
Yeah. So I think they need to sell João Felix first. They need to look for even Anton Griezmann. I don't know. I really don't know what he's doing. He was missing chances today. I was watching the game. I was like, what does this guy really bring to this team anyway? It's not like he's not clinical in front of goal, and he, I don't know what he brings. Really, I don't. So there are some players there that are just eating up their wage and signed on big fee and all that. So even if you sack the coach, another person comes in with another headache.
This is a question to A7. A7, this is a question to you. You said technical, but how many specialists do Atletico have? They have a bunch of all-around players, but not specifically. Okay, I want to be defensive here, guys. I want to be defensive here. João Felix is a technical player, and it's a specialist when you give him the ball. But the problem is the way Simeone play. João Felix can't express himself a lot, because if you look at Vinicius Junior under Zidane, it's not that the Vinicius Junior we are seeing now, because under Ancelotti give him the freedom, do whatever you want to do on the pitch. As long as you have a good end product, I'm not worried. That is what Felix needs now. Take him to a team where they are full of attacking team. Tell him be that roaming player. Do whatever you want to do. As long as you give me end product, I am good. I think that's what Felix needs now. Other than playing like Simeone.
Was he play today? Did João Felix play?
He played today, yeah, he did.
Because I was seeing him on the bench. Like, I started
Did he play
watching
today?
him from the second half. I did not see him. Like, I didn't see him.
I don't think he starts with him anymore. Like, because I think there was some story coming out that he's had a dispute with Simeone.
I was watching him on the bench. He was just shaking his leg. He felt agitated, like he wants to play, like someone that wants to play. I'm not sure he played. I'm not sure he played at all.
But the problem is,
I think he has fallen
I
out
love
with
what SSB is
Simeone.
saying now. The whole Atletico Madrid are specialists, not players who can do everything, but not exactly one. That's the difference between. Okay,
that's true.
SSB. Let's go back to the whole Atletico. The whole Atletico, me, I know that was when they have Forlan as a technical player. That's an all-round player.
Forlan can score. Forlan can shoot. He can
exactly. That's an all-round player for me.
But all these João Felix, they can't. They shoot like as if they are shooting Felele. I don't know if you know Felele.
I disagree. He can actually shoot, but how many chances does he get per game if we're being real?
Bro, we can't say he doesn't get chances when they play in La Liga, 38 games in La Liga. Like, it's impossible for him not to get chances in games. There are games they dominate as well. You can't tell me he doesn't get chances. That's he's just a Kai Havertz. He's just a player like that. He's just a player like I've always said it. The guy is overrated. If it's tough, if the going is tough, you have to get tougher. You give you a year, we'll give you 2 years. The third year you need to kick on and show them what you have. Even if it's for a little while, just show the world what you got.
But
don't sit on your lowers
let's be objective
and say it's the tactics and all that.
King, I have watched Felix play in Benfica and I've watched him play in Atletico. I think he made the wrong move going to Atletico, because Felix is a technical player. This guy can dribble one-on-one and he can score goals.
So
he's a damn big player.
Why is he not dribbling one-on-one?
He's playing under Diego Simeone, who is a pragmatic, satanic football player.
So did Simeone not ask him not to dribble?
No. Simeone will restrict it to what he wants to do. Like I said, the Diego Simeone team I know. With the Diego Simeone team I know is Forlan, Falcao, Torres, Aguero, Costa. So those
Aguero was killing it. If Aguero was killing it under Simeone, there's no excuse for you as a striker or as a forward. There's really no, unless you have a weak ass mentality. This is the problem. We always blame coach, blame coach. Sometimes these players, they are only good for under 17. They're good in under 20. They're good at the lower division, lightweight division. Once they meet tough, strong opponents in the higher division, they fail to live up. They fail to hit the gym, work on their physicality, and get stronger. You have to get stronger physically. Forget your technical. Your technical ability means nothing except you just want to be a showman like Neymar. Just unless you want to just be that type of person that if they touch you, you fall. The referee, will favor you. But you're not a Brazilian. You're playing in a people are undermining how tough Spanish La Liga. You will get injured. You will get injured in La Liga if you are not careful. If you mess up, these guys are physically. They will jam you, like they will hit you. You have to be physically prepared. Forget your technical ability in the locker room. Sometimes outrun players. When you get to the box, what decisions do you make? If you make the wrong decisions all the time, why are you blaming it on the coach? You're saying pragmatic.
But King. Okay, let me put it this way. I think if Joao Felix play under more of an attacking manager, we will see best of Felix because, like I mentioned,
Abdullah,
like I mentioned, if you look at player
let me make this point.
Okay.
Antoine Griezmann was playing under the same Simeone when Barca spent how much? How much did Barca sign him?
20 million.
But that's a bad example, though. That's a bad example.
That's a
I'll
bad
tell you
example,
why.
yes.
Because Griezmann actually he actually done well under this system. There's not been a time where Felix actually performed like in a consistent basis under Simeone. It's actually clear that he needs a progressive manager to play against.
Exactly.
He can't be playing for a counter-attacking team. He needs to be playing for a team that dominates possession, that gives him more chances, that he can create. Because he's actually a natural-born creator. He can create with space. He can create through dribbling out of nothing. He can create his own shots as well. If you give him the ball more, get him like more, because he's a confidence player as well. Like these kind of players, they need to be confident in order to perform as well, and that's an issue sometimes. But you get the good with the rough sometimes.
Well, Gabriel, how you doing, brother?
I did, man. What's up, guys? What's up to the panel?
Good, guys.
Yes.
King Black.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, guys? I hear us, man.
Guys, please, how do Atletico Madrid resolve this situation between Diego Simeone and Joao Felix? How do they resolve it?
Yeah, it's a tough one because I've been crying and clamoring for Joao Felix to come to Chelsea, but man, if you put yourself in a silos, if you cannot adapt to the system that is in front of you, if you can't cook in a system that is in front of you, it scares me a little bit. I get it that if he leaves, he might flourish. I know he will flourish because of the style of his play. But again, I was watching. I don't know if you guys watched. I thought it was the best game of the month. Liverpool, Napoli.
We'll talk about it. We'll get it.
Oh my goodness! I'm a Chelsea fan, but that game, I watched it with a pen and paper, man.
High quality football.
My brother.
Blue eyes, Kivisha Kvaratskhelia, that guy.
No, you guys are mentioning the wrong person in that game. Let me see who will mention the right person in that game.
Osimhen or Lobotka?
No.
Anguissa?
No, my goodness, guys.
Don't tell me Zelensky.
No.
We'll get there.
No.
We'll get there. But
don't get me excited, man. That was
Diego Simeone and Felix. How do they resolve this situation? Because I spoke to Atletico Madrid fans on Twitter and they told me that they are in a delicate situation where if they let go of Simeone, they have to pay him close to 13 million. That's number one. Yeah. Number two is at the moment right now, they don't have a plan B of the manager who comes in. They do not have a plan B. So then a situation where even if they let go of Simeone, who did they bring in? Zero.
It doesn't matter. That's why when I use that slogan, big club, it's not a lie. Sometimes a big club has got to make moves that people don't understand. Just because you got to make moves. And in the case of Diego Simeone, just look at this picture. This is a man that is mentally fatigued. He has parked the bus for the past 10 years. 8-7, you're laughing. But it's the truth.
No.
He's parked the bus for the last 10 years. And I'm one of the proponents, one of the students of passing the ball. I love that philosophy. That's why, Abdullah, I'm a Simeone guy. I'm a Simeone guy. But the problem is, if you're playing park the balls and you cannot neutralize expansive oppositions, for lack of a better way to put it, if you cannot neutralize those kind of teams coming at you, then you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. Now, look at what's going on in the EPL, the evolution of the wing back. We've never been wing back type teams.
Yeah,
man.
Imagine that. It's in the past 2-3 years I started hearing about wing backs again. So I mean, and it's for Felix, I'm all about a player looking for how to survive, no matter the formation in front of him. That's how I define a star. Like I always say, a star will always shine, no matter where you put him. A star must always shine whenever. So I didn't like that whole look of Felix sitting alone at the end of the game, looking isolated. Like, how did it get to that? I don't think it's a playing problem. I think it's a personnel. It's a what do you call it? Relationship problem.
Yeah.
So, and if a player that has, Simeone must have really got into him. And like somebody was saying earlier, he's a confidence player. This guy, he needs to have one big game to have one great season.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not sure what's going. It's unfortunate.
But do you remember João Felix against United? Is it last season or last season?
He destroyed them.
He destroyed them. Was it Old Trafford or Wanda Metropolitan that he scored a volley goal from the middle? I was like, this is João Felix I want to be seeing every day. And this is the same Simeone that I've been coaching. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because, he's a baller. All ballers out there, all the ballers love to watch this guy play. Because when he holds the ball, he can make things happen from the center of the park, which is rare these days because everything is coming from wings now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one kid that can get the ball in the midfield and
he will run at you.
Yes,
and he's skillful. He's a confident player. When you give him the ball,
I don't know.
We are saying Kivishka Kvaratskhelia now, yes, but João Felix is that guy that when you give him that ball, he can do things that you don't expect him to do because he's that skillful of a player.
Yeah. So now it's funny because I was listening to King Black, and he's another Kai Havertz. So King Black, would you rather him or Kai Havertz in a 10 for us? Is King Black there?
Blues.
Yeah.
If it's tough for you at Athletico Madrid,
I know,
my brother.
I know.
There's little or no pressure at Athletico Madrid.
I know.
If you come to Chelsea,
you're gonna
be paralyzed.
You will
run mad.
Yeah, but you guys are the wrong club for him, though.
It's the wrong.
You will see a player in front of him.
If anything, Felix should actually come to Arsenal. If we're being real, guys, he'd actually suit us. Yeah, man.
But who's he going to bench? You think Odegaard right now is top?
Having Messi Mount and Conor Gallagher to pass to this guy. One decision making every 10 minutes. Tell me how he's going to go.
You go bold. You go bold, bro. Let's not lose it here.
Man.
Hey, on the weekend, did you see that pass that he tried to play on Havertz? Look, you guys are cooking Havertz, yeah, but look who he has to work with sometimes. There's a pass Mount just played for him that was so overhit, it just went out for a goal kick.
Overcooked, yeah, man. That guy, Mount. Anyways, we're not talking about Chelsea, but for Felix, the only redemption he has now is between now and March. When is it? May 20. When does La Liga end?
This year end in June.
Because of World Cup. Yeah, because of World Cup.
End in June 6th or June 7th.
Okay, so between now and June 15th, this guy has one lifeline to pitch his story to see if he'll get suitors. Because I think he has 3 years left or 4 years left.
Yeah, 3 years left.
Yeah.
George Mendes is his agent, though.
Yo, I think mate just made a good point, on the chat. SSB28. That Felix' girlfriend left him, and not only did she leave him, she left him for another footballer, innit? That plays for Sporting, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's sticky, It's a bit sticky.
Oh, SSB. Okay. I didn't know this.
What do you think? I've been hearing, what do you think is going to happen to Fabinho, guys? Fabinho and his girlfriend, something been happening and that. That's why his form is a bit.
What happened?
Like him and he's apparently sleeping in a hotel now. Like he's not even in his own home anymore. Like you know what happens in it. Like
8-7. Let me tell you something. Fabinho had a world-class game today. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. Fabinho was untouchable today, man. He destroyed that midfield for.
That's a good midfield, you know.
That's a very good midfield.
Yeah, man.
So Atletico,
it was Anguissa playing.
Yeah, Anguissa, Lobotka, and the other guy,
Zelensky.
Yeah. You end up on the Felix and the Simeone.
Listen,
Okay. Two questions.
Sure, please.
If you are part of the board of Athletico, will you sack Diego Simeone, or as a Simeone will you walk away?
How can you walk away from 20 million?
20 million above. Above.
Let's say 30 million. How is Simeone will be? No, he can't do that. He's got to get fired. He has to get fired, or
will they fire him?
Will you take Simeone at Chelsea?
Will they fire him? That's the big question.
My brother, I almost say in a heartbeat. But I want to give. I told you I'm giving Harry Potter 5. Now it's down to 4 games.
Oh wow!
I gave him 5 games. Now it's down to 4. Not to get rid of him, just to start evaluating it.
Oh, okay.
No, just to evaluate him. But
we've only got like 3 games left.
If you have to sack him now, if you want to just,
I will take Simeone without even thinking. I'll take Simeone without thinking, King Black. Without thinking. Because you know why, King Black, and I think we've talked about this before. At least this guy will rely on, he will revert back to type. He will defend. This guy is ready to tie 10 games, the next 10 games.
Yeah.
And anybody who is ready to do that, I want to rock with, because out of trying to tie 10 games, you're potentially probably going to get 6 wins, 7 wins.
I believe it will wake a lot of our players up. A lot of these sleeping dogs.
Because I'm looking at Simeone. I look at the team Simeone has that those are warriors that fight for him. Forlan, Falcao, Torres, Aguero, Costa.
I'm telling you, man.
Costa. Those are players that say
Forlan. What about Forlan?
Let's go together. Let's go together. When you want to fight, let's fight together.
Absolutely.
Diego Godin, let's fight together.
Absolutely.
This player doesn't have it right now because those players I've mentioned, they have won him trophies. They won the La Liga with him.
But guys, you guys are forgetting something. You guys are forgetting something. These guys are third in La Liga. They're third in La Liga, and like for those of you that want to demean the Champions League, the Champions League is tournament football.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it fair that we're closely criticizing Diego Simeone and this team just because they got eliminated in the first round? Is it fair? But if you look at other, thank you. It is, because if you look at Chelsea, when we got eliminated in the first round, that year that we lost to Shakhtar Donetsk, that was 2012, 2013, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the Champions League, when we lost to Willian, that was the year we bought William Borges.
Exactly.
That year we got rid of what's his name?
Di Matteo.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Di Matteo wasn't meant to be a long-term manager for you lot.
No, but Abramovich was willing to wing it if Di Matteo could have shown any kind of spine, or any kind of that he can sustain maybe more than half the season. But yeah, you're right. He threw him out. He said, "No, you got to go. Bye, peace."
The Blues, did you watch any part of that game at all?
Which game?
The Porto Athletico.
I was.
No, I didn't. No, I was watching the game.
Footballers in that Porto team. You see, Portuguese league. I don't care what anybody says. That Portuguese league.
That was where footballers,
people who can play football.
But I have been shouting. I've been shouting since last week. Get me Enzo Fernandez. He played for Benfica. That is a DM. If you want to watch, if any top team is watching football.
Yeah, but what happened to Porto? What are you guys talking about? What happened to Porto? Look at what Frankfurt did to them.
Abdullahi, see, it's not. There are a lot of Enzo Fernandezes in that Portuguese league. Just go and bring midfielders from there. That's my own. Me, I just work tactical footballer. I just enjoy. I can't watch Stoke and Burnley. I can't even watch Tottenham and Southampton.
I love EPL. I love the EPL.
They hoof the ball up. And
you don't want to have a football
one defender will act like he's Superman. That's what they play.
I love
Look
the
at
EPL.
this Porto. If you watch Porto Benfica, bro, you will enjoy every bit of a 90 minutes game.
Yeah. I agree.
No, I'm an EPL guy, man. Sorry, I'm completely.
I'm an EPL guy as well,
Yeah.
but not all EPL
I
games.
respect all the players out there. I respect football and all the other leagues, but I'm sorry. You should see me celebrating today after Napoli lost, even though Napoli qualified.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can Napoli disrespect the EPL? Are you crazy?
I know Blas is the happiest guy because, but
Thank
for
you.
me,
Because Napoli did not, because Osimhen, because
No.
Konate
It is.
pocketed Osimhen.
Yeah.
That
No. Are we
Konate
talking
is a
about that
bad
game now?
boy.
we're gonna be talking about
That
it.
Okay,
Konate,
I'll let you run it. Yeah, Kunate finished to
hey,
see that.
that guy is a giant,
He finished to
and
see
and,
that.
that, and that's the player Liverpool has been missing for a very long time.
bro. They have missed that guy. That guy, I don't want to face him.
Yeah.
If I'm a striker, I don't want to. The guy just moves around. Like maybe that's why he gets injured.
You see, this is the
Because of
reason
way-
why King Black. This is the reason why Osimhen is my guy, you. But there's certain things I wanted to
No,
see from
Osimhen gave them a tough time.
Come on,
Osimhen
stop,
gave them
man.
a tough
Oh
time.
my
Very
goodness,
tough time.
stop. This is becoming a joke now. Come on, King
Van
Black. Are
Dijk
you
was
serious?
fingering his eyes. Van Dijk was putting finger
Even
in his eyes
Abdullah,
every
no.
10 minutes.
Even Abdullah, no. Abdullah knows Osimhen was absent from work today. Osimhen
I
no
did not
show up.
say any. I could not say a word because I watched the match. I could not say anything. I
See,
can't
you know the person that ruined the game for Napoli?
Ndombele.
Ndombele. How do you know? I think I tweeted it.
No.
That guy,
I watched the match. I was angry
he
with him.
just ruined the
No, he
attack
played well, though.
every time they get into the attack. Ndombele just carry Tottenham behavior, enter Napoli. Hey.
Yeah, the guy
Even
now.
Anguissa wasn't on it
Yeah,
today,
it's because
man.
of Ndombele that Anguissa was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
But you guys haven't mentioned the star player in that game. Let me see.
For me, I like the defender, man. That Chinese guy, I mean Korean.
Oh, you
Kim
like the
Min-jae.
guy? He's a good
That
player.
guy is a bad boy.
He is
He's
a
a
bad
very
boy.
good, very tough guy.
Since you guys can't figure it out, let me help you. One guy that they call Femi.
Firmino,
Hey!
he not do anything. He was sluggish. He was sluggish in that game. He was tired.
Oh
He just be
my
like one old
goodness.
man with the workout.
Listen, you know the reason why Liverpool won the game today?
Because they took him off and they
No,
brought
you
in
didn't.
that
No,
Williams.
no. You didn't watch the game, bro. You didn't watch.
They
the
took
game.
him off now. They had to
took him
take
off.
him off.
They had to because of they have a game next week. Listen, Firmino.
No. The guy was weak. He was tired.
No, you
He
didn't watch
was
the game.
tired. He was tired
No.
of the tempo of the
Bless
game.
you.
No. You didn't watch the game.
The
Guys,
tempo of the game was too
let's
much
talk
for him,
let's talk
to be
Napoli.
honest.
Eh?
Let's talk Napoli. And firstly, this team for me right now, I wouldn't say yes, they are the best team, but they are a well-structured team, both in Syria and even in Europe. I know they lost today, but I am very, very impressed with the way they've been playing football. They have a philosophy and a style of play where no matter where we play, we're gonna stick to our style of play. We don't care who wants to play. We don't need to go defensive. As long as we are playing our style, I'm cool with that. And I've watched the Napoli team and I watched Liverpool team. We are saying Sadio Mane is a miss for Liverpool. Liverpool needs to go to Portugal League and even in Syria to go and pick up players because they need an aesthetic technical player in that team, which they don't even have right now. Yes, they are a good team, but the but is if your attackers are not scoring volume of goals you need, you're gonna be struggling as a team. This Napoli team for me is a very good team, and I'm been very impressed with them. Kivista, Politano, Zelensky, Labotka, Nguinsa, Osimhen, and Co. They're a very good team. And I already told King before you came in. This guy and Osimhen, if care is not if they win the Scudetto, it's gonna be a difficult ask for a club buying them to move them out of the club because that's gonna be a ridiculous money to pay for them. And I'm hearing Napoli already told them if we win the Scudetto, they are not selling less than 200 million for Osimhen and Kivista. So who is willing to pay 200 million for the both of them? Who? Which club is willing to pay?
Chelsea. There's something I would like to say.
200 million for the both of them.
Sorry, Abdullah. Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for Emmy to come here and explain how Liverpool are in the end of an era and Chelsea are supposed to. Chelsea are even at the worst. In fact, we are in the worst condition than Liverpool.
No.
But people don't know yet.
It's funny you said that, King Black. It's funny you said
Liverpool
that.
are more likely to get more points and reach more stages in any competition this season than Chelsea. I know that.
But I tell you what the problem is. I can see where I actually subscribe to that Emmy's philosophy or belief as well, that Liverpool is at the end of. However, like, it's funny, it's like you pick my brain in this discussion, because I was going to start by saying that I apologize for saying that Liverpool has reached that ceiling after watching today's game. But then again, where do we draw the line between tournament football and marathon football? Where? Because if we're basing it on the performance tonight, then yes, Liverpool lives. As a matter of fact, Liverpool finished top 2. But if we're basing it based on marathon league football, I can see Liverpool being at its wit's end. But the game I watched today from Liverpool, my goodness, Napoli looked like secondary school, man. Napoli
It was actually 50-50.
No, Napoli got
In the
destroyed.
first half, it was.
Sorry?
In the game, all game, it was
What are you talking
50-50 until
It
the
wasn't-
last 20
It wasn't
minutes of the game.
50-50, man. Listen, Liverpool you can tell what that game was. Klopp just said, wait for them. You know, say Liverpool, Napoli, their ball is busybody football. And you see what Liverpool did? You know why I was talking about Firmino? Where did Firmino operate today?
More like a number 10, isn't it?
My brother. Like number 10, number 8.
Yeah.
It was a golden move by Klopp, man. Because what that did, right, is that this guy could now cook hiding. This guy was hiding behind the scenes cooking. Thiago Alcantara.
That's a cheat code, you know, him and
It is a
Firmino,
cheat
like
code,
in the
yes.
midfield.
Thank you. It's a cheat code. Thank you. It's a cheat code. Because what they did, like you're saying, that cheat code is that Firmino now becomes the what do you call him? The Joker.
Yeah.
So all Napoli was doing was following Firmino. And the thing is, and the problem Napoli forgot is that Firmino can handle the ball. He's not fast, but he can manipulate the ball.
Yeah, he can
Press
use
resistant,
the
innit?
ball.
Yes, he can manipulate the ball. And what he does is that if he notices you're fast, if you're coming at him with speed, he will counteract your speed with him being extra slow.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was just like music, man. It's like I was in the studio just putting together like a badass hip hop track, man. No, Firmino is a joy to watch. He's a joy to watch. He makes the game so easy. He's so selfless. Darwin Núñez couldn't come into this game because of Firmino.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez couldn't come into this game.
But
go
Blue
ahead.
Eyes.
Yeah.
But Blue Eyes, they never looked like scoring until Darwin Núñez came in.
That's what I'm saying.
You see where
Exactly.
the difference is?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
One of them is romancing the ball like I have it.
But you wait for them.
The other person just create chaos immediately.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Is that chaos we need? We need the chaos more
Chelsea?
than romance, more than the eye test.
No. But you have to remember, right?
You need both.
You need both, but another thing you're missing is that this is a game where even if Liverpool tied, they still will qualify.
They still will qualify, yeah.
No, they wanted to top the group. How
Obviously,
Liverpool not top the group.
But it's more for pride.
It is more for pride. That's why they played that game. So I'm surprised that Napoli and what's the coach's name? Spalletti did not counteract Klopp's move.
Yep.
Well,
that was my problem.
I thought maybe the Spalletti already thought, man, this game is not unnecessary, man.
Yeah, he said it in his press conference yesterday that he already told his player
because
that
I noticed
too much, like
when he took
way too much.
taking Kivicha, Osimhen, and Lobotka out of the team
It took
at
them
the
out.
same time. Well, it was like, man, even if they score, they cannot score 4 goals, man.
Yeah, he already took them out already. I think in the second.
No, but you know what?
It was nil-nil. It was nil-nil.
Spalletti was thinking that, you see the thing with small Napoli is not a small team, but you see all these teams that are on the come up. So somebody needs to mute their mic. I beg. Somebody needs to mute their mic.
It's 7.
Somebody needs to. Okay, yeah. You see the problem with some of these teams. I call them on the come up again. Is that you come in and you come in to play Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
and you believe that you're good. Like that team that Spalletti put together, he was hoping to be up 2-0 at halftime. That's what he thought.
Yeah.
It was
And
so
you just
funny.
shut up shop and go river.
Exactly. He was hoping to be, because that's how he was beating every other team. So he brought that same music to come and try Liverpool. Get away from here. What are you talking about?
But Blood, Liverpool doesn't look like a convincing team that can even beat you. That's where the problem is.
No,
Even the
no.
goals were scrappy. They just cry. It was just scrappy.
I really enjoyed
For
that
me,
game. Liverpool played it. I thought I don't know what you guys watch, but maybe I'm
it was just very scrappy. I think for me,
What?
it was Napoli was controlling,
Oh
but
my!
Liverpool
Anybody
were
in the comments
defensive.
watch this game, please? Oh my
Liverpool were
God!
SSB is a Liverpool
defensively
fans.
good. It was like Liverpool were just
I think for me it's a
defending
50-50. It
Napoli.
was a
They didn't
50-50
create
game.
anything. They
In
didn't
the
try to
first half,
score.
it was 50-50, but the full game, it wasn't 50-50.
It
It was
was not
50-50.
50-50 the full game. No.
It
Especially
was.
second half. Second half,
Oh
Liverpool
my
by far better.
goodness,
Because of
man.
them substitutions as well.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
who is this? Listen, I need a Liverpool. Is there any Liverpool fans? I need somebody to
SSB.
talk.
Where's
SSB.
Ariam? Where's
I need
Ariam?
Arium. Yeah, I need somebody to talk to me about Curtis Jones.
That guy, they hate him, bro. They
I
hate
need
him, by the way.
somebody to give me a scouting report on Scotty Jones, because I don't mind. I will give.
Wait. Which Curtis Jones? He was the worst player for Liverpool. Jesus. He was dribbling and dribbling. Pass, just pass.
No.
He was doing exactly what Firmino was doing. So he was ruining the flow of the bro. Bro, I can't believe you are praising Curtis Jones after this game.
That's like
He
saying.
was me. I knew he was dribbling. He just kept on dribbling. Pass the ball now.
He's a
He
fantastic.
release the attack. Release the
That boy
ball
needs
one
a
time.
chance. That boy needs a chance. He needs a chance.
No. He's not. See, this guy is better. What's his name? The other guy with the left foot. The guy that came in
what's
for
his name?
Milner.
The one that came in for Milner.
Harvey Elliott.
Elliot.
Elliott.
Yeah, Elliot is good.
He's
Yeah,
better
good.
than him. He's better than him.
He's good.
He's better. And Tsimikas is a tough guy. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Tsimikas.
think
That
he
left
can
back.
play too, man. He
From
can
That
play.
Greece.
Liverpool left back. He wants
Yo,
to go
but
to war.
I want to talk. I want to say something.
Go ahead, brother.
Virgil van Dijk. That guy is a dirty defender, man. That guy, he is probably one of the best, if not the best defender in world football, man.
I think he looked good because of Konate. Let's be honest. He's been poor. Without him, he's been poor.
I'm just saying overall. You know what I
Yeah,
like
he's a
about
very
Virgil
good-
van Dijk?
very good defender.
Anytime you tell him he cannot do anything, that's when he does it. If you tell him Lukaku, he'll finish. I remember that time they said Lukaku was going to run him over like a bulldozer. He married Lukaku. They said
Blue eyes.
Haaland. They said Haaland is going to destroy him. He rolled Haaland like red carpet, like red carpet.
Blue
They
eyes,
said
blue eyes.
Osimhen is going to destroy him.
Blue eyes.
Osimhen shouldn't have come to work today.
He was fingering of Osimhen's eyes. See, if small pikin, see, if you be senior,
Yeah.
I know this junior one stubborn
You
junior.
go, of course,
just
you go
dey
one do one,
just
one thing,
finger
one
in
thing.
eye.
It's a joy to
But
watch.
his reach is scary. Van Dijk is like 6 foot, almost 6'6". That guy's
But he's
his
calm on
reach,
the
the
ball.
reach of Liverpool's defenders. I don't know how they're scouting. They are so tall. They are as tall as goalkeepers, if
Amen.
not taller.
Preach. That
The reach and the hands.
That's
See,
true.
if you sabi play ball, you can't you can't tall. 6'5". Hey,
I
that's
know.
his advantage.
That's right.
Yeah, that's his advantage, and he's strong. It's not
Yeah.
easy. No matter how good you are, once he puts a hand on you,
Yeah.
that's it. It's over.
No, he's fun. No, he's a good defender, man. I think it's
He's
time
a
for.
fantastic defender.
Yeah, fantastic. He needs it. Yo, that guy needs his respect. I don't.
Relax, Blaise. Relax.
No, Van Dijk needs his respect.
He's gotten a lot of criticism, but he did well today, though. He did well.
Is it? No, that's fun. And Osimhen. Here's what I need to say about Osimhen. Osimhen, I hope you're listening.
Talk.
He's the next Didier, bro. Bring
Oh,
him to Chelsea.
confirmed. But
He's
what I
the
need,
next Didier. I said it the last time.
what
He's
I
the
need him
next
to
Didier.
learn, what I
He
need him
needs
to
move to a
learn.
good center.
Okay, let me
What
hear. What do you want Osimhen to learn?
This is what I want him to add to his game. He is the next Didier. No, the boy is a striker, but what I need for him to learn, I don't want him to be a Uai. There's what you call a Uai striker. Uai. just kick the door down, boy. What he needs to add to his game now is when he goes home tonight, go and watch Firmino. I beg you. I know it's not his style, but go and watch Firmino because Firmino knew that he couldn't break that Napoli defense. He knew it. They were going to eat him up. So he let this guy cook them from the wings, Mohamed Salah, and he kept himself busy in the midfield. That's what I was expecting to see from Osimhen, and this is the problem Osimhen had.
But it's Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Players are different. There's no, you cannot learn to be Firmino. Nobody can do that. It's impossible.
Let me just finish what I have to say.
Learn how to
no, but
play
with
like
Osimhen,
Aguero.
with Osimhen, with Osimhen, you don't. When I say learn, go and watch Firmino. Go and watch how to evade a defensive line. Go and watch how to make yourself invincible. Stop being a marked man. You cannot be a marked man all the time.
So you want him to play like Harry Kane?
No, I just need for him to learn how to. There's what you call appearing to reappear, appearing to disappear, or disappear.
Like the way he played in the first leg in Naples.
Or disappearing to appear. That's what he's missing from his game because right now he's a point man, and when you're a point man, people like Van Dijk they'll eat on your head now.
Yeah,
but like Konate they'll eat on your hand. Yeah,
just to add this one.
Yes.
Fabinho was immaculate. Fabinho, see. I used to tell Liverpool fans this. Once Fabinho is on form, your defense is good. Forget what Konate did today. Forget Alcantara is just extra man. He does not. To me, he does not. He just looks good. He's be like 5-a-side guy.
No, Alcantara is a world-class player.
He doesn't contribute anything positively. For me, he doesn't make the tackles. He doesn't do what Fabinho does. He cannot hold it down.
Okay.
He cannot get into the fight like Fabinho. So at the end of the day, when the war is going on, he will go into a hiding. So that's those type of players are just extra men. You understand? Just to make the football beautiful. That's it. When the war is going on, you don't call on someone like Thiago Alcantara to show. No, he has nothing to offer in that way.
Why?
Because if they did not macho Napoli today, Napoli bullies them every day of the week. You have to macho them. That's what they did. All this in wizard, you macho them one after the other, and that's what Fabinho.
No, so what you're saying is that you're saying Napoli. So you're saying Napoli outplayed Liverpool when it comes to just football.
No, I said they like.
No, if you can macho and outball, if you macho them and outball them, then that's called abuse. When you like you said, macho, meaning bumper to bumper, you run them to the ground, play hard, and then you outball them
and
again.
Let's be honest, Liverpool should have had a lot of yellow cards. If the referee was fair, it was like contact after contact, hitting them, just knocking them to the ground constantly, bro. We know this thing, but they are at Anfield and the crowd is not easy to play there. You understand? So even if the ball is going against them, you would think Liverpool are in control because they are in Anfield. That's exactly what you thought Liverpool. That's why you thought Liverpool played well today because the crowd was against Napoli.
No,
even when Liverpool were getting fouled, Napoli was getting fouled after foul.
King Black.
I mean,
King Black. Let's talk football, man.
Yellow card before.
Abdullahi, bring up the stats. Bring up the stats for this game.
Okay, let me bring it out.
Bring up the stats because this thing Kim Black is saying is going way over my head. I want to see the stats. I know stats don't say anything. I know stats don't say shit, but I'm curious. Okay, because King Black is talking as if it was a 70-30 split in terms of possession and play.
No. It was close. It was 52.
No, I just want to see. I want to see.
And even the shot on target in the first half, Napoli had more. I don't see what Liverpool played until the last 20 minutes of the game. Really, they did not play anything.
You didn't watch the game because you were watching. Weren't you watching Porto, King Blanc, or you watched Liverpool?
I was like just watching. Porto played before Liverpool now, right?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm mixing them up with. That's right. That's right. Porto played before. Yes. Yeah. But you were watching your other.
They finished the game.
I watched Benfica. Weren't you watching Benfica?
No, I didn't watch Benfica.
No, guys,
I didn't
man,
get to
listen.
watch Benfica,
I'm
and I
telling
would
you,
not watch Tottenham for it.
I will take Firmino in my team, man, instead of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount.
Firmino's leg is gone, blue eyes.
It
You
is
can
gone.
tell.
It's gone. It's
If not,
gone.
he's a proper
No, but
footballer. I
why
know
I
that
like
one. He's a
him,
very good player,
is
but
his brain
his
power
legs
is
are
too
gone.
high. His brain power is too high.
Yeah, he has high IQ. He's
High
very good. He's
IQ.
very calm.
Kai, man. I'm like,
Like,
man.
this is the start I saw.
He's
Though. I
more
don't know
like
if
a
this.
playmaker. That's
I don't know
why
if this one work.
the
Let
front
me
three
see.
of
You see?
all of this
You
came in
see?
the second half. All of this came later in the game. Everything. Look at the passes. Look at the
Yeah.
passes.
Yeah,
Everything
you're
was
right.
close.
You're right with the. Oh, so you're speaking about yellows. They got 3. Yeah. So these people they got destroyed in shots on target.
Yeah, that was like later in the game and all that when Liverpool were like chasing the game and all.
Liverpool never chased the game today. They
They
bought
chased the game after they
Ah, they
scored
bought.
before
They
they
bought.
scored. They had to win at Anfield now. How will you not chase the game at Anfield? Abba.
No.
You cannot play in front of home crowd and not want to win. After
No
they
be
beat you
Liverpool just
4-1.
lose. Didn't Liverpool just lose to Leeds and
No,
Anfield?
that's why they have to fight to win.
No. I didn't see fight though. Like the way Firmino was playing like he was in his basement.
Now
That's
fight
not that.
to
No, it'll be fine.
and this is what Blue Eyes, going back
Yeah.
to what I said about Liverpool not in one end of an era nonsense, all those things. You know, when you have Mo Salah still playing 90 minutes after he just played 90 minutes 3 days ago, this guy played 90 all season since when he has been at Liverpool. I don't think they ever rested Salah.
But he
I
was
don't
average
think they
today.
rested him for
It was
10
happening
games
today.
out of 60.
Thank you,
He's
my
so
brother.
strong. This
SSB.
guy.
You see? SSB, thank you. I tell you, King Black, I hope you're seeing that. I test. Then they use I know Conway right. It's true.
Forget eye testing. Once you're
So
a striker,
Abdul, let me come to Abdul. Abdul, firstly, Diego Simeone and Joao
SSB.
Felix.
Once you are a striker, nobody needs your eye
So
test.
let me come to Abdul.
Make you
Abdul,
carry the eye
Diego
test go camp.
Simeone and Joao
King
Felix.
Black.
What's the way out? And also give me your take on Napoli Liverpool.
At least that Napoli story don't die now. All these guys where they come here talk Napoli, all of them now go just
Relax.
go punch.
No,
Una go
Napoli
punch you now.
already have 15 points.
Yeah.
But they
So
still top the
Abdul,
group now.
Diego Simeone and Felix. What's the way forward?
Right. You shall no one make Osimhen prosper. Don't worry. In
Leave
your
Bulla alone.
presence, like this, in
I
your
will come for you.
lifetime,
Don't worry.
I will
Osimhen
not
will
hate
win
you.
Africa Player of the Year.
Amen.
At
It must
least,
happen.
At
It must
least he will
happen.
win 1 or 2.
It must happen. Listen, for me, I just want Osimhen to be the best striker in the world.
Can
I don't
you hear
know.
me?
But
Yeah,
you
we
don't
can hear
want
you.
him at Chelsea.
Guys, I'll be back. I want to take something upstairs. I'll be back.
No
Go
problem.
ahead.
Yeah.
Keep
Abdul,
talking.
go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
No, I want Abdullah to be around when I'm
Okay.
making
No
my
problem.
analysis.
No problem. But King Black, like you were saying, no, I want Osimhen to be the best striker in world football. I want Osimhen to be. I'm hoping he takes over the mantle from Rashidi Ekini. But I'm looking at the way I'm looking at some of his gaps, and he's still young. He can fill them up. I know what happened today is a one-off. I'm not saying he has games like this every day, but he probably could have been able to maybe manipulate and make his way around.
I think they were just committing him. They were just fouling. They already breaking leg today. Anything.
Yeah, but why
There's
you go
nothing
go?
it brings.
But King Black,
So
why you go
macho
put?
men, no.
Why
Blue
you go
eyes,
go put head?
You need to check. No matter what you do, this Liverpool, forget Haaland, forget anybody. This Liverpool are one of the best teams in the world. In a one-off game, forget it. They can beat Bayern Munich, they can beat Madrid, they can beat anybody.
True.
In a
true.
one-off game on their day. Any team, I don't care. This Liverpool team, macho men. Bro, I don't know that striker. Van Dijk and Konate, they are 6'5" each. I'm sure Konate is close to 6'6", and they are strong. I'm telling you, and they are strong and fast. I don't care whom you are. Once you are strong, fast, and you are tall like that, I don't care. Unless they just on the off day, they just sleep and allow the ball to pass. And especially Fabinho. If Fabinho is not playing well, Liverpool are not playing well. They are not playing well. No matter what Salah does, if Fabinho, I've always said it, that guy, that key.
Fabinho and
That's why I
Jorginho, who
look
is
at.
better? Fabinho and Jorginho, who is
I'm
better?
taking Fabinho every day of the week, every day of the week. But not this Fabinho now because he's older, he's 32. He don't slow down. Fabinho when they won the Champions League, this guy.
He's a
This guy,
baller, man.
when he senses danger, this is what I want from a DM. Once they sense a danger, they take off that danger. They
That's
kill that danger
Jorginho.
immediately.
You're just describing Jorginho. Wow. Okay.
No. Jorginho. See, if you are losing 2-0, Jorginho will still slow. Jorginho have no sense of urgency, and his defensive awareness is not up to people like Fabinho, Casemiro now. He's not. But he has that defensive awareness. But his legs is like when you are built, it's just like Alonso. Alonso is a good defender. He can defend, but his legs cannot run. So once he can't track back quick pace like all these Robertson, all this Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies will sense the danger from 30 yards out, and he will sprint 30 yards, 40 yards from the front. He will sprint until he gets to that defender. But that sense of urgency. It's a different thing to have the defensive awareness, to be aware. See danger. It's a different thing to have the capacity to be able to, that capacity.
No problem.
Jorginho,
On
sense,
Saturday, no problem. On Sunday, use Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek. That's okay. No problem.
I see. You see,
No, it's
Chelsea,
okay.
the whole Chelsea midfield is there, and that's why I'm saying if Liverpool are saying they are in the end of an era, Chelsea they have been in the end of an era for 4 seasons. I'm telling you. That's what I wanted to pick out when I said I do not agree.
Tournament football. I hear you.
Is going to be 32 next year. They say, I'll be 32 now already, Seth.
No, it's 30. Jorginho is 30.
Is already
Not even
31.
30. Jorginho is not even 30 yet. You see?
No, Jorginho is 30 now.
No.
He's 30 already. He's 31.
Are you serious?
Check now.
And he can play like, and he's playing like he's 18 like this. No.
Okay. Just wait when Bukayo Saka and Smith Rowe and Odegaard go start with the run race around all of us. We'll be here. We will concede 3. We know that. We are not escaping it.
Haters will always hate. Haters all there are haters.
So Abdul, where you talk?
Is Abdul staying here? Okay.
Abdul, Napoli and
you're right. He's
Athletico Madrid and Diego Simeone. Do you think
it's going to be 31? No, you're right. Okay.
Do you think
he's 31 now? Next year he will be 32.
No, he's going to be 31 in December.
Abdul, do you think for me right now, do you think it's an end of era for Diego Simeone?
And Kante is 32.
Felix needs to bounce. And where do you see him going in terms of next season? Because Blue said he has from now, post the World Cup and June to get the freaking heck out of that Atletico Madrid team. And for Simeone, what do you do with Simeone?
Okay. Pick up to everyone. Good evening.
Well done, man. Well done. Emily Sky, I see you.
Emily.
Go ahead, Abdul.
So I don't know what's the trending story between Diego Simeone and Joao Felix.
No, I spoke to an Atletico Madrid fan. They said there's a bad relationship between them, and the relationship has been happening since the beginning of the season. That Joao want to leave, but the problem Atletico Madrid have is the money they are putting on him. No club wants to buy him, and that's the first one. Secondly, is they want to sack Simeone, and if they have to sack him, they have to pay him close to 30 million. If they have to sack him. And even they don't even have a plan B for a manager to come, even if they sack him. Why I'm being defensive of Simeone is I have watched Atletico Madrid that have Diego Forlan, Diego Godin, Radamel Falcao, Costa, Fernando Torres, Aguero. So those are warriors who fought for Diego Simeone team that whenever he goes on the pitch, my warriors follow me. We are following
you. Okay. I get the gist.
So now the players they're having right now all of them are just lazy. They don't want to play football anymore. And Felix is a technical player, I believe, with a better coach like an attacking manager.
I get the gist. So 2 seconds. The first thing I would like to say is this is not the first time a player will want to leave a club.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not the first time a manager will not get along with a player or the player will not get along with the manager.
Mm-hmm.
Diego Costa did not enjoy being under Conte.
Mm-hmm.
That's what led to the
Second.
scenario, to the crisis, many crises between them.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wouldn't like get over apprehensive about it. But what I would like to say is a player leaving a club or a player remaining a club is all about negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
If a club really wants Joao Felix, they will negotiate back and forth, left to right, to to sign him. So nobody's holding anybody hostage here, and I wouldn't worry about it. That's number one. Number two, you talk about talking to a Atletico fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't really care about what a fan says or not, because you could be a positive fan or you could be a negative fan. You could be a fan where you don't like the manager in person,
Mm-hmm.
you don't like how your club is run, you don't like certain
But
players.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Hold on, let me finish my analysis before I finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're going to have a biased mind, but ultimately we're all football fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I would discard whatever any fan is saying about any club, except I know the kind of fan you are in that
Mm-hmm.
club. That's number two. Number three, I think you guys are very, very unfair when it comes to Diego Simone, because you only follow a consensus judgment on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep asking, I know football is in society and society is in football,
Mm-hmm.
but I keep asking and nobody has given me a straight answer. Why is it that we're allowed, or why is it that people judge certain managers and they are allowed to reason with certain managers? Some people don't even want to hear the first letter in Simone's name. They just have a negative connotation about him, and everything about him is bad. Look, I've watched football a long time, and I've always watched Atletico Madrid over and over and over and over again with the intention to see what people are talking about Diego Simone when it comes to football.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can defend the negativity they bring about Diego Simone. Nobody can defend it in football terms. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Atletico, I cannot remember a time where Atletico had this amount of success over a duration of like maybe like 10 seasons. Maybe in the 80s when I wasn't watching them, or maybe I remember them having a bit of a success in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
when they had I can't remember, when they had is it Gil Jesus as the president. Then they had a bit of success. But
Mm-hmm.
then I can remember them going like 10 seasons where they are regarded as a top club in Europe and in the league. And you cannot discard the contribution of Diego Simone. What Diego Simone plays in my own eyes is they defend very well, probably maybe defend with their lives. I'm talking about when they were at their best in the past 10 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe defend with their life, but anytime they have the ball, the propensity is forward pass, forward movement, let's go and score. They don't play possession football. So they play almost like what you would describe as counter attack in terms of football philosophy. That's the closest thing I can use to brand their style of football. Once they get the go and watch them. Once they get the ball, they don't beat around the bush. They gallop forward. It's push the ball forward as quick as possible and let's go and score. That's what I think. That's the only thing I see when I watch Atletico. Now the thing is, your system can be as good as you want, or the best or whatever. If you don't have the players to execute it, it's going to reflect poorly on your performances. And that is what I see with the current Atletico. They don't have an instant, one of the best striker. And when he was at his peak was Radamel Falcao. And he was playing Atletico at that time, and nobody will tell me they did not enjoy watching Falcao at his peak at Atletico. Nobody will tell me they did not enjoy watching Diego Costa when he was at his peak for Atletico. They are not at their peak at the moment, just like Barcelona are not at their peak, just like Real Madrid don't have the same quality like they used to have maybe like 10 years ago. So the thing is, I was going to mention this to Blue Eyes. Bonfrey Joe was having an interview a few days ago because he's currently in Nigeria doing some football clinic or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he ran an interview and he said the difference between Nigerian football and Dutch football is Nigerian football, the players grow up with technical football. But in Holland, the kids, right from before they are even 8 or 10, start growing up with tactical football. He said that's the main difference. Now, in a club side, the tactical side of things is the coach's responsibility. And the technical side of things is the player's responsibility. You normally find a marriage of the two, perfect marriage between the two, especially when the only manager and the only team or the only manager that seems to have a perfect marriage between technical football and tactical football in Europe is Pep Guardiola. He's number one on the list. And in as much as I'm not a City supporter, you have to give him that credit.
Yeah.
He makes sure he's on top of it tactically. And he always goes about to secure the technical players, the right technical players to deliver that football. And that's what Diego Simone don't have.
No, let Abdul finish. Go ahead, Abdul.
That's what Diego Simone don't have at the moment. Neither do Real Madrid have it. Neither do Barcelona have it. But it seems there's no good, there's no right Diego Simone can do. Once there's no enough sugar in the coffee, then he has to go. Everybody starts screaming, he has to go, he has to leave, whatever. So I don't buy all this that he has to leave. If he leaves, as Blue Eyes will say, I will take him tomorrow at Chelsea, no matter what anybody says. Because his football is similar. His football is similar to what Jose Mourinho plays. It's similar to what Alex Ferguson used to play at United.
The fact the boys, 18 on the counter, game over. Close up, bye-bye. I'm going on. That's it.
I mean, you can say that about Jose Mourinho between 2004 and 2006 at Chelsea, but you still have to have the right technical players to do whatever you want to do. That is just football. Okay, and with regards to the team today, to the game today, I'm sorry I didn't watch that game between Napoli and Liverpool, but I watched the highlight at the background. And I saw that they scored two corner kicks. Okay, so
but Abdul, what I wanted to say is this for me. This picture here is the Diego Simeone team. I have watched I've watched from Folan to all these players here because apart from taking out Felix out of this way, these players here are the warriors of Diego Simeone. When I go to pitch, we go together. When I'm going to on pitch and off pitch, then go with him. Falcao, Costa, Torres, Mandzukic, Suarez, Aguero. See, when we went to go and fight, we are fighting together. Take out Felix and maybe Vieira a little bit. But this rest of this player are people. I remember Falcao, Blue Eyes and Abdul. He killed us in the Europa League 2013. I remember that. He killed Czech almost retired from football. I'm saying that's a leather Radamel Falcao is.
That was a Super Cup.
Super Cup, I remember.
That is how leather. That is Diego Simeone team and Radamel Falcao.
He destroyed John Terry. He destroyed John Terry.
He destroyed Czech.
Yeah, he did.
Left foot, right foot, header. That is Diego Simeone. I have watched. This Simeone team
he had a perfect hat trick in that game.
Exactly. Left foot, right foot, and header. The Diego Simeone team right now for me are just lazy.
Yeah, they're just lazy, man. They're just content about defending.
Simeone is a manager who
I think they're tired. I think they're tired of him.
Nah, are you sure? Because the board have invested a lot of money in him, and
No,
you know that the
see,
fans love him.
the players are tired of hearing his voice. I think that's what the problem is. I think if you give that team another manager, they will play differently and probably more enterprising. They have good footballers in that team.
Yeah,
They're
they
not a
have
bad
some
team.
good players as well. They can play football
Yeah,
in their national
yeah,
teams as well.
yeah. They
Yeah, but the
don't.
thing is,
This is what Vote for FA said. He spent close to £500 million since 2016, and they are finished bottom of the league, bottom of the UCL, Club Brugge and Leverkusen Porto. That is my problem. This team,
No. Abdullah,
Yeah,
hold on
but
there. Abdullah, hold on there.
Abdul, go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, okay. I mean that comment
Mhm.
is what they call like a discourse that you derive something from what you already derive. So you're deriving something from a judgment you've already have. How can you make this kind of season when you're making reference to between 2016 and 2022? So
Yeah, that's
is that is that the only point you can highlight
The
between
only
2016
barometer,
and
yeah,
2022?
the only point, yeah, the only
No,
data
but
point.
I was gonna say, if you think about it, if Chelsea has spent 300 million in the past 2 years, and we picked up a CL. If Atletico spent 500.5 bill and picked up a La Liga, it's not bad.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's a biased statement.
It's not bad.
You know,
It's not bad at
but
all. Vote
the
with
thing
your
is, the thing is, people just want to judge. They don't ever want to reason with Diego Simone. They only want to judge him. This is a
yeah.
guy who has won 2 league titles in like 7 seasons or how many seasons? 2 league titles, won 2 Europa Cup,
And
Yeah.
reached 2 Champions League finals.
and got to 2 Champions League finals.
Yeah,
Right, the most successful
But that,
era.
but that, but that, but
yeah.
that's in how many years? In 9 seasons, 10 seasons, right?
Yeah. But what has Klopp done in the same time,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And this is the most successful era of Atletico Madrid
Yeah.
that I can remember. Somebody might
Yeah.
highlight or point out.
So Atletico was good in the early 90s, though. Remember
But
Kiko Cavallero?
how good were they? Were they this good?
Now they weren't
Yeah,
this
but
good.
but they're not good for a
But
sustainable long
some
time
season
like
they were,
this.
they were
I agree.
fighting relegation
That's
though.
what I'm saying. But the thing is, people just want to. They don't want to reason with Simone. They only want to judge him.
But what?
Fact.
But why? But Abdul, why are they finishing bottom with clubs like Brugge,
Exactly. That's
Leverkusen,
shocking.
and Porto?
That is
How
what
is it
that is
possible?
what the food
Are
for
you
vote
saying?
for
Are you
FA is
saying?
saying.
Are you saying they cannot even win their home games? Because if they
That is
just
what
if they
that
just
is what
if
vote
they
That's
for
just
FA
won
is
their
shocking.
home
saying.
games, they'll qualify.
On paper, they should be beating them.
So
Exactly.
the thing is to answer your question, Emmy, is number one, right? I have not seen any of their Champions League game this season. So I don't know from a football point because I like to discuss from a football point. So I don't know from a football point. That's number
No,
one.
I've
Number
watched
two,
them actually. Okay, go
hold
ahead.
on, Emmy.
Mhm.
Number two is they are second or third in the league.
They are
Okay,
third in La Liga.
so
They are
so that
third.
gives you
But
so that
La Liga is diluted, man. La
no,
Liga is diluted.
Allow
absolutely.
him, man.
Allow
But
him.
I'm
that
not his
gives you
biggest fan, but he's kind of producing for what they want. They're in the top four, and that's what they're contempt for. Like us, and
Okay,
Go ahead,
continue,
Abdul.
continue, Abdul, continue.
so the thing is, you have to look at it in perspective. If they were seventh or eighth, then you will say, okay, manager leave. Okay. And this is not the first time where I'm seeing top teams performing poorly for one reason or the other in the Champions League. It's still a cup competition. Okay. So I don't know why they're performing this well football wise because I haven't seen the game. But the thing is, I would not say. I agree with somebody. The players might be tired of him because you listen to the same manager, the same process,
Yeah, that's what I said, right? Yeah, I
same
think they're tired
drill,
of hearing him.
maybe the same drill for like 7 years or 8 years or
Yeah,
whatever. But
yeah.
sometimes players can leave. So what I would say to the players is, you can leave because anytime I watch the Atletico game, the stadium is still packed.
Yeah.
It's not like the
No,
stadium is
that's
empty.
because you know why? That's because, of course, there's the lure of the new stadium. Remember that stadium is
It's one
yeah.
almost
of the
brand
best
new,
stadiums.
right?
And also like Atletico Madrid fans love their team and all that.
Yeah,
Like
they
how
do, they
Leeds,
do, they do,
like how
they
Leeds
do.
fans like are louder than their away fans when they're losing 4-0, basically.
Yeah, yep. They are very passionate about that club, Atletico, because they see
You know, remember
themselves as
they left Vicente Calderon to Wanda Metropolitano.
yeah.
This was now more bigger than the Wanda Metropolitano, where the fans are more a little bit more closer to the
So
players.
this their stadium is not 80,000.
It's 80,000, yeah, 80,000, yeah.
So the thing is, okay, because people have this bias and this desperation to always judge Simone, they push me to the point where it seems like I have to defend him. And I don't really like to defend people like that. I just want to look at the football and talk. But this is getting too much, really. People just they say haram football, whatever. I have tried to
Mujahideen football.
I've tried to look for the football.
H7, my bro.
I've tried to look for what people are saying anytime I watch Atletico, and I don't see it. The only thing
So
I see is
what do you see? What do you see, Abdul? What do you see?
the only thing I see is they don't have the same quality of players they used to have.
Exactly.
I
But
agree.
but
The board is an
Abdul,
issue,
but
though.
Abdul,
Why isn't the
let me
board
ask
buying
you.
them?
Let me ask you this, right? Which team has the same quality of players they used to have before? Which team?
No team,
Very few.
basically.
Man
Very
City.
few.
Man
Man
City.
Yeah,
No,
because
they got rid of Aguero and all that lot.
football has evolved, right? You cannot compare the previous 20, 15 years generation to this current
No,
generation.
that's not the
Hey guys, has Simeone
Emmy,
evolved?
Emmy,
Yeah.
football has not been reborn in the past 20 years. Football has still remained the same.
I know.
No, that's not true. The quality of players have been diluted, though.
No. Let me finish my point. Okay, football has not been reborn between now. I mean, since 20 years ago till now. One of the most contributing factor is players. From what I can see now, especially in the past like 4 or 5 years, players seems to now have more options. So if I'm a top player, I don't have to play in Madrid or Barcelona. I might go to PSG. I might go to Man City. I might go to Arsenal. I might go to, even now I can go to Newcastle. So players are having more
I don't
options.
like how you branded us with them oil clubs. Like, I have some respect.
No, but Abdul, what I mean is quality on the pitch. The
No,
players of this current wait, hold on. The players
yeah,
of this current generation are
no.
more specific. They are more role based compared to the previous generation,
They're
like the
snowflakes,
Zidanes, the
basically.
Ronaldinhos,
Yeah,
the Diego, the Decos, those kind of players. We don't have those kind of players anymore.
You're getting it wrong. Because sometimes when you watch these players concentrated in a team, they look better than if you just
Is
have
Ricardo?
5 different teams.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was Ricardo. Nah, man.
So it is quite different when I watch a team that has maybe, for example, it has Modric, pick Ronaldo.
You see how hard it took you to find those kind of players.
They are not no.
You have to scratch your head.
No. They are not hard, but they are distributed now, so they don't look as impressive sometimes. You cannot say
How are they distributed? Okay, give me who is the current Zidane in the modern era?
who's the you might
Bro,
not
that's
find.
not how football works, man. Zidane's a one in a lifetime.
Yeah, Zidane is one in a lifetime, man.
Well, we could go back. I could go back from Zidane's era and tell you who Zidane was like, or who Zidane copied in the previous era. Go back all the way backwards. But I cannot get anybody from Zidane coming forward.
Emmy. Okay, the same way I can ask you, right? In the 90s and in the 2000, between 2000 and 2008, we did not have wingers who used to
bro. He's nicking the living.
40 goals.
No, let Abdul finish. I'll come to you.
We didn't, between in the 90s and in the 2000s, up to the 2008, we did not have wingers who used to score 40 goals. But then between
exactly.
2015, we had wingers in Ronaldo and Messi who were scoring 40 goals a season.
40 goals, yeah.
We never used to have that.
But that's because football evolved, right? Because those guys became inside forwards. There was no role called inside forwards 40 years ago.
No, Emmy, you're trying to diminish the accomplishment of these two players. You are not going to have the same prototype, the same type of players ever and ever and ever and ever in football. It doesn't work, right? In boxing, you're going to have times where you're going to have tall boxers, short boxers. Players come in different
But
types.
Abdul, you kill me. Anyway, I get your point,
I get
but
about
I like what I was trying. I get your point. I think what I was just trying to say is if I push back from Zidane's era and push back to Romario's era and push back to Platini's era and push back even more backwards, I can continue to see players of that prototype that were produced in those eras. In this current era, what I see is players that are more, I don't know how to put it, but they're more system-based players. You can't. Okay, look at Redondo. Compare Redondo to, if I say to Jorginho now, everybody will fight me. But compare Redondo, who was a deep line
You
playmaker,
mad?
to Jorginho.
No, but the question is, what is the definition? What is the timeline definition of an era? Is it 20 years? Is it 50
It's
years?
16. I think it's 16 years normally. I think
16
That's
No, but let's-
16
I
years
think
since Redondo, right?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
round it
16
up to 20
16 years.
years. So in the past 20
let's
years,
add it up to 20 years.
yeah, let's round it up to 20 years. In the past 20 years, like Abdul was saying, you can't really, or is it H7 that was saying it? You can't really yes, you're right. So are you saying that players before are better than what we have today?
I think they were technically better.
Hmm.
Maybe this current era they are more athletic, right?
Okay,
They can
let me
run
let me ask you a
faster.
question now.
They can run faster now because they
Mm.
have all kind of scientific
Okay.
methods, right? In terms of
Mm.
their training, they have
Mm.
better diets. They have nutritionists in every team now has a team of nutritionists, right? In those days, they didn't really have nutritionists, right? So I can say, okay, now players take care of themselves better and they can have longer careers. They run faster, they can, but in terms of the technical output of the game, the ability to do certain things on the field with basic instinct, it's more methodical right now than actually,
Okay,
just
then
being
here's
creative.
another question. But here's another question. In the past eras that you're mentioning all these legends who are actually in my Mount Rushmore personally,
Mm.
how many players in the past eras had the longevity of Messi and Ronaldo?
Nope, nobody.
Yeah, that's why I said, right? Now you can play for longer time because people take care of their bodies more.
And
Those
so
days, you only see players play maybe they have maybe two good World Cups, right? Two max three good World Cups. That's 12 years era, 12 years span of a career, and that's it. Even that 12 years, that the first 8 years might be good, the next 4 years might just be up and down in terms
yeah,
of
exactly.
Because
inconsistency.
I want to ask a question. Because,
And that's why I said that's the difference between this era and those era. This era, people take care of their bodies more. They are more athletes, more than just footballers. They're actually athletes. They can run. They can apply themselves. But when it comes to the technical output in the game, like those instinct. Okay, guess what? Coaches, and even people that bring players through the grassroots, even punish players that try to exhibit certain things on the field, try to express themselves on the field. Players are no more allowed to even express themselves in certain ways on the field. They're only allowed to touch the ball, pass, run here, in triangles. It's now more, you have to go in triangles, you have to go in squares. Those days, man, just
Bro,
put the
it's a
ball on
lot
the
of
field, 11
mathematics
versus
in it.
11.
I blame Pep for that, bro.
I get what you said, but I want to ask a question now. What year was Diego Forlan playing with Atletico? Was it 2010?
2010 and 2011,
2010?
like
No,
he just
2010,
left.
2010, he was still at Inter, right?
No.
20.
What year did they play for Diego Simeone at Atletico?
No, he didn't play. I think
I know he was
just-
playing. I know he played he played 2012 that game. He played
Oh,
in that game.
2012, yeah, 2012, yeah.
2012 and
Because
just
I'm
a
looking
year.
at that, because I like what Blue and Emin said and Abdul, because I'm looking at that era now with Forlan and Co. to coming back now to Costa and Co. I'm like, the way Simeone set up that year, we don't have the player they have that year right now. We don't have it right now because year right now there's a lot of technology. Players want to start running fast. Those years, there's technical ballers there who knows exactly what they have to do. Players
Yeah,
like
we
Foden,
have more of
players
those
like Costa,
players. Yeah.
Falcao, Aguero.
but
See,
the
you don't need to
problem
tell them what to do because they
Yeah,
know.
they don't have those type of
So they
players.
know what they
is
do.
there anybody
They know
here
what
that
they
has won?
do. Like just the people that like hit the ground
I
running.
think now, I think in the past football used to be more of instinct, right? But now it's very, very, very systemic, right? You
It's very
can't pass the
tactical.
yeah. You have to pass the ball in certain angles. You have to press in certain angles. You have to, it's just too much of that. To me, just put the ball on the ground. Let people just let them get
No,
the
no,
ball
no.
moving.
I blame Pep
Emi,
Guardiola
Emi,
and Jurgen Klopp for that.
I do agree with what you're saying based on there's trends in football. So I accept what you're saying that the trend might have changed now, but
Yeah.
I tell you, don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and
Uh-huh.
if you're not 6 foot tall, you can't be a footballer. So
Exactly. You see, that's my
yeah,
problem.
no. But the thing, what I'm trying to say is, you cannot say we had this before. You can start having it again tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but Zakaria is 6'5" now.
He's
No. What I'm
6'5",
trying to
Zach.
say is, I'm just using that as an example. What I'm trying to say
Guys,
is, there's
stop throwing
trends.
shade. Relax.
What I'm trying to say is, there's trends in football. Blue Eyes will remember this before 2008. As recent as 2008, we used to know the Spanish national team, football team, as the nearly team. They
Yeah,
never won anything.
Yes, they were the
Yes,
nearly
exactly.
team. Yeah.
exactly.
They were
But they were
always called the nearly team. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, but there was always hype about them. What is Spain going to do in the next World Cup? What are they going to do in the next Europe? They have
Yeah.
this and that and that
Mhm.
and this. They never won anything, but suddenly they changed their style of play to tiki taka, and they dominated for 4 years.
No, they
It's
were 8 years actually.
8 years, 8 years.
8 years.
2020,
2008, 2010,
2010, 2012.
And that's
2012.
it.
yeah,
2012,
That's
No, that
it.
was in
2020.
2012.
Even,
Yeah.
Was it last
Till
time?
2012, that's it. They won the
2014,
That
Euros.
was
they
that was
got
the
knocked out
Square,
group
the
stages, I
Square
swear.
Spain, the Square Spain.
even Nigeria collect one dub in
That-
'98, man, against Spain. That was
So I want to
Hey,
move on.
relax,
I
man,
want to move on to another
relax,
topic. I want to move on to another topic.
bro.
when Olise scored from downtown
Relax.
Asaba.
Don't
I want to
remind
move
me,
on to
bro.
another topic.
Don't remember that. To be
Guys,
fair.
I want to talk about something.
I
Yesterday,
don't worry.
was it yesterday on Sunday when
You only
the
found what I said in the museum, bro. Don't
when I
worry.
wanted to do the preview, I was like, it must not happen. Atletico must not go because if Atletico to go to Europa League, it's not gonna go well for United and Co. Another thing that I don't want them to go is Tottenham Hotspur. And shout out to a guy who I rated very highly.
The Berg, the
Relax. And
Berg.
when you talk about a warrior in the team, you have to put this guy in.
Hey, shit, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
Hoiberg.
When you
This
talk
guy's a
about
shit
Ramos
footballer,
in
man.
the
I
squad
don't
the
care.
relax,
clutch
guys,
goals,
relax.
man.
Relax. When we're talking about the warrior, and when
Hoiberg,
yeah,
man.
coach like Diego Simeone and Conte, when they want to go to fight, they go with this guy because
He's
he
a
gives them
Viking, man.
everything you want.
Yeah, the guy's a
Pierre-Emerick,
real,
He shows
he's a
fight
real
and
warrior.
desire, man.
he gives them everything you want.
Yo, Abdullah, what you're sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but what you're saying is spot on. But Hoiberg scored a life-saving goal. But
Yeah.
why didn't you talk about that? The weight of the pass from
The
Harry
weight of the
Kane.
pass from
See,
Harry Kane.
Luis, wait.
Sorry, I don't know why you guys don't
I
want to
get what
talk
you
about
said.
that.
You know why I don't want to put Harry Kane because
Listen.
Harry Kane, we are used to this doing.
You know that
Harry
pass,
Kane,
Abdullah,
he does
that
this.
pass, that pass is a kind of pass, that when you pass, everybody playing around you say, is the game finished? Game don't finish.
Yes.
Like even the
The
referee
weight
wouldn't
of
even want
that
to give
pass
that pass.
is sublime.
It is sublime, my brother. Go ahead.
Mhm.
That's
But
all I
okay,
want.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you.
Because I want to go some so everybody will come in. Why I say that is because if you look at this Tottenham team, they have this ball like that. You know they can win matches. But my problem with this team is Antonio Conte. There are some Tottenham players he needs to unleash, let them enjoy their football. But because of the way he wants to play, it's diminishing the way they want to play. I'm like, there's Oibek, there's Bentancur, there's Kane, there's Son Kuleseski, Richarlison and Co. This player can play flair football.
They can,
Allow them
but
to
Do
play.
you think if
that's their
Pochettino,
identity, though.
Pochettino comes back, do you think he wins the league with this team?
No, man.
I think he compete but not win.
Come on,
Yeah,
Amy,
you
are you
compete to be
Amy, are you
nearly FC
serious?
again.
Are you
Compete,
serious?
yes.
No,
but
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
it's
Be nearly
compete,
just
FC.
saying.
Just compete.
let me come to
Conte
Black
wins
Guys.
something with this team, man.
Give me
Yes,
your take
yes,
on
my brother.
Oibek because people doesn't rate him that highly, but
I
he
do.
showed up today.
I rate
And
him.
when people talk about Diego Simeone going with a war, this guy is part of the player.
Yeah, he's part of the pack as well.
No, I rate him. I rate
This
him.
guy,
and-
guys, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. Cool, he's a Tottenham player. But as a footballer, I find him absolutely shit. When I mean shit, shit. I don't like his first touch. I don't like his pass. I just don't like the way he plays. You know what he is, guys? He's a passion merchant. Like, he's the type of guy to do a tackle and celebrate. But I don't rate you if you do that as a footballer.
Nah, man,
If you're
allow
a
him, man.
defender, no. If you're a defender, cool, I understand that. But if you're a midfield and you're celebrating tackles, my guy, I don't rate you. That's it. It is. He scored a good goal. Well done.
Nah, man.
No comment.
Can I talk? Abs, please, man.
Oh no, this guy hasn't. You forgot. He didn't talk. Let him.
Okay,
talk.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Start with Tottenham.
I'll go after you. No,
So,
go ahead.
so for Tottenham, man, this lot, they have been like nicking games and like playing on the counter because, like, for me, it's like their way of playing.
But no. Kolasinac should be inducted into Class B.
Yeah, he's a Class
I'm
B.
creating a tier soon. That guy should. I understand.
No, he should be in Siberia. He should be in Siberia,
Class B.
That guy is classy. Oh my god, that's a free header.
He's not useful.
He's
useless.
How do you miss that?
Kolasinac. He's Kolasinac.
He's Kolasinac, man. He's Kalas, man.
Hold on, that name sounds very Arsenal-ish.
He's an Arsenal player.
Okay,
He's rubbish, man.
Don't take the face,
bro. I didn't talk about like Højbjerg, man. I think he's good. I think he's good. You know, he has fight, he has passion and desire. You know, he gives everything, and you know, he scores some nice goals, and you know, he makes the midfield tick for Tottenham, and he has a good defensive stats, and every manager that's coming to Tottenham pick him, man, and he even played for Bayern as well, so he can't be that crap, can he?
I'm talking technically, my guy. And if you play in my midfield, you have to be technically good. And I just don't find him.
He's a DM, man. Do you want him to do 40
I'll tell you
passes?
this right now. He's not even a DM. He's a double pivot midfielder, bro. Because he can't play DM by himself. I'll tell you that for free, bro. Tottenham tried doing that last season, and bro, he got exposed. They had to go back to doing a double pivot, bro. Guys. That's just my opinion. Yeah, it's just me. I know you guys rate him, but I just find him shit.
See, because I'm looking at this team now. If you give this into Poch, you see more attacking flair.
Yeah, you would see more attacking wise.
I understand how Poch
Stop, please. Just stop right there.
Pochettino, what we Pochettino?
Wait. I look at Poch's team when he was in Tottenham Hotspur with this team now. It needs to be different because Højbjerg, Bentancur, I don't know the other midfielder, but okay, Bissouma. No more creativity there, but those are the players where, as a manager,
they're workhorses.
I understand the way Conte wants to play because it's a back three, either 3-4-3 or 3-5.
Yeah, but remember, when Punch was flourishing, Punch had Kenyan cement, Wanyama, and Ndombele,
Dembele, Musa.
He had Dembele, and who else? And Ericsson. Yeah, but Ericsson wasn't. I think Ericsson is a better player now than he was then.
Yeah.
No, Ericsson. Baba. At some point, Ericsson replaced Luka Modric. Remember,
bro. I don't know if you're watching Ericsson these days. Hi.
He's cooking for Man
No,
though.
Ericsson is marinating based on his experience. He's not running as much anymore.
Just
back in the days when he was in Spurs, he had to play 6 and 8, right? Him and Dembele were the ballers in our midfield.
I thought
right?
he was passive. He was passive at that time for
No, it was not. It was not passive. You just like watching Dembele, young man.
No, my guy. Yeah,
on your ball, Dembele.
Yeah, but my guy then it wasn't even in Dembele. My guy that time was Kenyan cement.
Wanyama.
Looking at this team now with the way they play. Like, do you see them going past the round of 16? Because it depends on who they face, though.
They can, man. When you have Hurricane, you also have a chance.
Listen, man. You know what Conte is trying to do, right? Conte was just trying to. Conte is doing what Conte does best. He's just playing till he gets to. He's one of those that just let's keep pushing this tire until we get momentum. And the way that they got out of the first round, the way they actually progressed to the second round, is beneficiary to what he wants to do. Is beneficial to what he wants to do. Remember, Kulichevsky didn't play this game.
He didn't play. Richarlison is out also.
Ha! This guy.
And he took off Son in this 17 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Some running on.
No,
Some ran
Son
off the
got
pitch.
injured. He got injured.
He didn't get injured, but he faked a concussion.
No, he didn't
bro.
get injured. He took him out.
Yo, man, listen. The only thing
No,
I
he had a concussion, right?
He faked it. He
Yeah,
faked
he-
it, guys.
he-
He saw
How can
he,
you fake
he,
concussion?
he
He
ran
always
from the
does.
grind. He
Right.
ran from the grind.
Keep
No.
I
He
saw
was
it, bro.
injured.
And you know
The
when
guy
he
was
went down,
concussed.
and I
He
saw
was
the replay of
concussed,
the
man.
headbutt.
I tell you one
knew
He
thing.
was
actually gonna come off.
concussed. 7 minutes. He had to stop the game. What are you
You know I knew he
saying?
was gonna come off. You know that.
No, but they don't mess with any kind of head injury, even if a girl kiss you on the
The
head.
guy
though.
was down for 7
Nah, he
minutes,
ran
Head
from the
injuries
grind.
are massive, man.
No, but like I said, even if a
You
girl
can't say
kiss
that
you on the
fake.
head.
No, I didn't think those personal, but no verse.
Anyways,
Right.
again, Højbjerg and Bentancur.
Bentancur, yeah. Rodrigo Bentancur.
Listen, that boy band right there, that rap group right there, can stand any rap group in EPL hip hop.
What country does he play for?
No, they can't.
Bentancur, he plays
No,
for
they can't.
Uruguay,
You mad.
right?
No, I'm talking about this guy.
He
Oh,
plays
this
for Denmark.
This guy's is
Is it
Danish.
Denmark or Serbia?
Denmark.
Yeah,
Danish,
The
Denmark.
Vikings.
Bro,
He's a
Bentancur,
Viking.
cool.
Yeah,
but
you see
not
in the
Højbjerg.
World Cup.
Højbjerg is class, man.
No, I think no. Let me just. I tell you one thing. That
Football.
means-
This is what I mean, guys. Football is in a bad state. If I'm
No,
hearing
no.
Højbjerg is
Let
class.
me-
If I hear
let me-
Højbjerg's class, football
Nobody's
is at a
saying
bad
Højbjerg
state.
is class. Nobody's
Somebody
calm
did.
down.
I heard
Bro, have you
somebody
seen
say
it? Bro,
me
8-7,
just
have you
finish.
seen his stats?
Let me finish here, please.
Let Blas finish. Go ahead.
I think the problem is, and I think I hear where 8-7 is going. You like players that are effortless. You don't like players that just that do things too hard. I'm
good
like that.
footballers.
Yeah,
I like guys. If you're my midfield, I need you to be a good footballer.
But the thing is, no, I also need you. You
Do
can be
you
a
want
good
him to pass
Let me
40
just
yards?
finish. No, let me just
No,
finish.
let him
I beg.
Blas finish.
Who's this? Who's this that keeps responding to me? Who is this?
I don't know. No. I beg. No. Let me just finish.
Let him finish. Mm-hmm.
I tell you one thing: you can be a baller as a midfielder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how to stay in your lane.
Hmm.
That's the difference between Højbjerg and a baller. Højbjerg understands his specialty and he sticks to it. Listen, I say this all the time. People always talk about Makalele. Makalele wasn't a baller. What Makalele did is he understood his job.
And he stick to it.
That's why sometimes when you get hired, you might know the subject matter of the job, but still not be able to keep the job. There's a difference.
I'm not gonna lie, my guy. That Makalele part was, for me, he kind of was a baller, bro.
No, he wasn't.
He
He
bro,
wasn't.
for
Let's
me,
be
he
fair.
was. Bro.
Chelsea
He actually had
fans,
the
please.
first touch. If
No.
you
He had the
he
first
actually had the
touch,
first
man.
touch.
Stop, guys. Please, Chelsea fans, please.
Blas finish.
I need
Blas
Chelsea fans to go. Okay, so like I was saying, maybe, I mean, to each his own, 8-7. But I'm going to be straight up with you. Makalele was a world-class player, but was he a baller? Far from it.
Okay, can you use Conte as an example? Yeah. Do you think Conte is a baller?
Let me tell you the fantastic question, my brother. I would have said no until Sarri did what Sarri did in 2018.
Exactly. And I knew from the Conte actually had that in him, bro, because Conte
had
can
that in
carry a
him.
ball.
Can
Conte,
carry the
his
ball.
first touch may not be that
Thank
good, but
you.
he's actually got some elements in his
Thank you.
game that you can. You know, he's actually.
Did you know Kante? Did you know Kante used to be a winger? That's why he has the he knows how to
can
carry the
dribble
ball
as well, man.
Yeah.
Can dribble.
Yeah, but Tammy Abraham used to be a goalkeeper, so we'll talk about that.
Oh,
But
that
anyways,
makes sense. That kind of,
Even David Silva was a goalkeeper, man.
where he crouches down sometimes, like when he's.
anyways, listen. So
finish.
again, 8-7. I hear what you're saying with Bentancur. I hear what you're saying with Bentancur, but listen, ability to do and keep your job should never be underrated, especially in the EPL.
Yeah.
And when I mean do and keep your job, 8-7 is you see. I'll give you an example with your team, 8-7. Xhaka.
But Xhaka can actually like do
He
stuff.
can, but
He can actually do stuff like on the ball.
But do you know why Xhaka survived? Do you know why Xhaka survived to the point where he is right now?
Mentality, though, I think.
But he also he stuck to his lane. He stuck to his lane.
Nah.
He did. He stuck to his lane. He dug out and stuck to his lane. So for Højbjerg, man, anybody who thinks Højbjerg is what you call a junkyard dog, and every team needs one, And especially if you have a junkyard dog that provides defensive cover. So I mean, you cannot, and then because of Hoiberg, Bentancur is flourishing.
Yeah, but I rate Bentancur's
Of
football.
course, but Hoiberg, no, that's why I'm telling you how Hoiberg works hard to keep his job. He stays in his lane.
But I think they wing. Besides today he done his thing. Yeah,
How
but
much?
there's games
How
I
much?
watched.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you a question. How much did Tottenham buy Hoiberg from
15
Southampton?
million.
15 million. Yeah,
How much did
15 million.
how much did Tottenham buy Bissouma?
15 million plus
30
Walter.
odd million.
20,
25.
23 million.
I think Walter
25.
Peter was. I think Walter Peter was part of the deal that took that brought Hoiberg, right? So
Yeah, he was.
it was 15 million plus Walter Peter.
Yes.
Yeah, but where's
Oh,
Walter
yeah.
Peters? Oh yeah, that's true. And
Well,
where
Walker Peters plays. He still plays for Southampton. He's a right
I know.
back, right?
And he's actually a
right
decent.
back.
Right?
he is a
And
decent
very.
right back.
And the other time Chelsea was looking at him.
It's true. It's true. So listen, I respect players that are able to maintain their lane, but for Tottenham in general, I'm so happy because you guys know I'm an EPL merchant. I needed all the EPL teams to win today.
Even
I
me,
don't like
man.
this. I actually don't like this.
So
I'm an
today
EPL merchant, man.
I am. So today I'm celebrating victory. You should see me jumping when Liverpool beat
Oh,
Napoli.
I just realized all English teams qualified, didn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
Liverpool,
Man,
Nottingham,
so
Chelsea.
I'm an EPL merchant. So if listen, I was following Tottenham. I was looking. I saw 1-1. I'm like, chai. But because I was focused on Liverpool's game.
Oibek should have scored earlier though. Blue eyes. He hit the post.
Yeah, I know. But listen, for me, the decider in that game,
Was Harry Kane.
that pass,
Harry Kane, man.
that pass is disrespectful. That pass is disrespectful. Like
H7, man. Do you think
Because
Harry
yeah,
Kane's
this is
world
what,
class now,
because
yeah?
it's that
I've
Harry
never
Kane
ever
discussion.
said that he's
Wait,
not
wait.
world class.
When that Harry Kane discussion, that's why I'm like, yes, I know when you're talking about all-round striker, Harry Kane is that guy. But in terms of, you see, this is where we have to have a Broadway conversation of world class. Because for me, he's a borderline world class. And with the way I put my own logic in world class is, I need you to win a trophy for your club before I can have my conversation in a
fair
long
enough. Fair enough.
Harry
What do you
Kane is that
expect
guy.
for Tottenham to win?
Harry Kane is an all-round player for me in
Fair
terms
enough.
of his striker as a number.
Fair enough.
But you need to win something for your club for me to have that conversation.
Abs. Let me reply. So like you say that Harry Kane needs to win stuff. So do you is it his fault that Tottenham don't get over the line?
It's his fault to sign.
Yes.
It's his fault to sign that
Aubameyang
stupid
took us
contract
over
he
the line
signed.
in those FA Cups. Why can't
That
Harry
stupid
Kane do
contract he
that?
signed, it was his fault.
Bro, it's like what do you expect with Emerson Real and them, man?
No. That's now. We're talking about back then as well. What happened back then when he had a better team?
He was unlucky, you know what I
He
mean?
wasn't unlucky. He flopped, and you know he flopped.
Bro, have you seen his goal scoring record though? He's about to
Yeah,
I
against
know
Leicester.
that.
I see his
I'm
goal
not
scoring
dis-
against
I am
Burnley.
not
I see against
disputing.
Everton.
That's why I said it is my own opinion, and that is the way I view
Bro,
Harry
goals you in your games, man.
Harry Kane is for me,
Are you a Tottenham fan?
borderline world class. But I need to see a trophy for me to have that long conversation.
Wait, Abdullah, wait. Is this guy a Tottenham fan?
That's an Arsenal fan.
No
Abdul,
way he's an Arsenal fan.
Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, give me your take on this guy.
Bro,
No
it's
way.
truth, man.
Let me hear
Kane is
from
world
Abdul.
class.
Abdul, give me your take on Højbjerg.
Oh, no, I
Højbjerg.
said Kane is world class. I'm not taking that world class tag from him, no. He's a world class footballer.
Talk about Højbjerg and Antonio Conte and Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, for me personally, I actually appreciate this guy's
Do
contribution.
you like him a lot?
I kind of like him a
Quick
lot.
question. Will you replace him with Jorginho in Chelsea or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
He's going to Man United, guys, you know.
No.
He had to, man.
I would take him ahead of Jorginho as a DM.
Blue eyes don't respond though.
No, I'll take him. Listen to me now. Listen to me. I would take him as a DM ahead of Jorginho because I don't believe Jorginho is a 6. For me personally, in football terms, I believe Jorginho is not as high, but in terms of what their roles should be, Jorginho is equivalent to Xavi and Iniesta. That's
What?
Beautiful. Even better.
What?
Oh, okay. I didn't see this coming. Oh, thank you, Abdul.
Wait, what?
Let him talk.
Abdul, thank you. Oh, I didn't see this coming. Okay, good. So you're trying to say Jorginho is like Pirlo, right?
No. So if you play when Barcelona were playing 4-3-3 and Busquets was the sitting midfield
That's Jorginho.
in the midfield three, and then you have to his right.
What?
Xavi and Iniesta.
Wait, did someone say Jorginho's Busquets? So, did I actually hear that right?
S7, mute the mic, let him talk. Let him talk. Mute
Hey,
the mic.
Abdullah, you can't be letting this run, bro.
Abdul is a grandfather when it comes to football. Let him talk. Relax.
So that is to me, that should be Jorginho's role. Jorginho should not be around physical football, and that is what to me is a DM. Part of a DM's major attribute should be. So I would take this guy ahead of Jorginho because I would rather have this guy as a DM. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he's world class. I wouldn't call this guy world class, but I think he's a good footballer.
No, he's not world class. He's not
He's
world
not
class.
world class. No.
For you to have a complete team, you need to have all kinds of footballers, all kinds of players with different attributes in a team. You cannot have 11 Zidane in a team, and then you cannot have 11 Pardo Maldini.
Exactly. Preach.
So
I can have 11 Messi's, bro. I'd win something.
But the thing is, in an ideal team that can challenge in the Premier League, this guy as a DM, I really rate him there. And people might like it or not. I actually enjoy watching him, just the way I enjoy watching Gattuso, and the way I enjoy watching Pirlo and all these kind of players. So I think he's really good, but I'm not going to say.
Abdul, but I have a question for you. Was Gattuso a DM? Let's be fair.
Nope. It was more of a box to box though.
Thank you.
Who was box to box?
He's at 86.
I'm trying to.
In AC Milan, no.
Yeah.
Gattuso.
You're asking if he's a DM?
Gattuso not a DM.
He's not a DM for me. He's not a DM
He's
for
not a
me.
DM. Gattuso is not a DM. He's not.
I've heard, though. I will not even say anything.
He was a pit bull.
Gattuso is not a DM.
He was a pit bull.
Man. Please, you guys, no, King Blanc, please educate me. I'm serious, so I beg. Tell me.
I don't even know what to say at this point.
Gattuso, a DM? I don't think so.
Abdul, help me. I don't know. You and King Black, help me. I don't see. Gattuso was more of a.
It's more of a box to box.
Yeah. My mouth has been open for the fire.
What was his best? Hey, what was Gattuso's best attribute?
Yeah, but that doesn't make him a DM.
No, I'm saying what was his
defensive
best
midfielder.
attribute? I'm just asking a question.
Because he's defensive. Yeah.
Blue eyes. DM is defensive midfielder.
Yes, but
Yeah, defensive midfielder.
no, hold on. But you can be a CM that is defensive.
No, the central
yeah.
midfielder is the central midfielder.
Like a double? Are you talking about double pivot CM?
Has the defensive
It's seven. Depends on how you look at it. No, you
Like
can
you
Lily is
guys,
what?
you know how you used to
Possible.
play double pivot under
Wait.
2K.
Yeah, like I think I like to use Xhaka as my example. Xhaka is a CM that is defensive, but now
But he's
Xhaka
not.
can do more.
He's always been, Xhaka always has been more attacking than defensive. Why do you think he's actually poor at defending?
Because I'm looking at.
No, but in midfield he's good though.
Wait,
as a defender.
Gattuso I know because A7 was happening. What is his attribute? His attribute is like a Gattuso
I hear
attribute
this
is
one.
because he play along.
King Black, you educate us today.
His
You
work
must teach
rate,
us today,
I'm still
King
in
Black.
shock.
his work rate, his versatility, and his ball.
You
winning.
must teach us today because King Black, who played next to Gattuso
Andrea Pirlo
in the whole
in the AC Milan.
Someone's mic is making like a lot of noise.
So because he plays alongside Pirlo, but because A7 was having his attribute,
So because he played with Bello, he's no more a DM.
work rate.
wasn't a DM
He's
for
the
me. I
DM
thought-
now.
No, he's not a DM.
No,
Man.
in AC Milan, Andrea Pirlo was
Never
a
a
register.
DM, man. And
Was playing beside Pirlo.
he was there.
if he played
he was
DM,
there
they would have
defensively.
lost every game, man. If he played DM,
Gattuso is not disciplined enough to play DM.
Listen, DM, you have to have.
What was Gattuso known for?
It doesn't because it says
It's not for a ball. It's a
Hold on,
ball.
let me
What
answer-
was
let me- no, let me
Gattuso known
Abdullah,
for?
let me
Can
answer
you
this
Google-
question.
Can you Google
Let me answer
Gattuso?
this question.
Just
Yeah,
Google him.
Hold on,
is
let me
what we want to
answer this question.
Go
I
ahead,
know
go ahead.
What was he known for?
he was known because he was very good defensively in the midfield. It still doesn't make him a DM. I know you want. That's what you want to hear.
His
If I tell you
role,
defensive,
that's his role. His role is to protect the defense. He's the one in front of the defenders. That
Yeah,
he
but-
put it up. See. Gattuso supported him in a deeper role as a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
Tuchel.
he was a
This is
DM.
Tuchel.
Look at
He
this.
wasn't. He wasn't, man. He
It
wasn't.
wasn't a proper DM because a DM needs to be disciplined. Gattuso is not disciplined. He's not disciplined.
He's not
What do you
disciplined.
mean by?
okay,
Bro, he
we
was
can
good
speak-
defensively.
Let me,
Wait,
listen, when
open
you
it
talk about
again.
okay,
No,
no,
don't
wait,
close
wait.
it. Oh.
When you're
Open
talking
it
about
again. Open.
Open it.
But this is a PowerPoint presentation. Open it. Let's read. It's a PowerPoint presentation.
No,
Let's get
just-
back to it.
Yes,
Let's
open it.
whiteboard.
Let me
let's-
read it out one by one.
Read it out. We'll talk today. We'll break it down today.
oh,
today.
You better break it down because I
Too
don't know
bad,
what
eh?
I'm listening to again.
because
Very soon, you people will call Haaland a deep lying striker.
No.
I don't even know
no,
what
King.
What?
No. Gattuso for me
And
is not
very
because as
soon
a DM
someone will
you
come
need
out
to be
and
disciplined.
say-
If you look at it, okay,
Abdullah, you are spot on.
see,
You don't
let's
even need to
take
explain anything.
let's take out register role out of it. If you want to become a DM, you have to be very, very disciplined. So Gattuso for me, watching Gattuso in this seminar is not a disciplined player.
No, he's not.
It is not. And you have to see when you're a DM, you have to have this what's called sense and smartness. It does not have it. Gattuso does not have a sense and smartness when you want to play football, but he can do everything you want him to do. It's
If
not
you want-
this. See,
if you want
if I'm
gra-gra-
a manager, I will not play him as a DM because I'm gonna lose that
Impossible.
match. I will lose that match playing him as a DM because if we get so many red card, it's still discipline.
Please,
Being
Abdullah,
a
keep
DM
cooking.
is a very
Cook.
yeah,
Wait,
but
I
it's
want
Jorginho.
Abdullah, I want you
But
to
Jorginho
Google
does his
something.
job.
I want you to Google something.
Emily
I have
Sky,
not Googled-
thank you
I've
very
not
much. He's a
checked this yet.
destroyer. Emily Sky, thank you very
See,
much.
so-
He's a
just-
That's
destroyer.
Bernard. That's Bernard.
Stop
man.
with these destroyer names. A defensive midfielder. See, Google top 10 defensive midfielders of all time. Just help me Google it.
Let's do it. This is education, my brother, man.
Hey, what was the starting lineup in the Champions League final 2007 between AC Milan and Liverpool?
Top 10 defensive midfielders of all time.
Gattuso
I'm
was
sure
in that team, 8-7, in case you want to know. He was in that team.
They call it
again,
destroyer. Now they call
I want
someone
to
call
learn
it
today.
a false nine.
Teacher.
So
oh,
the one I saw is
Different English will just be coming out in 2022.
So you said top
confusing.
top 10 of all midfielder, right? Top 10, right?
Top 10
defensive
midfielder
DMs.
of all
Top 10
DM,
DMs.
okay.
or DM of all time.
DM.
If you like, type DM. If you like, type defensive
I put midfielder.
anyone.
If Makalele is there, I'll tell you he's not. If Kante is there, I'll tell you.
They had Seedorf as well. Do you remember?
Oh, please, 8-7, don't say Seedorf. That's my guy.
Yeah, they had Seedorf and Ambrosini in the midfield with Gattuso and Pirlo.
Seedorf is, you see, Seedorf,
So
that's the DM.
this is for me. This is what I saw though. In terms of all time, this is all time. Top 10. And then the first one is
Abdullah, is Gattuso there?
yeah, Claudio Makelele.
Kante,
Yeah.
Makalele.
Junda, there's
What's the
Junda.
first name?
Gattuso is there. Gattuso is there.
Gattuso.
He will not be there.
Gattuso is
He will
there.
not be there.
Edgar
Nickname
Davis is
what?
there.
It was Nick.
Edgar
He was
Davis.
Martin
his
Silva
name
is there.
Rino Silva.
Gian Digana is
For his
there.
fiery
Graham
temperament.
Suna is there.
Graham
Didier
Suna.
Deschamps.
Great
N'Golo
dude.
Kante
Deschamps
is
as
there.
well, man.
N'Golo Kante is there.
Even Marco Tardelli.
Marco Tardelli. So these are the
How did N'Golo Kante make this list?
Why will he not make
That's
list?
disrespectful, isn't it?
Do you know what Kante is? Because we
Blue
are
eyes,
living
stop.
in this.
Blue eyes,
N'Golo
He's
stop.
Kante
black.
is a
That's why he
CM.
made
No,
this list. He's
No,
black.
no.
innit?
N'Golo Kante is a CM.
I know, but since he's a black midfielder, they view you as a DM in it.
Yeah.
They're pushing that tag on Paul
8-7,
Pogba
that's
for
the-
many
You know
years,
what?
bro.
8-7. One of these days, we have to face the truth and have that discussion
We have
because
to have that discussion.
it's a very important discussion. 8-7 because this is the same discussion I have with my NFL buddies. When you never see a brother as quarterback, the
Yeah,
quarterback.
dude, there are some right now in the league, but
Yeah,
bro,
but it's
I'll
still-
be real. Just keep it 100. Some of them are just whack, bro. Like, I
No,
just see some of them throwing pick
but
sixes,
obviously
bro.
it's a game of numbers. But there's something about a quarterback that says you have brains. You understand? There's something about a
Yeah.
quarterback that says you have brains, and unfortunately the last most successful black quarterback in the past 15-20 years, I think, was McNabb.
But right now,
see.
technically, the best
Blue eyes.
quarterback in the game
Blue
is
eyes.
actually black, you know, but he's
Blue
actually
eyes.
mixed race. But I
Yeah,
include him
well,
black.
he is. No, he's one. We'll take him. We'll take him.
Yeah,
He's
we'll
one-
take him in it.
Go ahead, King, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, King Black. Sorry,
Like,
Yeah,
King
what I
Black.
was
Go,
saying
go,
is,
go.
just because
Yo, guys, I just saw this thing on Instagram, yeah? Like the players in the
Sorry,
Tottenham
Montana.
dressing room, yeah, for the Marseille thing, yeah, they were celebrating like they won something. You
Let
gotta
them
watch it.
celebrate. No, mute your mic. He's a
Who are you
UCL
talking
analyst.
about?
Emily
Spurs
Sky,
players were
thank you.
celebrating.
Emily Sky,
They
thank
qualified
you.
to the next round.
You're absolutely right. No, the other one, he says it's like an African midfielder and roadrunner. Yeah.
Oh, Dunga.
Montana, my brother. Montana 0-0, my brother.
Hey,
Man. Thank you very
Bernard, that's
much.
facts, man. They see you
Relax,
black,
relax.
they see you in the midfield, they think you're a DM.
Imagine.
Abdul, round up on the Oibeg. So we'll be able to move on.
So just on to add to that comment you guys are making now about football
The
profiling.
thing, yeah, the thing
No,
about this.
let Abdul finish up. Go ahead, Abdul.
So just on what you guys were discussing on football profiling,
Yeah.
why didn't anybody like support me when I was having that debate with Carl about football profiling? And he was saying, "Oh, it doesn't really matter, blah 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 blah."
Kind of
When?
does matter, but yeah.
When
In what
did you have that
is it for
discussion?
KDB?
But I
Is it
probably
KDB?
wasn't here, innit?
No. A few weeks ago, or maybe a few months
Was
ago.
I on the stream? Because I brought this thing up on Abdullah's stream with
brought it up, though.
many times, even with Nana. Nana is not here. Nana and all of us. We had this. It was a very. I remember when I brought it up, it was kind of sensitive as well. The way H7 brought it up, because it's a discussion that has to be had.
We need to have a discussion about it.
I keep saying football profiling, but people kind of like dismiss it anytime I mention it.
Well, profiling. If you say profiling, then you're saying the entire. Well, profiling means every position, but for that DM role, there's something very, construction work about it.
I know.
There's something very
because you have, as a DM, Abdul, you have to be very disciplined. And Gattuso is not a disciplined.
Do you know what?
player.
Hey, do you know where it stems from, bro?
What?
They call that role the water carrier. What do you think that water
that's
carrier
Mbolo.
means?
See, water carrier. That's
But where does it water carrier stem from? Think about back in the day, slavery, carrying water. So get me.
Stop.
It adds up. It adds up, guys. It just adds up.
H7, thank you. And that is what David Ginola used to diminish Didier Deschamps. So he used to use it to discredit Didier.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Of midfielder saying, "Oh, he's just a water carrier. Why do you guys respect him so much on the field?" So it's and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. And but when I say things like that, people don't actually, like I say to some players. I mean, there's negative and there's positive profiling. Like I said to somebody, I don't know, maybe I said it to Blue Eyes. I said, I can't remember which player I mentioned. I said, if he wasn't a Brazilian, he wouldn't have had the career he's had.
Was it not?
Oh yes, that was who were you talking about?
We
were talking about this guy. Yeah, you're right, Abdul. You talked about this the guy that went to Tottenham from Everton. That's true.
Oh, Richarlison.
Yeah.
Nah, guys, I remember his days at Watford.
Is it Richarlison? I can't
Yes, it
remember.
was.
Was it
It was with Kasim. I remember that discussion. Yeah, it was.
So it's more or less the same thing, but it's a different color. So all these things exist in football, but people don't want to hear.
No, Richarlison is one of us. So
bro, in England, they love him. You know why? He's practically an English player the way he plays, bro. He plays with grit, passion, determination, just runs down the player, like gets stuck in, fight someone.
He is good, man.
They love him here, bro. Think about, he's got the quality. If he was English, bro, he'd be starting for England.
I said it. Remember,
allow Richarlison, man. He has technique.
Abdul. Relax now.
I was talking to Carl. The last time I brought it up, Abdul, just to buttress your point, I was talking to Carl and I said, Carl, what do we need to start telling our kids? Because Carl coaches our kids. And I said to Carl, Carl, what do we need? How do we need to start profiling and molding our kids to stay away from that DM role? I can't remember the last time I saw one of us as a number 10.
Guys, do you want to know something mad?
When was the last time you saw one of us as a number 10? H7.
Hey, guys, we bought Thomas Partey. He was known as to be a number 8, and now he's playing the 6, bro.
Exactly. Now it's the six.
Now we got him
Yeah,
in
you
jail.
know,
Bro.
right?
I
We're
watch
scoring
it when
bare
he's
goals,
outside. It
man.
feels like he feels like I'm in
Oh,
jail.
Gattuso was a box to box. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, thank you.
Tonio Dix, man. This guy sound like Niger boy. Let's say
Yeah,
now.
it's my friend. It's
Oh,
like my brother.
correct.
Yeah,
Guy man.
Gattuso was never a
Exactly.
box to box, man. What
Don't
what
let
is
Gattuso is
them.
not the DM though, because a DM
he
needs to be
has never been
disciplined.
a
Gattuso
box
is
to
not
box in
disciplined.
his
No.
No,
life,
but he
and you are
used to be
calling him box
everywhere
to
though.
box.
That's why
He's
you
not
can't count him as
2022,
a
I
box
think.
to CDM.
See, I
Yeah,
think
people
the
thought that
problem is, you know
Vieira
what the
was
problem
also a
is.
DM at times.
Vieira was a DM.
No, that's
But
he
Vieira,
that
okay,
he
but
can't
Vieira
count
is
box to
disciplined.
box.
Vieira is disciplined. He is
No.
disciplined.
He wasn't
What is
disciplined as well. He was actually
discipline that
Stop.
Abdullah is
Wait.
bringing into
Are you
this?
comparing Vieira to Gattuso? There's a level.
No, I'm
Yes,
not
when it comes to
comparing. I'm not.
bro,
No,
Vieira.
no,
Wait,
don't do that.
hold
Don't
on,
do that.
Gattuso is of all time.
hold
Gattuso
on.
is one of the greatest of all
See,
time, and you are there. What?
In black.
yo, King Black, stop.
Hey, you just profiled my player, bro. You just profiled my player, you know.
You guys are
King
talking
Black.
about
Listen,
two
this
Vieira
different
was a box to
players.
box, by the way.
King Black, man.
Vieira
you know
was
what?
a
You
box
know
to
what's
box.
annoying
It
me?
was Gilberto Silva.
Blue eyes.
Gilberto
Blue eyes.
Silva
DM.
was the
Blue eyes.
DM.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Gilberto
yeah, I
Silva
can hear
was
you,
the
my brother.
DM.
I can hear you, King Black, my
Emmanuel
brother.
Petit.
Blue eyes. I think.
Petiana.
I think.
And then
I think
yeah,
all of
they
this.
had Emmanuel
All of this
Petit.
English. All of
Vieira
this.
was never a holding midfielder.
Yeah.
Preach, Amy, preach.
No, but this argument makes no sense though because
And then also
Bro,
because
it
Gattuso.
makes
no
You see,
no
no no
sense.
no
Gattuso.
Do you know
no
why?
no no
Gattuso.
no no
You know
this
Gattuso
why?
was never a
hold
DM.
up no Blue Ice is the one that's mixing up this argument because a player plays a certain way doesn't mean that they're not a DM. Do you
No, we was
understand?
talking
Do you
about
understand what I'm
he
trying to
was talking
say?
about profiling, innit?
Gattuso was a DM because he wasn't.
He was not a
He
DM.
was he was he. No,
He's
no,
a
no,
telling me
no.
defensive
Gattuso
He
was
was.
not a
minded.
No,
DM.
no, no.
Yeah,
He was a
was
DM. No,
defensive
he wasn't.
It's like
minded.
we will not
Can
go
I
forward
explain?
from
I'm a
now.
No, he
Milan
was
fan
a
too.
DM.
Wait,
No,
let me
no,
let me
explain.
explain. Let me
Let me
explain.
land. We can't use the modern
This thing is
profile as a
shocking.
DM. Yeah, in the past
Yeah.
they used to play more of a double pivot.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? They used to play more of a two.
Yeah.
He was a DM in that role. He was a DM. Even though
No, he was
nowadays,
not.
Then who is Andrea Pirlo?
Gattuso
Then?
was
In a
not.
similar, then where do
Yeah, who was
Andrea
Andrea
Pirlo?
Pirlo is register.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
Mate,
it's
So it's like
Pirlo-
Jorginho, basically.
His
so
job,
they
yeah.
used to
Pirlo's
play.
job
Wait,
is
they
to
used to
control
play.
play. Go on.
They
Emi.
used to play 4-3-2-1, right? The Christmas tree system in Milan,
Yeah.
right? That Milan, that
Let me
Ancelotti's
find the
Milan played
lineup.
I think it's too much
4-3-2-1.
information. All of
That
this is caused by too much information
midfield they had.
from
Wait,
internet.
hold on. That midfield they had Pirlo, who was the deepest line of the three midfielders. Then they had Seedorf, and then they had Gattuso.
And
Seedorf and
Ambrosini.
Gattuso.
And Ambrosini.
And
No,
Ambrosini as well.
Ambrosini came later. No, Ambrosini's later things.
I'm talking
Ambrosini
about
was.
from 2006.
2006.
That, I'm
Like
talking about
2010 or
2002,
11.
2003.
Ooh,
2002.
Yeah, I'm talking about 2003 when they won the Champions League. Yeah,
They won it in 03 and
their last
07.
UCL win, innit?
Yeah, that was their last.
07 was the last one.
Yeah, that's
They
why I'm
beat
using
Liverpool.
07. It's the best example you can use, innit? Because it's their last UCL win. It's like
So
the
what
last
does
time.
this have to do with him not
no,
being a
but the
DM?
07,
No, he was a
07
defensive
team-
minded box to box. I
Because
wouldn't
No,
call
we
him
need
like
to
a DM.
we need to
this is
stop
the
adding
2005.
Who named
Wait,
him
this is
box
the
to box?
2005.
He was there to
Wait,
be more
who named
defensive
him box to
minded.
box? And why,
This
and
is
why
it.
do you
This is
think he's
it.
the box
This
to
is
box?
it. Because this is where Ancelotti played when he was there.
Wait.
Yeah.
We just
So are you
read it
gonna say
out now.
Mascherano
We
wasn't a
just read it
DM as
out.
well? So Mascherano is not a DM.
Mascherano.
Listen, who
So
said
he's not
that?
a DM, yeah?
No,
He is a DM though. He's a central
Exactly.
defensive DM.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
So
very good question.
But he was
Yeah.
central. He was always more
Bro,
central.
this thing is not this
Oh my
complicated.
days.
Yem,
It's not as
Yemi,
complicated as they are
Yem,
making it.
hold on. Let me I want to respond to Yem. That's a fantastic remark in regards to Mascherano, because it becomes a debatable point when you think about what Xavi Alonso was doing too. If you think about that Liverpool team,
Yeah, that
you understand who? Like Gattuso, yeah. Was it really Gattuso? Like, let's look at that midfield.
Yeah, this is the midfield I have here. Hold on.
He done the dog's work, innit? He done the doggy work.
He did the doggy one, but yeah, I mean, Gattuso is debatable. Gattuso is. I don't know why I'm calling you Yemi, but my bad.
look, it is Jamie, but like you have to understand
for
that,
real?
like,
Okay.
we all know there is a bit of like profiling because of color, if you're black. If
Right,
you're
this
black,
is the lineup for the AC Milan Liverpool.
yeah.
So this is
Seedorf
Pirlo
was
was the
box to
register.
box. Seedorf was the box to box.
Seedorf and Gattuso plays together with Andrea Pirlo.
Look at where
They
Pirlo
played.
was playing.
So they
Pirlo.
play together. Gattuso's not a DM. It's not even. It's not a,
No.
because as a DM, you have, like I keep telling people, you have to be
days.
disciplined. Gattuso is not disciplined. He's not.
So
I
Pirlo
don't
was
want to put him as a
disciplined.
DM.
Pirlo was disciplined.
Yes. You know why?
You know he's disciplined. He's a
You know
register.
why?
Oh my god! Come on, man.
But you know, Pirlo is not a DM.
No, but Pirlo can use his brain. No, but Pirlo
Yeah,
can use
Pirlo.
his brain.
Pirlo, he uses IQ.
Yeah,
Because
and he was
everyone used
slow.
their
And he
brain
was
back in the
slow.
day.
He
They just
couldn't
have
cover the
different
pitch.
characteristics. Everyone had brain in this world now. How is saying someone can use brain? Everybody can use their brain in this world. Tell me one person
There's
that doesn't have
different.
brain.
There's different levels to it, bro. I can have a higher IQ than you, bro.
It is, you are
I can
mentioning
make smart
something on
choices
paper.
before you do, bro.
No, that
This is
no,
what
that
it
made
is on paper,
that's
but when it gets
nonsense,
started,
man. That's
it's
nonsense.
different.
High IQ. Shut up.
It actually does make sense, bro. Somebody
No,
having
it
a higher
doesn't. No,
footballing
no,
IQ.
no, it doesn't. No, it does not. No, it does not. Football
It
is
does
like
make it
it's
does
like
make
no.
sense.
I'll give no. It doesn't. I'll give you a perfect analogy.
Sure.
You know you were talking about the NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know the guy you said the
Yeah.
black one, the most recent. He was one of the least in terms of when they were doing in terms of IQ as a quarterback, and he was one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. So what are you talking about?
You talking about Patrick Mahomes?
It has no. The black one, the previous one. No, not Patrick. The previous
McNabb.
one.
Donovan McNabb.
In terms of intelligence, yeah, he's like one of the lowest in terms of quarterbacks.
No, what do you mean?
Of
What
the
do you
game,
mean? What do you mean?
No, this is research studies. You know they
No,
do
hold
like
on. But what do you mean?
I think
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
when
but
when they do
have
homework.
no, you're just.
I'm talking about McNabb. Donovan McNabb.
I know.
They get
McNabb, yeah,
homework.
in terms, look, yo, G, let me land.
Okay.
When they do quarterbacks here, they measure their IQ in terms of like reading the game.
Yeah.
Donovan, whatever his name is, he had one of the lowest in terms of that.
But
he
again,
succeeded in terms of reading the game.
Yeah, but let me tell you why. If you put together
IQ
hold on now. If you put together all the quarterbacks during Donovan McNabb's generation, they were all in the high IQ bracket.
He wasn't an IIQ. He wasn't. I'm telling you that. No, he was not, bro. I'm not.
Are you an
talking
NFL guy?
about,
I'm an NFL guy.
I'm not talking based off what I feel. This is a proven data. This is a fact.
But what I'm trying to say,
Tom Brady is not even one of the highest IQ.
No, but you're not getting the point. You're not getting the point. That's
He's
the
overrated,
problem.
man.
Let me tell you something though. Let me wrap that up. The problem is whether he's of a high IQ or low IQ. All right. The generalization factor of a quarterback in the NFL is that you are in a higher echelon of
you just
IQ.
have to be effective.
No, hold on.
It doesn't matter your IQ. You have to be effective.
Let me land.
No one cares about that.
Hold on, but let me land.
Bro, you need it.
Can I finish? Let me just finish now. Mm-hmm. Remember, we're saying it's a generalization thing. It's what people assume. And this has been the assumption for decades. I'm not sure when you started watching in NFL. We can talk NFL if you want. I'm an NFL head, and I know you did your empirical statistics on this. But in the streets, there is something very high quality expectation from quarterbacks, whether his IQ is 1-0. In comparison to a linebacker is just running all over the place. In comparison to a defensive end, you're waiting for the next guy to take down. So that's all muscle. It's no brain power. But when it comes to the quarterback role, whatever IQ you want to attach to it, you still have to read the game. You're basically the extension of the coach on the field. As a matter of fact, the coach gives you the game plan.
Because the amount of studying you have to do is crazy.
Yes.
Before
So
a game.
the coach gives
Why do you
you
think
the
Why do you think I said they have homework? You think
He was the NFL. Who was the black one? The one that he choked in the final. Who was the recent guy?
That's a good point. That's a good question.
Exactly. It's all about being effective.
He came against He came up against Von Miller, man. What are you on about?
But I'm not saying that you're supposed to win. I'm not. Listen,
he nearly won.
No, but there's hold on.
Von Miller, man.
Hold on. There's also Caucasian quarterbacks that have tanked. So whether a quarterback tanks or not, it doesn't matter. As a matter of fact,
Let's not leave the topic. Let's stay
no, we're
at
not.
this
King Black,
topic.
hold on. King Black, hold on. I just want to finish
because I
up.
don't understand quarterbacks.
Hold on. I just want to
We're
finish
talking
up.
about IQ in it.
Hold on. I just want to finish up with Yemi.
So Gattuso
Yemi?
has no IQ. Is that what you guys
Hold
are
on
saying?
now. I just want to wrap up with this guy.
That's
Yemi.
that's what H whatever his name is trying to say.
Yemi,
this
let me
man
just
was-
finish
never
up.
said he had
Yemi,
low
I
IQ.
beg, guys. I want to say
finish
something
up,
to
guys,
Yemi.
finish
It's
up.
very
What?
important.
I said Pirlo has a high IQ.
Let me
What do you mean you're saying he's got a low
Finish
IQ?
up, finish up.
H7, can you please hold off? I know you guys can go to the parking lot and finish up. But what I want to say is simple. I would rather have 10 more black quarterbacks that tank, that don't go any further, than not having one. Does that take it home? Does that make sense?
No, that makes no sense. No,
Okay.
I don't get it. What do you mean by that?
I want more of our people. I want more numbers in the quarterback room. That's all I need.
Thank you for the super chat.
But there needs to be more.
Guys, let me give
more
super
black
chat.
I need
quarterbacks.
more.
Amos said, big up, guys. I will catch you guys for sport preview.
I beg, let the guy read super chat to him.
Osimhen has looming way to go, but don't do gaga.
What?
Yo, he has a long way to go.
Almost no. See. I'm a big fan of Osimhen, please. I can do anything when it comes to Osimhen. Relax. In the first leg, he sent Van Disney back to Netherlands. So relax.
Waiting be this bros name again.
Almost
Arium.
no.
Remember, no. Hey,
This is
Abdullah,
it's looking like Arium.
This is
can't
Arium.
wait to see Van
Yeah, I think
Dijk.
it's Arium.
Remember?
This is Arium.
Yeah, it's Arium.
Arium. You guys
may
had
not
a
be Arium.
fantastic-
Unconfirmed
It is
report.
Arium. It is Arium.
It's Arium.
Yeah, it's Arium.
This
Oh,
I recognize.
Big
this.
ups, man. Big ups, Arium.
Big up.
Almost no. May or may not be Arium. Unconfirmed report.
Yo,
It's Arium,
Liverpool,
it's Arium.
Liverpool played a hell of a game today, man.
Big up, you guys. No worries. Arium, thank you, Buddha. Thank you.
Arium, thanks.
Blue Eyes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to ask. Who is this?
Guys, this is not a church, guys. Please. We started going to start saying, Lord, praise. Relax, please.
It's still in line with the Gattuso or whatever conversation.
Yes, let's go there.
For Liverpool, who is the DM?
Fabinho.
Yeah.
Why is he the DM, not the what's Thiago? Okay, what's Thiago's role?
Thiago Alcantara is the number 8.
Thiago's the number 8, yeah.
He's the number 8.
He's the Kovacic we never had.
So the role on the pitch is as a number 8?
Who? Thiago's role?
Thiago's, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who dictates the game? Wait, who controls and dictates the game?
It's Thiago Alcantara.
It's Thiago now. Thiago Alcantara.
So why is Pirlo wasn't? Why did you not say Pirlo was a number 8? Why did you not call Pirlo a number 8?
No, it's a registry. No, he wasn't. It's different.
But it's different system. It's different system.
Playmaker.
It's a deep line playmaker and it's a register.
So
different system.
It's a different.
Yeah.
So you call Fabinho a DM and not Gattuso?
It depends the system. I know what you're trying to say.
Okay,
now.
let me put it this way.
Gattuso is not a
Let me put it this way.
Anybody who calls
Fabinho as a
Gattuso
DM
is
is a
criminal,
disciplined
man.
DM because
Okay, what was Alan at Napoli?
Haaland is a number. It's not even. Haaland is a number 8.
Alan is like.
He played beside Jorginho in Napoli.
He's like
Alan was what Kante is now. Let me explain.
What was Alan? What was Alan's role at Napoli? Simple.
Wait.
It's not.
Okay, so let me explain to you now, right, King Black. So in midfield, you have midfield 3 and midfield 2. In some systems, right? Some systems play midfield 2, or in some systems they play midfield 3. In a midfield 3, the deep line playmaker is the deepest of the 3 midfielders. In the case of Milan of the early 2000s, the Ancelotti's Milan, Pirlo was the deepest of the 3 midfielders. The other 2 midfielders were Seedorf and Gattuso.
Is he on the ball or off the ball?
Now,
see who want to talk
on the ball.
Because a deep line playmaker is not the defensive. He's not always the defensive midfielder.
No.
That's true.
There's a difference. There's a difference
because I need to know. Because you can build up based on wait. Let me just. You can build up based on tactics. I want you to identify, to differentiate. Is it the deep line playmaker or the defensive midfielder?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Taylor wasn't the DM.
There are 2 different roles.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. There are two different roles. When you're a deep line playmaker, it means that the ball from the defense goes through you, right? And you actually dictate the play from that deep role, just like Fabregas used to do back in the days when he was in Arsenal, right? The ball goes through Fabregas before it gets up to the midfield, right? Now with Pello is that deep line playmaker.
Wait, does that make
Gattuso and
Fabregas a
Seedorf-
DM? What does that make?
No,
does
it's
that
not
make
a
He's always
DM.
been
Fabregas
he's
is
always
a
been
DM.
It's totally a different system.
It's a different system.
A DM. Okay,
Fabregas
let
is
me
a
give you an
who
example of a
keeps
DM.
who keeps doing this, man? Keeps comparing two different systems together.
It's
Yeah,
different.
they're two different
I'm
systems. It depends
comparing
on what you're
roles,
But
trying
you
to
need
not
do.
no.
system.
I
I'm
think
comparing roles.
no. I think the
You guys
best
are
way the
twisting.
best way for you to understand this here is
No,
that
nobody's
this
twisting anything.
formation
King Black, you
is
need
the
to listen first.
variation of
Listen
like
to understand. Don't
you know the
listen
three at the back. You know the
to
three at the back. You know
respond.
the three at the back. Is
Well,
a variation of the three at the
I'm
back.
trying to understand now,
Yeah,
but
look,
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
still can't
explaining.
get it.
I'm
yeah.
explaining. Wait, let everybody just stay quiet. Let me just explain it to him, right? When you have three midfielders, right? Like what we're seeing on the screen, you have Seedorf on the left, you have Gattuso on the right. You see where Pello is, right? Sometimes Pello comes in between Nesta and Stam to pick up the ball, depending on how the opposition is pressing on Milan. And then from there, he can ping a pass to either Seedorf or Gattuso, who might have opened up in different channels, depending on where the space is from the opposition press. Now, if it's a midfield two, which was very popular back in the 90s, right? Where you have,
Yeah, that's true.
One
where you have
stays, one goes, one
Patrick,
stays,
I'll
one
give you
goes.
an example.
exactly where you have one stays and one
Patrick
goes,
Vieira
right?
and Patrick Vieira and Silva. Patrick Vieira and Silva at Arsenal.
Exactly. Where you have
Gilberto
one,
Silva.
like where you have Patrick Vieira and Gilberto Silva, right?
And
Remember,
Yeah.
Patrick Vieira and Gilberto Silva in the Invincible season, they were midfield too. Gilberto Silva sits, Patrick Vieira roams, right? Patrick Vieira was the metronome. He carries the ball forward, right? Gilberto sits to screen in front of the two center backs. So that's a DM system. In that system, Gilberto Silva is the DM because all he's doing is screening, right? He's just there to win the ball and move the ball forward to Vieira. Vieira now carries the ball. In this Milan team, nobody's carrying the ball forward. The only person that carries the ball is Kaka, right? Kaka is the what they call the what they call
number 10. He's the number 10.
Preach.
Exactly, pretty much the number 10. Yeah, he's the number 10, right? He's the one that can carry the ball forward. So it's two different systems. Okay, you compared Alan. What was Alan? Alan is a box-to-box midfielder. In the Napoli system, it was Hamsik, Alan, and Jorginho. Jorginho was a deep line midfielder.
Where's King Black? Are you
Jorginho
listening? Are you taking notes?
Yeah,
King Black?
Jorginho was the one that actually carried. Jorginho was doing what Pello did in this Milan team.
And Allen was more.
So when Jorginho gets the ball,
doing as well.
When Jorginho gets the ball, he passes the ball
Haters will
vertically
always hate.
to Hamsik or Alan. Now, what Alan does off the ball is Alan comes to sit beside, just like what Gattuso does for Pello. Gattuso comes to stand beside Pello to screen the back four when they are off the ball.
But he was more of a DM for Italy, though.
So all these things about, okay, what would you call Redondo? Fernando Redondo. Redondo was what Pello was too.
Exactly.
He was not a DM.
Hey, yo, you can't stop bringing these like old players, man. Come on, man.
Why?
Why? Hello, come on, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, just go to your
You know
nearest
who Fernando
museum.
Redondo is?
Just to your nearest
man.
museum.
All these man born. Come on, man.
No, go
Black
to your
or white
nearest
days.
museum.
Black or white. No black or white players.
No. Listen.
No players that played in the back pass era.
No.
Exactly,
No. Redondo, please don't do this to
We have
Redondo.
to. Hey, if you guys watch how Liverpool won their UCLs
all
back
black
then,
boots. All black boots.
So this is what we're saying,
respect
King Black.
these.
Let me give you an example.
I
of what,
beg you, please don't say this to Redondo. We're talking about a legend here. Oh my
legend,
goodness.
guys, respect football, guys. Respect
Aye,
everything.
aye.
So this is what Emmy was saying in terms of Napoli.
Exactly. And then King Black will call Alan a DM.
So this is Jorginho and this is Alan and Amshik. So the job of Pirlo in that 2005 when Liverpool was So sometimes the formation could change where Jorginho could come back and get the ball, and either pass to Hamsik or Haaland or pass forward to Lorenzo Insigne. So it can interchange between those two midfields because Hamsik does the dirty work in that midfield where Jorginho is that deep playmaker where he passed the ball around in Napoli. The people were questioning, can he play a back four? He's played a back four under Sarri in Napoli, and he did it when Sarri came to Chelsea. He does.
Listen,
When
I
we
have a
had
question.
Kovacic and Ruben left to shake down. And that was the best of Ruben before he got that injury. He did it that year. So
And you guys are just complicating very simple things, man. Because a player who has more like who can scan the pitch more than the other two players.
You mean who has more
and
brain
has
power? You mean who has more brain power?
Yeah,
Okay.
you are going to tell me the guy is a DM because he has more brain power than the other two on the pitch. It doesn't even make sense.
I think we're confusing terms. Deep line playmaker and DM.
it's different than the register or
He's a deep. He's more of a deep line playmaker than a deep like defensive midfielder.
Listen, again, unfortunately, no matter how we slice and dice it, this whole thing Abdul is talking about player profiling and what H7 was talking about, even what we're talking about now is exactly what is still. They're all interchangeable. They're all interchangeable. But back to this Gattuso thing.
Gattuso stuff, yeah.
I didn't see him as, again, maybe it's all subject to interpretation, but I couldn't see. There's no way I could see Gattuso as a DM.
As a DM, no, it's not even good on the ball.
Oh man.
Nowadays, he's not a DM.
You don't need to be good on the ball, exceptional to be a DM. Is Fabinho exceptional on the ball?
Peter Crouch was a striker in that era.
What will you call John Obi Mikel in Chelsea? Is he a DM? Or
he was a DM at Chelsea for sure, 100%. So he wasn't. Okay, Abdullah. Wait, let's ask Abdullah. Was he not a DM?
Because the reason I ask that question is Obi Mikel is disciplined and he can pass the ball very well. Gattuso is not disciplined.
No. Okay,
he's not.
Let's have,
wait.
So Abdullah, let me ask.
No, that's not true.
Abdullah. Hold on. If you are going to use the word discipline, that's where you are shot yourself on the foot. Because
as a DM, you have to have all the attributes. As a DM, you gotta have all the attributes.
Are we confusing being
who is more disciplined? No, I just want to ask him. Who is more of a disciplined person? Roy Keane or Gattuso?
They're both limited players. I think
who is more disciplined? That's a fantastic question.
Who is more disciplined?
Both of them for me.
That's a fantastic question.
Oh,
no, it's a good question.
Can someone just answer me?
No, I have to think.
When it comes to discipline,
that's a good question.
I don't think Roy Keane has it in him. It has nothing to do with discipline.
Hold on.
Some players are just limited. It has nothing to do with discipline.
Hold on. Okay. No, I want to see the midfield. Was it midfield 2 or midfield 3?
It was midfield 3, I think, with Scholes and this guy.
Scholes,
Roy Keane and
who was it? No, when the Carrick came later. Carrick came when Mikel came. Before Carrick. Don't say that about Carrick. Please. Stop, Yemi. Kai, please now. Carrick is a classy player.
Yemi is a United player, so let him talk.
Oh, Yemi's you're a United guy. Oh yeah. Oh man, listen. Mad respect for Michael Carrick, man. I don't care about Anyways, he's not a one-class player, but
you always like these players that just do nothing and just allow others to work for him, and they excel. And they excel. They take the shine and step up for penalty and heap score people. What do they call them?
Haters will always hate. No, listen. The reason why, Yemi, I bet you didn't know this, or maybe you do. The reason why you got Michael Carrick is because you lost Mikel Obi. That's why you see the same profile.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember. Okay, good.
We didn't lose him. We gave him.
I know. But because you already had zeroed in on that profile, that height, that build, and that kind of player, and hence the reason why Carrick was the next best thing. I think from West Ham, right? Yeah, he came from West Ham to you guys, but yeah, man.
You see that defensive midfield role, Blue Eyes?
Yeah,
is my favorite role in football. then they are the unsung heroes every year in, year out. So
Yeah,
at
true.
any title winning team,
Oh,
they are
you mean
the
like
unsung.
Jorginho, eh? You mean like Jorginho? I
They are the
know.
unsung heroes.
Who is
Telling
the
you,
unsung hero of our
only,
team right now? Who
they
was the
always
unsung
go
hero?
unnoticed.
Who's the unsung
We
hero
don't
at
even have
Chelsea?
we don't even have a team yet. Anyway, we don't have a team.
We
Our
have a
team is
guy.
just bringing 11 players
Let me hear from Abdul
together
because
to
Abdul
play.
is an old man here. So let Abdul, talk. You've been quiet a lot in terms of this discussion. Talk. Abdul, talk. You've been quiet in this discussion.
About which discussion?
We'll be talking about Gattuso's Mikel, because what came back is saying is in terms of DM. And I'm saying as a DM, you must have or you must possess all attributes.
No. So
Discipline.
somebody mentioned it earlier. I think
Mhm.
it's H7
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes we mix how a player plays football
Mm-hmm.
to the role he's actually
Playing.
responsible for in a team. So what that says is sometimes we take a profile, a player's attribute and say, oh, confuse it with what his responsibilities are on a pitch. So I can't remember exactly what Gattuso's role was. I'm not talking about his attributes. I know he's a fighter, he's a dogged player, and he plays with a lot of passion. But I can't really remember in that particular team what his role was in that team. And uh, but he was playing under Carlo Ancelotti then,
Yeah.
and I don't think Carlo in his teams usually use a designated DMs. I think most of the time he use three, what you guys call number
That's it.
six. So he kind of use three sixes
Mm-hmm.
most times, or what you call three central midfielders. That's what he used most of the time in his teams. So some might have an attribute that are more defensive. Maybe they are more slower, they are not as mobile. But I don't think in the structure of his teams he used a dedicated DM. Just like when he was at Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
he was using the Christmas tree,
Christmas
four
thing,
three
yeah.
two one, and
Mm-hmm.
those three were meant to be central midfielders, three sixes. There was
Mm-hmm.
no dedicated defensive player in that team, so in that midfield.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. The only thing I remember Gattuso for was his combative nature of playing football. So he was more or less like a street fighter on the pitch.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was dedicated to be a destroyer or a defensive midfield in that team. But I could be wrong because I can't really remember exactly how they were playing. Because then I think we stopped watching Syria A the way we stopped watching more of Syria A and we started watching more of Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I think we are getting carried away too much about some of these guys. Sometimes because some managers really don't want a dedicated DM, and sometimes I don't. I understand what they say when they say, "Oh, unsung hero,"
Mm-hmm.
like the guy who does the who nobody thanks for the job he does on the pitch. But I understand that, but sometimes those unsung heroes are actually good football and they're actually good to watch. Nobody will tell me they didn't enjoy watching Makalele. He was so enjoyable to watch. They had to actually dedicate a role to his name, the Makalele role. That's how good he was to watch. Nobody will say he wasn't and he didn't enjoy watching Makalele. So sometimes some players can be termed as unsung,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still enjoyable to watch. I think it's when you are mediocre in that role, people then start saying, "Oh, you're unsung hero," because that
Jorginho.
role, that position is so important,
Well, here's a
and
news
you are the
flash.
one, and you are the
Abdul.
one playing it. But I think it's when you actually when you are an average player in that role, those roles, that people tend to say, oh, unsung. I don't think anybody can call Makelele unsung. Makelele was world class as a DM.
He was.
Makalele wasn't a DM. Can we calm down with that, please? Please, I beg you.
Guy,
Which Makelele are you talking about?
The Makalele at Chelsea wasn't a DM,
The
please.
Makelele at Chelsea and Makelele at Real Madrid wasn't
Real
a
Madrid is a
Yeah.
different. It's different. The one in Madrid is different than the one in Chelsea.
Makalele at Chelsea
Ha, make una help me again. What is Blue Eye saying again?
I beg, stop.
Makelele in Madrid is different than
Oga Blue
Makelele in
Eyes.
Chelsea.
And what we enjoyed, listen, what we enjoyed, I'm not done. What we enjoyed with Makalele, right? Yes, you're right, Abdul. I enjoyed watching we all enjoyed watching Makalele, but what a lot of people enjoyed watching Makalele do was do his job. He didn't do it as a baller. He just because he was able to put out fires, it was because of his defensive tackles, his interceptions that gave us the joy because it kept the heart beating up front. So that was the reason why we enjoyed his style of play, because he was doing his job. But if you're talking about actually a baller who can get out of situations from deep, that's not Makalele.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Okay.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to make. Okay. If I use a different kind of example.
Okay.
Is sometimes think about when you're in secondary school and you're taught different. What do you call it? There are different teachers to different subjects.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But then, no matter how
Abdullahi he doesn't know the position of Makelele. He has to check Google again.
I know the position of Makelele. I know how we place in Madrid and them.
So he's not a defensive midfielder in Chelsea.
For me, it wasn't a
in Madrid. Is a D. This is it now.
Listen, the reason why he's not a DM is when you have
the source is Wikipedia, though. Come on now, source is Wikipedia.
So what source are we supposed to check now? So when they ask you about Redondo, wait. If you want to check about Redondo, where are you going to check?
Redondo is more of a
I don't know who that is.
So if you don't know a player and you need to find out about him, where are you going to check? Wait, what source are you going to check? Wait, what source? You have to use Google, right?
The reason, listen, I'm telling you one thing. I want to tell you one thing right now. Listen, we all enjoyed Listen, the reason why Makalele is not a DM, another reason is when a 19-year-old boy comes in to bench you, you're not a DM.
No. Blue Eyes, can you stop misinforming people, please? Man?
Sorry, he's misinforming people.
Sorry.
They say you are misinforming the younger generation.
About what?
About the role of How can you say Makelele was not a DM?
No, it wasn't a DM.
Makelele in Madrid is I think in Chelsea too, he's a DM.
No, see, right, Haba.
He's a DM.
Makelele was a
not
DM.
Because Mikel came, it doesn't make me. Claudio Makelele is a DM. He is
even Mikel Obi, just in case people think I'm tilting towards Mikel Obi. Mikel Obi is Mikel Obi was a makeshift DM.
DM, yes, that's
true. He was a makeshift. He's a CM. Mikel Obi is a CM or an agent. Yeah, so I'm not
They
even.
forced him to play.
Thank you. That was the only way he could get a shirt. Yeah, that's the only way he could get a shirt. So I'm not even about Mikel. Let's not get that twisted.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, Abdul.
Yeah. Makelele at Real Madrid, Makelele at Chelsea was a DM. I can't remember what he was when he was playing at Nantes. But at Real Madrid, at Chelsea, he was a DM. But what I'm trying to emphasize is, he was such a high caliber DM. One of those instances where maybe somebody has a job that is boring and laborious, but because of your nature and your attribute, you are doing it in a way that is making the job interesting. Okay, imagine being maybe like a teacher to a very boring very boring subject, but your nature and your attribute, you're making that subject interesting.
Exactly. That's a good point. I agree. But Abdul, you're buttressing my point.
He was such a high caliber DM that everybody could see it.
No, Abdul, you're buttressing my point. That's what I'm trying to say. Is because remember I said it. I said because he was able to do his job and the way he did it. Like I told you, the interceptions. I said it. Interceptions.
You're both right. Yeah, you're both right.
You. That's it.
No, but what I'm saying is, it was such a high caliber. You don't have to sort of like take your time and give him kudos. You know, like Mikel Obi,
Yeah.
Mourinho was saying, "Oh, you have to understand football to actually see what this guy is doing on the pitch." With Makalele, it wasn't like that. He was so high caliber, you could see either you knew football or not. You could see what Makalele was doing. He was such like an elite in his field, in his specialty.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Abdullah, and I know you won't like this. If Makalele, that Makalele of what year was that? What year was that?
2000.
And then what year was that?
Was it when it was Madrid or Chelsea?
Between 08 and 10. Between 08 and 2010, right?
No, he came 2004 or something.
No, but I'm saying towards the end, when he was ripe. When he was ripe towards the end.
No, he was old then. He joined Chelsea at 30, 31.
30 years of age.
Yeah,
he joins Chelsea in 2002, 2003.
If you join in 0203 at 30, how old will he be in 2008?
Sorry, so 0203. Sorry, I'm mixing the time. 0203. If that 30-year-old Makalele, and I know he's old, if that same 30-year-old Makalele played for us in 2012, he doesn't make that team.
He will.
Nah.
He will 110%.
No way.
Are you telling me Fernandinho at 30 will not make that squad?
Which is Fernandinho again?
Fernandinho at 30.
Man
City is Fernandinho.
No, come on, man.
And Makalele was better.
Makalele would be on the bench.
No.
For who?
For Mikel now.
Which Mikel?
In 2012 Champions League finals.
No. Blue eyes.
Oh, that's a good discussion.
It is a good discussion, my brother. It is a good discussion. It's the truth. Listen, you can tell. Makalele. Listen, remember that song? The first cut is the deepest. Right? When you're the first act in a role historically, it's like watching the first series of a movie. Remember the first
Blue eyes, which palm wine you drink? I beg. Tell the palm wine about Victoria.
Listen. Emily Sky. Look at Emily Sky. See Emily. You see Emily. Emily no ball. No ball.
Blue eyes. This is not telling his girlfriend to stop sending comments. Man.
Listen, Emily. Thank you, my brother. What I'm trying to say, what was I saying again? You see, you guys threw me off.
Makalele in 2012.
Yeah. Listen, because he was the first to start that role, he was the genesis of that role for Chelsea. Of course, the whole theater was watching him. You understand? But if you notice, when we actually almost departed away from that role, we almost had to depart away from that role post. You can tell that there was a pre and post Makalele era. Even Kante would have been a Makalele if he's stuck in that what do you call it, that quadroom, that cubicle, if Sarri did not liberate him. You understand? So
we are talking about the 2022 because in that 2012 we played a 4-2-3-1. So it's not like a 4-1-4-1.
No, I'm not trying to demean. Listen, I'm not trying to. Makalele, legend, he started the role, but he started the role because if you remember that team, we needed somebody to do that job. Makalele was like Højbjerg. He was basically Højbjerg. If Højbjerg was in that generation, we would have been calling him the man.
No, stop.
Blue eyes is on something. Blue eyes is on something tonight. Blue eyes is on something. He's on something tonight. No, this is
viewers are
Hold on. For people that are saying I'm misinforming, you should go back to your
this is
go back to your caves.
and educate yourself, because this is what you call football debate.
Because like, this is the lineup for the 2012. So
debate, and
where does Makelele fit into this place? I don't know.
Bro, Makelele here will be a midfield 3. See, if Makelele was here, a 30-year-old Makelele, Mikel will not even bother to do all this DM, and because Mourinho would happily allow Mikel to just do what he does for Nigeria, would just be doing it for Chelsea.
No way. There's no way.
I am telling you, if Makelele was in this team, it wouldn't have to be the deepest of the midfielders.
No.
He wouldn't have to. Look at this
Bro,
Bertrand.
If Mourinho was playing, Mata wouldn't play.
Well, Mata left. Just to buttress your point, Mata left when Mourinho came. But again, these are hard discussions because Makelele is my guy.
You're saying a team that has Bosinwa, Kalu, Mata, Bertrand.
These are hard discussions, gentlemen. Because
it's not a difficult discussion, Blue Eyes.
You know why? Let me tell you just one last.
Makelele was part. Let me just drop this one.
Sure, please.
So Makelele was part of the team that till date in the history of the Premier League considered the least goals to a title winning. The team that won a league with the least point conceded was Makelele. That was at the core of that team.
Yep.
So don't give me all this.
Again, you're buttressing my point. You're buttressing my point.
And all this.
You're buttressing my point. You're preaching to the choir. That's all he was.
That's the job of a defensive midfielder, and he did it properly better than everyone else.
Not only that, man. Listen, Makelele was just I don't even know how else to put. It's a hard discussion. You know, sometimes, you know what this reminds me of, ladies and gentlemen, is sometimes when you want to criticize Kante, you notice that Chelsea fans are very careful about criticizing Kante because there's something. You know, Kante is a fantastic individual, right? Exactly. So there's this. It's like you handle with kid gloves when you want to evaluate Kante. Anytime he makes a mistake, and the time has come now for us. It looks like to look at Makelele and the job he did for us for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I get it because he was dear to our hearts. Like King Black said. He was the reason why we stopped a lot of goals from leak. We weren't leaking goals because of Makelele. You're absolutely right.
Well, how many goals did you score that season?
Okay.
We consider 15. Is it 15 goals?
What? How many goals did we score?
Yeah.
Can you bring it out?
Abdullah, 2 seconds.
Can you bring it out?
Yeah.
Abdullah, 2 seconds.
This is very good. I like this.
This is moving like the Arsenal.
Don't change the screen, please. Hold on. Blue Eyes.
Yes. Talk to me, my brother. Yes, my brother. Talk to me.
Thank you very much for misinforming the public.
No problem.
Okay. So, but we'll take it that it's the palm wine that is having an effect.
Yes, my brother.
No, I was just joking.
Anyway, teacher, where than a lecturer be your name? Make you know teach me, I didn't know. Make it teach finish yet.
Stop.
Me and you know they for the same. Hi, don't get me go fella on you now. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, looking at this formation, Abdullah, this is what I'm saying about simplifying Mason Mount's role. You see, if we're playing with this formation, which I believe should change to, you see that Kalu role, that's the role we should give to Mason Mount. All this him running around the whole place is not effective. It doesn't deliver what the boy is capable of. It should be our Kalu, that Kalu role there, the right side of the number 10 to Mata. That's where we should have Mason Mount. And where we have Mata, we should have Kovacic there.
What? Wait. Excuse me? What did you just say now?
We're in the business of misinforming the public today. We're in the business of misinforming the public today.
If you say Kovacic could be a double pivot,
you see, this is the reason why when you say Abdullah, 1 second.
No.
This is the reason why when you say somebody's misinforming the public, you have to be able to remove the speck from your eye before you decide to remove a log from somebody else's.
But Blue Eyes, let's be honest. This our team was horrible. What is this?
What do you
Bertrand in the attack? Bro, this is terrorism. This
Oh no,
is...
Bertrand. Oh yeah,
Bertrand was
played-
horrible. Look, bro.
Yeah,
Bertrand
played.
was bad. Hey, God.
Bosingwa, you know, Bosingwa.
Bosingwa, yeah, Bosingwa Kalu. Hey, how we won the Champions League with this team?
Abdul.
God,
Abdul,
this is the biggest miracle ever, man.
Matthew
Oh,
Kovacic.
Cahill Luis, calamity center
Was
back
all in the
partnership.
midfield.
Mikel deserves a statue. Mikel deserves a statue.
Of course he does.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Abdullah,
When you have Cahill Luis. Sorry.
unlike Blue Eyes, I'm in the business of educating. Okay.
You're in the business of educating the air.
Educating.
Are you educating? Why are you educating?
For the next 1 hour, if you want. I'm educating, man. Jump in, man.
Cruz jumping. Go ahead, Abdul.
Cruz.
But Abdul, because if you look at this
Cruz, where are
lineup,
you jumping?
if you're talking about the number 10, Joan Mata is that guy. Even if you play on that this era, where I can say okay.
I know that will divide opinion, but you understand what I mean by Mason Mount.
I get what you said about Mason Mount. No, I get it.
Right
But
side.
Matthew Kovacic is number 10 for me. I'm putting off my TV straightforward. I'm not watching that anymore.
Hell no.
Because now, see, if you want to play Matthew Kovacic, playing in that double pivot beside Mikel, I agree. But pushing him forward,
he's a
that's
super
a
sub.
criminal. That
Just
is
give up on this
criminal.
guy. He's a super sub. Just bring him on.
That's a criminal.
Ugh.
That's a criminal. I'm sorry. Matthew Kovacic is number 10 for me. We won't go forward. We are going backward. Straight forward.
But who's going to play number 10 then? Who's going to play number? There's no more number 10s in football nowadays.
No, Kovacic.
It's difficult to find the number 10 though.
There's no number 10s. Number 10s are.
Yeah. Why is there no number 10? Please explain.
Name me one number 10. Name me one number 10.
So if Mata was the number 10 then, right? Wait, let him answer. I just want to ask him.
Modric is not 10.
Hey,
what about Bruno?
This is the problem with 2022 children. Hey. And so after COVID in 2020, the world changed. People started behaving abnormal. People started reasoning.
Thank you, King Black. The world changed after COVID,
Like I said, we're in the business of misinforming the educated people.
I have noticed this thing when Abdullah came up with the speech of Gattuso is not a DM. I first look around me. I check my phone if it's coming out from my phone or I'm hearing it from the radio.
It was a fantastic comment, Abdullah.
So I see. As soon as 2020 clocked, everybody is like the break in between that period destroys them. It's like they erased everybody's memory, and after then, everybody just started checking statistics, checking history, checking records. People were no longer using logic. Nothing was logical anymore. 4-7, 4-6, inside forward. It's like people were not. Okay, if Mata was a number 10, what was he doing? What was his duty then? Receive the ball, pass, give the final pass, step up for free kick, distribute. Are you telling me no player does that anymore?
That's not what number 10 does though. Number 10 works in the half spaces.
Okay, no player gets into the half spaces anymore.
Nowadays, no player never played
let's not even go as far as Maradona. What are we talking about here?
Kaká, we're talking about Kaká. These are different players. These are different levels.
Hold on.
So are you telling me Mata? You are telling me Mata is the last breed of? Okay. Mata was the last breed of number 10. What was Zidane?
Zidane was number 10.
That was a 10.
So, what?
Zidane was a 10. But listen, Yemi.
Yeah? What was Totti?
Bruno Fernandes, I think.
What is Bruno? Bruno is a number 10.
Forward. No.
What was it, Kevin De Bruyne?
What's Kevin De Bruyne?
He's just crap, man.
Kevin De Bruyne, wow.
What's Kevin De Bruyne?
That's a good question.
He's a number 10.
No, he's an 8. He's an 8.
He's number 10.
No, he's not number 10.
He doesn't play. No, he's a number 10.
Make
He
una help
doesn't
me.
work well in the half spaces enough to be a 10.
Leave this
No,
half space where
he's
you
a,
dey
he's a
talk.
right.
What?
Which half
No,
space are you?
That's
no.
Which
what
half
has to
space?
do with
Which half
football.
He's a
space are you
right
talking
winger.
about?
What
Half
half
Okay,
space.
hold
space
on,
is
What
guys.
Come
half
which
on,
space?
place?
man. We know
Hold on,
everything.
Emmy, you
Oh,
bring up a good point. Listen, hold on,
2020 is a bad
And
team.
number
guys.
10, and number
Emmy
10
brings up.
is able to drive the ball in
Drive
a
the
half
ball
space.
Kevin De
But
in
Bruyne
a
the
can
half
half
do that.
space,
space.
You can't
depends
defend
on
that
where
Which
the
in a
half
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 space?
space
What
space,
is.
half space
mate.
are you talking
I
about?
beg.
Wait,
Oh my days,
Kevin,
man.
Let's
Kevin
stop
can
this
do
half
that.
space
Modric
thing,
can
Please,
do
where is
man.
that.
the half? God bless you, Emmy. Where
Half
is the half
space,
space?
yeah,
What is
is
half
the gap
space?
between the
What the hell is half
centre
space?
backs and the midfield. Come on, man.
No, nah.
We
Between the
know
centre
this.
back
We
and
know this,
wait,
man.
Okay,
Let him
hold on.
explain
I have
what
a
half
question
space.
for Emmy. No,
Wait.
let me just
Blue
have.
eyes, I beg,
Okay, no problem. No
Make it
problem.
just explain because I am having an issue with.
Neymar is a number 10.
Yeah,
Modric
Neymar's
is
a
a
10.
number
Yeah,
10.
Neymar's a 10.
Dybala is a
Haaland
number
and
10.
Neymar are number 10s.
Those are number 10.
No, 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 no.
Modric is not a number 10.
Dybala
Modric
is
is not a
centre
number
back.
10.
Modric is a
We have
number
to
10.
define what number 10 is first before we continue. What is number 10 first?
What is
Somebody
number
A
that
10?
number
plays in a
10, a
half
number 10
space.
is
They
a player.
Fantastic question.
plays in a half
A number
space.
10 is a player
Playing in a
that
half space
effects.
is stupid. I'm
Wait,
sorry, I don't
wait.
want to.
A
I don't
number
want to
a
insult you. You see,
traditional
playing in a half space is not a talk because any player
Okay,
can get into a
can
half
I
space and
explain
play
No,
what a
no,
there.
number
no,
10
no,
is?
no. But you know what I mean.
What?
I mean effectively, not just you're just there.
So
And number
Because
David
10
Modric does
Silva,
that
David
is
Silva
God.
was
If you want that,
David Silva
that
was what?
aspect I'm talking about,
Wait,
yeah.
David
David
Silva's a
Silva was
10.
what?
No,
That's
David
an
Silva's a
inside
10.
forward. What you're talking about, half
10.
space is in.
So
Where's his half
Foden can
space?
play in a half
I'm about to
space.
drop. I beg you guys are giving me headache.
Yeah,
To be
What's
Foden,
the
honest,
yeah,
half
Foden.
space?
Emmy, you
before
want to say something?
2008,
Foden's
What's
a
half
10.
before
space?
Foden's a 10.
The half
Half
2007,
space is
space.
in between the
2008,
fullback
there
and the
was no
centre
such thing as
back.
10.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
10
yeah,
is a new.
exactly.
10 is new. 10 is new. There's no such thing as 10. Zidane wasn't a 10. There's no such thing as 10. All those players used to defend. So I don't know what a 10 is. 10 is a
Zidane
made
So
up
used to
if
thing.
defend.
you're number 10, you don't defend.
All the
Zidane did
player
not
used to
defend
You guys
like
defend.
play
that.
too much
Nah,
FIFA, man.
nah.
Is
That's
You
not
this
guys
true.
play too
this is
much
PES?
Guys,
FIFA.
Zidane
what
did.
has
PES
what
PES
has
When you
2020.
finish,
No,
I have
today
a
is just
question
not
for
good
Emmy.
at all.
People
You
have
guys,
been
Guys,
messed
nah,
up
nah,
since
nah,
Guys,
nah.
2020.
I
You know
have
what
a
I'm
question
saying?
for Emmy.
And
I
this
have a
this
question
this
for Emmy.
Abdullahi channel, man. Let's not dilute football knowledge, please, please,
No,
please.
you guys, I don't.
Today's one is too much.
Ogogoro.
No. Listen, I
Guys,
have a question. I have a question for Emmy
Half
before
space,
I'm going to dilute football
half
knowledge
space,
globally today.
false nine,
Let me
and
land.
all this talk.
Hold on, King
Register.
Black. I beg
What's
you.
that?
King Black, I beg. Make I ask
Black,
question.
let's go
I
ahead.
want to ask Emmy question.
All
So,
this talk.
hold on now, King Black. I beg now. I know say the thing hold you
Yeah, no
bad.
verse, no verse,
No,
no
I know.
verse.
How can I vex? Emmy. There's three
Yeah.
players that I'm gonna name for you right now. Kevin De Bruyne. What's his name? The German guy.
Ozil.
No, for all City players. Sorry, Kevin De Bruyne, the German guy.
Gundogan.
Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo.
Who has a more 10 profile in him out of those three?
Silva.
Okay, let me just bust your head, right?
Okay.
Who has the most 10 profile? Kevin De Bruyne.
Out of the three?
Silva.
Yes.
Silva. No, Silva.
I was going to say
Silva.
Silva too.
No.
Hell no, it's Silva. No, it's Silva.
Bernardo Silva is more of an 8 than a 10.
He's
I don't.
not.
I see.
No, he's
Let me
not.
explain what
No, he's
my idea.
not.
Let me explain my
How can he be an
idea.
8?
I don't know. Maybe we have a different ideas, and maybe
It's like
this is
when
just
Di
a clash
Maria
of.
was playing
This
in
this is
centre
like a
mid,
clash
he
of
was 8.
knowledge.
Come on, man.
So me, I don't have knowledge. Let me just explain from my own little knowledge that I know of a number 10. A number 10 is more like the link between like the midfield and the attack. It's like the one that instigates the attack. It's the ones that distributes the ball.
Number 10 does not distribute the
It's
ball.
like
No, they don't distribute the ball. They get the ball and then they make a decision either to dribble or pass. That's it. That's all they do.
But you can have like
let me
3
ask you a
4
question.
people like that in the pitch.
The year
See,
we won the Premier League. The year we won the Premier League with
Wait, Emmy,
Pep Guardiola is the one that scattered football.
No. He scattered the.
Yeah,
he didn't scatter football.
because
It
Pep
just
plays
affected
with-
people's
Pep-
brain
Pep-
after 2020.
Pep currently plays with about 4 number 10s in his team.
I'm getting something. Because I want to
How can
say
someone said it here and told me Modric is not a number 10? I don't know what I'm
not.
hearing again.
Modric is not a number 10. No, Modric is an 8.
What's Modric?
What is an
Luka
8?
Modric is the only player in the world that's
Hey.
played 6, 8, and 10. He's a 10.
He's not
He's
a
more
10,
of
my
a 10
brother.
than an 8
How
and
can
a
you play
Not
6.
6,
He's
8,
not a
10?
10.
What
He's
does
not
that
a
even
10.
mean?
Yes,
I don't
that
know.
is
It means
Luka
it means
Modric.
it means that he can play multiple positions. He can. He
Yes.
does it.
He's
He's
not a
the
10,
only
though.
player in the world that can play those 3
But he's a
positions.
natural 10, though.
There's
Is he not?
nobody else.
He's not a 10.
He's not a 10, ladies and gentlemen. Please. My goodness.
So
Please,
what's
I
a
am.
10, please?
You got it. King
Abdullah.
Black. King
Abdullah.
Black. That is
Did I
a
got
10.
it right? I got it right.
Baggio,
Of course.
Kaká. Come on,
Spot
you
on.
Zidane,
Is that person not
Maradona,
Modric
Messi.
at Madrid?
No. Modric.
No.
No.
Messi-
Modric
Who does that
Messi's
job?
not
The job I
Messi-
just
is
the
way
job
they are
I just
structured.
spoke about. The way I just
Modric,
explained it.
Messi's an
No.
inside
The way
It's
they are
Modric that does it now.
If you not go listen now.
Because you do a job, does
Abdullah.
not mean you're 10.
Yep.
Pull up.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you-
A
let me
10
ask you
has
guys
to
a
do a
question.
certain
Wait,
job.
wait.
Abdullah,
I
pull
want
up
to say
Real
something.
Madrid.
Hold on.
See,
I want to
you
say
guys
Abdullah, I
don't
want
support
to
this
make
guy.
a request. Can you please
What
pull up?
was Hagi? What was Hagi Abdul? What was Hagi?
Haji, man.
Because
Haji,
What was
yes,
he?
hold on. I want to.
Can we
I'll
stop
play
with
what
black
you
and
do.
white newspaper
Right.
players?
Let him
Haji was a
answer.
legend.
What
Haji
was
is a legend.
Hagi? Was he a 10 or was he an 8?
I say he's an 8. Take it and go and
No,
argue with your
he
people.
was a 10.
Exactly.
Hagi was a 10.
Well, you say he's a 10. I say he was an
Natural
8.
10.
He was
Blue
an
Eyes, I
8.
want to say something.
No, it
I
was
want to ask a
an 8.
question. I want to ask a
favor.
question.
Pull up.
It was a 10.
Hold
Pull
on.
up. I
What
want
was
you to
what was
Blue Eyes,
let me
Boban?
just
What
I
was
want to
ask.
ask
Boban?
Blue Eyes.
I want to
Hold
ask.
on.
I
Wait,
want to
let
ask.
me ask
No.
Abdul. Abdullah, wait.
Hold on
Let me
one
ask more
second.
questions.
Abdullah, pull up
What was
starting lineup.
Boban?
Put up the starting
What was
lineup for
Boban?
Real Madrid, I beg.
For which
What was
for which
Rui
Real
Costa?
Madrid. Real Madrid.
is it
I beg.
right now?
Yeah,
Or
pull
which
up their latest team starting 11, whatever.
Okay.
Just Real Madrid starting.
Okay.
Just
No,
their
let me. Can someone answer me a question?
Okay,
Abdul,
go ahead, brother.
what was Boban?
You mean
Boban.
Pogba?
Boban. Vladimir Boban, the Croatian player.
You na encyclopedia we go ask.
Was Boban not a striker?
Educate us, my brother.
Please
Boban?
educate
Boban
us. So
was
I
a 10.
don't
He
know.
played behind Dakosoka.
He was playing in Siberia. I don't know.
I think
Okay, what was Rui Costa?
Emi.
Those are number 10s now, right?
Yeah.
No. Rui Costa was at 8.
You see?
What is
Now I
an
know
8?
you guys don't understand what I'm saying. How can you say Rui Costa was an 8? Then what was Seedorf?
Seedorf was an 8.
Someone will tell me
Uh-huh.
Seedorf was a centre back now.
What are you saying
The
now?
next year,
Listen,
people are just getting
guys.
diluted, man.
Guys.
People are
Man,
diluted.
this
What about
COVID
Messi?
What's
2020
Pogba?
that you
Is
said
Pogba not
Pogba
a number 10? Please, can
affected
someone
by
tell
the
me?
team?
Because me, I'm
No,
trying to learn
no.
here.
Pogba is an 8.
No.
To be honest, I don't
hell
even know
no.
what these numbers
Hell
mean.
no.
To be
Was
honest.
Pogba not a number 10, Emmy?
No, he's not number 10.
Pogba.
Pogba is a number
Yeah.
8 now. Come on, man.
Pogba is a 6.
Because he's a 6. He's a
Don't
6.
try.
Okay, yes. This is what they're about COVID. That's true. Okay, now I
He's a 7.5. Pogba's a
Blue Eyes,
7.5.
I told you, bro. I told you. Blue Eyes.
Pogba is not.
People are messed up since 2020. I'm telling you, if I
7.5.
ask this question before
I won't play
2020,
Pogba as an 8.
people will get this
I'll
thing
play him
right,
in the
easy.
pivot for sure.
Pogba doesn't even
So
know
because I play in the pivot, does that change my role in a team? Does that change my
it does,
ability?
because professional
Wait.
football is all about specializing in positions. This is not kick about in the
What's professional football? Professional football has existed since the days of Pele. That's professional football.
Yeah, but the game was not this detailed, and there was this much money involved in training.
Now I understand. I understand the problem
It's like
now.
horses. There's different breeds
I
of
understand.
horses.
I understand the problem now. I understand the problem.
Yemi,
Aside COVID,
This is what you said.
Yemi is hitting us with recency bias. No problem. Yemi.
That is the problem because professional football that I know have existed for a long time.
Yemi is attacking us with recency
Right,
bias.
this is what-
Of course, man. Of course.
We're
Right,
hitting
this
you
is-
with legacy bias.
So
Right.
see, Emmy. What was June? What was?
Thank you. You see this setup?
Okay.
Okay, Modric is not a 10 in this setup.
No, come on, man. Come on.
They play. It's a 4. What is it?
Is a 4-6.
Yeah, it's a 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-3.
Wait,
Why they be a 10?
Wait.
Just
So,
go 10.
Blue Eyes, you say Modric is not a 10.
He's not a 10.
Who links the midfield to the attack?
You know what? I'd say Cruz and Casemiro.
What? Oh my God! Let's stop this show. Let's stop.
Yes, this show has virus. We have been infected by virus on this place. I think this is
Abdullah
Elon
walks away.
Musk. This is the
Abdullah,
job of Elon Musk.
But is it? But doesn't Benzema?
Guys, how many per match do
Benzema
you
dropped
think
deep.
tonight? How many per match do you think?
Oh,
listen,
you guys
let me
stop.
just, you know what?
Wait. Hear me.
Abdul, I need the request. Abdul, you see that French concert you went to that you told me. I think you need to hand over. You need to hand over the baton to Blue Eyes. You guys have to go
See,
together.
Abdullah.
Abdul, I'm not
Abdullah.
understandable tonight.
Abdullah.
Abdullah walks away.
Abdullah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Please Google. Because I love to use Google because for information, I cannot store every information in my head.
No,
right?
Wikipedia though.
Just Google, right? Just go to Google, right?
Casemiro linked to midfield.
Can we use Google for Christ's sake?
Go ahead. What do you want to ask?
Can we, Abdullah, just check what is the role of a number 10? It's a role. It's a role. All this football is a role. As a centre back, you have a role.
Listen, if you guys want to, let me just say one thing. Abdullah, I know you wanted to say something. I just wanted to say something. King Blank's definition and description of a 10 is spot on. You need a player.
Okay, this is what Google say. Guy, I don't know if you like Google, Wikipedia, whatever you name someone call it, but this is what a number 10 does. An attacker who operates in the space between the center midfielder and the front line.
Exactly.
And you are telling me that's not KDB.
What exactly?
No,
We say Casemiro is the one that's
no, but that's not. No. Hold on. Let me.
You are
land.
telling me
Can I
that's
finish?
not.
Okay, and defense is space commonly.
Did I say the same thing here now, Emmy? Did I say something
that's
like this?
exactly what we've been saying, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's only me and King
I say
Black that have been talking
links the
sense.
midfield to the attack.
Listen,
That's his job.
Guys, let me tell you something. Pull up that. No, bring. Okay.
Operates. No, you see,
Abdullah.
operates.
I want you to.
Yes, operates. Which one is it?
I wait for everyone to stop.
Guys, one after the other.
I need you to split this screen. I want you to half this screen and then the other half have that team
Team list.
11. Yeah, exactly. So that we have the description and we have the on
Thank
the
you.
screen.
Today class,
Now
they're supposed to pay money. They're
That's
supposed
a
to pay money
whiteboarding session.
to view this kind.
This is a whiteboard session.
Let me see.
Whiteboard session. This is how I close my deals on the whiteboard, man. This is a whiteboarding session. Let's talk. Let's chop it up, man. Because the reason I sent Cruz Casemiro, that's tongue in cheek, and I'll tell you where it comes full circle in a minute. Because that description says he operates in front of what? Central midfield and
Between the line.
Thank you. Where does this person
Did they put between the lines there? Did they write
When
between the lines there?
Yeah, they did.
Eh? You were adding between the lines into simple English again.
Between
Simple
the
English now.
Why
Why are you putting between the lines?
Yo, King Black. Yo, King.
Yeah,
King
between the
Black
lines,
is
yeah,
always
Black.
Stop
King Black has
adding
never
all
played
this.
football.
It's right there, no? It's right there.
You know
Stop
right there,
adding
now.
all of these
King,
phrases
there.
that
You
don't
know
make
what we're
sense.
talking about. It makes
Just
sense.
a front
If you play
line.
football, you know
King.
what that means. These are football
Number
terms.
10 is an attacking
Come
who
on.
operates between the central midfielder and the front line. They often receive between the traditional midfield and the defense. A special
A space commonly referred to as between the lines.
commonly referred as between the lines.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what does Kevin De Bruyne? What does he do?
KDB is a number 10.
He's not a number 10. Stop this.
Oh, okay.
No,
End of the
Enki is-
discussion
Enki,
then.
my bad. Enki is-
End of the discussion.
Stop this discussion, please. Stop.
KDB
is an attack.
If you use this definition,
Hey,
KDB
nah.
Enki is-
What it do? What it do, my brother? What it do?
Okay. Blue eyes. What was JJ's role?
God bless you. God bless you.
You go
Now
say.
it's what of JJ.
Yes.
Look at the way JJ plays 10. Look at the way he plays 10.
So because he plays
Yeah,
10
I'm
that
listening,
way,
I'm listening.
makes someone that doesn't play it that way
Let me hear
no
Abdul.
longer
Abdul,
a
what you
10.
saying?
Make someone that doesn't play 10, not a 10. You're right.
So, Abdul, what are you saying?
What was Juninho?
Yeah.
Juninho Pamabukano.
Juninho.
Yes, what was his role?
Respect, brother.
He was a 10.
So,
No,
Abdul, what
you
you
say
saying?
he's box to box now. Between the line.
Let me hear Abdul.
Listen,
Abdul, what
when
you
I
saying?
play there, then call my position 4. Now that position is 6.
I played 4. I played 4.
I think it's better we don't use 4, number 4, number 6 again.
Abdul,
Maybe we
you
should
want to say
just.
something? Go ahead, Abdul.
People don't know what number 4 is now. People wait. Yeah, when I
Abdul,
played,
you want to say something?
4.
Hold on now, guys.
Let
So
Abdul talk. Yeah.
the thing is, the coach is responsible for the tactical football.
Mm-hmm.
And some teams or some systems play with a number 10, and some systems don't play with a number 10. But if you want to define a number 10 or a player that is capable of number 10, this is what they should be able to do. They should be able to, in and around the opposition box, be able to, when I'm talking about capability, we're talking about to a very high level. So they should be able to receive the ball, they should be able to deliver the ball, and they should be able to dribble to a very high level in and around the opposition's 18-yard box.
Therefore,
that is what a number 10 is. And that is what, if you are educating a 10-year-old kid that wants to play a number 10, that is what you tell them to specialize in. Now, they might play in a tactical formation, which the coach is responsible for, that accommodates a number 10 or does not accommodate a number 10. So there's nothing you can do about it. Messi at Barcelona never played a number 10, but we know that he has all the attributes. He's an elite number 10 in terms of his capability to play a number,
Good point.
in terms of the capability that he needs to have. Nobody had a first touch. So yeah, a better first touch than Messi when he's receiving the ball. And we all know that Messi can deliver a great pass in and around the opposition. And we all know Messi can dribble. If anything, there's a better dribbler than Messi in the world. So if the coach accommodated a number 10, maybe for example, they play the 4-2-3-1, then Messi will then be playing at that number 10. But in Barcelona, they never played with a number 10. So he was never a number 10 there. Okay, that's what number 10 is. So going back to what some guys were saying, Haji, Emily mentioned him earlier on. Go and look at what Haji could do. Haji's first touch was bar none. Nobody, had a first touch better than Haji's first touch. And we all know what he could do in delivering a pass. We all know he could dribble to a very
This guy was facing farmers and soldiers, man.
wow.
Mute your mic. Yeah, I'm saying mute your mic.
Wow.
People, the amputees from World War I and II.
Wow.
Relax, stop. Those are ballers too. Respect them.
Wow.
Respect ballers. Respect them. Even if it is World War IV, respect them, please.
Somebody just woke up this evening and decided to be wicked, man.
Wow. Farmers and who?
This is wickedness.
World War IV, relax. World War II, relax, please.
So sorry, I didn't hear the comment. What did they say?
He said those are farmers and people who play World War II.
He said Haji played against construction workers.
Who said what? I mean,
we're talking about back then where they didn't even have clean water, and we're talking about football.
No, Haji is a legend, man. Yo, Haji had the.
Haji is a legend. Relax, please.
Yeah, respect the horseman. That's
the most disgusting free kick. I don't even know if there's been any free kick deliverers like Haji ever seen.
Yeah, I would say Juninho come close.
Juninho
come close.
When Haji used to, you know what they say, send a ball message, he will go for you. That's how when you send the ball on an errand.
How do you spell his name?
George Haji.
Yeah, his son plays in Rangers for Rangers, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, his son plays.
Yeah.
Rangers.
How do you spell it?
George Haji.
Yeah, John Haji.
I think GHE.
Haji.
Just type Haji.
Hagi.
Yeah.
Haji. Hagi.
Yo, man, that guy's free kicks, is going to be studied in Harvard.
And those balls back then were hard.
Oh, Georgia Haji.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this guy in FIFA before.
Bulgaria now.
He said
Bulgaria.
on FIFA.
I've seen him. Yes, I've
No,
seen
he
him in
played for
FIFA.
Romania.
Sorry, Romania. This
Romania.
guy.
I've seen him in
This
FIFA
guy.
before.
Who is?
But Romania didn't exist then. What was it called then?
No.
Wow.
Are you talking about this guy?
USSR, yeah, USSR, whatever.
This guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him, man.
I've seen this guy in FIFA 20 and the last version.
Yeah.
He's a
Boy,
classy
the
player, man.
baller.
Classy player. Classy.
He won the Ballon d'Or. He won the Ballon d'Or.
He's a classy.
He's a classy player, brother, man. This guy, man, yo.
I want to leave all these Ballon d'Or things. Those days, Ballon d'Or didn't matter. People like won the Ballon d'Or were shit players.
So yeah,
see, he played for Barcelona. I think he played for Madrid too. Yeah, he played for Madrid. Yeah, I remember him. He played for Madrid.
Is he better than Stoichkov?
Anyway, he's where I take out.
Is he better than him?
I don't know. Stoichkov.
Come on, man.
Stoichkov is better than Hadji. I don't want to hear it. Stoichkov is better than Hadji. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that.
Guys, you are taking us back. That's a bit.
Stoichkov is better than
We
Hadji.
need to have that debate, man, one of these days.
One day we'll have that debate. Thank God there's a World Cup. We might talk about it. Don't worry.
Yo, Stoichkov, my goodness.
Abdul, finish up.
Yeah, so that's what a number 10 entails. But you have instances where you have certain players that don't have all these three attributes.
Emily, you're a hater, man. Emily Sky, you're a hater.
like for example, when we had Mata.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up a lineup, Abdul. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this lineup might refer to what you're talking about because I wanted to ask King Black that lineup in terms of this.
King Black.
Nana, where have you been, man?
This lineup here. When we won the Premier League title, then when we had Hazard, Willian, and Oscar, because Oscar was number 10 again.
Thank you.
Where Abdul was talking about number 10 have to know how to pass.
That Willian position was Pedro.
Is it Pedro or Willian?
No, it
was Willian. It was Willian.
Because this is in 2015 when we won the Premier League with Mourinho.
It was Willian.
No, but that system.
This is the Mourinho era.
Was more central though. All of them were attacking mids. It wasn't really like a
wingers.
Wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more. They're all working more in the middle. All of them were number 10s really. When you think about it, Willian is really more. He's more of a winger.
The reason I'm saying this is because
what question did Abdullah want to
because Abdullah was Keith was talking about the number 10 and Abdul was like number 10 must pass and also must have that that was what I wanted to bring it and say
because Abdul added dribble to it. Number 10s don't have to know how to dribble.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
How do you get out of trouble?
He said, "How do you get out of trouble?"
I mean, like a dribbler. No,
yes,
no,
they do. Yes,
no,
they do. Come on.
no. It's not a compulsory attribute.
King Block
you have to just be good in tight space.
No, you're making that up, man. I'm talking about irresponsibility of what a number 10 is. If a 10-year-old kid comes to you and say, I want to be a number 10, what do you tell them? You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. That's not what it is. It's what are your responsibilities? What are the requirements to be in this role? Have the ability, you don't have it. Like in that
it's the ability, it's in terms of the ability that I'm saying.
In this formation that we're seeing now, the best 10 there is Hazard.
So
the manager's opinion, he put him as at the left. He put Oscar as the number 10. Oscar cannot dribble, okay? But in terms of requirement for being a number 10, the best option among these three is actually Hazard. So you can't really say a requirement is different from what you say when you start putting caveat and conditions. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, you don't have to have this or whatever. We're talking about requirements.
Don't mind King Black.
Wait. Require
post-COVID era.
The requirement thing, it's funny to me, Sha, because when you look at Juninho, when you look at Juninho Pamabuk, there's a reason why I mentioned Juninho. There's a reason why I did, because I know for sure Juninho does not dribble.
He could not dribble. But his passing, his weight of pass, and the ability to receive within the line and release the attackers immediately. That was his key.
You're right. Look, King Black,
So,
you're right.
so you don't have to. That's why I said you don't have to have all of the attributes.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
be a number
that's
10.
True. Yeah,
That's exactly
true.
what I'm saying.
But what I'm trying to say is, when you see a player that wants to be a 10,
Junior,
has to be able to dribble. Like that's the first requirement before anything else.
Abdul, continue. Go ahead. We want to say something.
Are we talking about?
Junior is talking about the Leon, right? The one in
Leon
Brazilian one,
the free kick specialist of all time.
Yeah, but that's all he could do. He couldn't do anything else.
That's
at least he can do something.
No one else.
So then David Beckham is a number 10 according to King
Beckham is nowhere near Juninho. Don't even
mute your mic. Yeah, mute that mic. There's levels. I beg, mute that mic.
Stop mentioning Beckham. Beckham is a crossing merchant. Stop mentioning. Beckham is Alexander Arnold. That is a model. Yes.
You're sick, bro.
Alexander Arnold with Calvin Klein contract.
I'm telling you, with the contact of the Queen, finish.
That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
He's one of the most overrated players as a footballer of all
time. Stop.
David Beckham.
Stop. Is it no?
So bad.
This guy, you're a hater, man. King Black, now you're hating.
I just speak football for what it is. What's my business?
You're hating now, man. Come on, King Black.
Listen, the strategy was King Black. The strategy was Rooney get the fouls so that Beckham will take us home. That was the Man U strategy at the time.
Did they play together?
Yes, they did for like a year or two. Yes.
Did they?
Yeah, they played for England too. Yes, please, let's check.
England, yeah, I know about England, but Man United.
Let's check. They played Man U together for at least a year or two.
Maybe a year, but I'm not sure they played together.
But again, the strategy was get all the fouls for us, and Beckham will take us home, and he did take them home. But where Beckham
Beckham will miss like 5 free kicks and score one. That's what he used to do.
Amen.
I love the discussion a lot, and I think before the World Cup, or maybe the World Cup, we're gonna have a serious discussion because I was telling Blue about this the last time. We're gonna have a Thierry Henry Samuel Eto'o discussion because there's a disrespect on a name, and it's too long to start. See me, I have watched Eto'o play and I've watched Thierry Henry. There are levels to that. When you talk about footballer, that discussion it's gonna be a debate we're gonna have.
Good.
People are disrespecting Eto'o a lot. I know Henry is good. Samuel Eto'o.
I guess for England.
Yes, Samuel Eto'o. When you're talking about a chief Oga, headmaster, great grandfather, your popsi, your greatest grandfather is Samuel Eto'o. There are levels to Thierry Henry and Eto'o. I beg, please.
What do you mean by that?
Who's better than? I don't get it.
For me, I'm taking Eto'o because
I don't.
Eto'o's
Okay, you can say that, Abdullahi, but I don't think it's levels though. I don't think it's levels.
There are levels.
Wow.
Eto'o and Thierry. I beg.
Why is that wild? No, you can say Eto'o's better, but it's close.
I thought you only did it because one of them is Africa, man. Let's be real.
Sister merchant, man.
Abdullah, let's be real. You're doing it because one of them is Africa, did it? Let's not lie, bro.
When you're talking about football, Eto'o and Henry.
No, as a footballer, wait. Are you telling me as a footballer?
No, we have to break this down.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he probably. No.
How?
That's not wild.
No.
As a footballer,
how?
That's not wild.
I knew it was better than Eto'o as a footballer, man.
Bro.
What you know?
As a footballer, you're telling me now it's better.
No,
not necessarily.
You're telling me
I don't like the way you guys are saying. I don't like the way you guys are saying it clear like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Maybe tomorrow, after the UCL stuff, that Thierry Henry and Samuel Eto'o tomorrow have that discussion because the respect Eto'o is getting, I don't like that. I mean, I watched Eto'o play.
I don't think it's levels. I'd like that's my issue. The levels thing.
Excuse me, there are levels. King and NK plays. There are levels to football.
That's so disrespectful. That's so and I'm not even a Thierry Henry guy. I'm like, I
knew he's a bad player, man. Yeah,
I don't know about that one there.
Eto'o's good, but nah.
That could, guys, it's a discussion I want to have. Well, relax. It's a discussion.
So, Abdullah, just to round up, Abdullah.
Round up, yeah.
So I think what King Black is doing is you're mixing up the requirement of a number 10 and a number 8. Okay, you see, a number 8 is a player who, in and around the opposition's box, to a very high level, can receive the ball and can deliver the ball. That's all the requirement for a number 8. So when you can receive the ball like an Ozil and you can deliver it, making diagonal passes like Ozil does. Ozil is the number 8 that comes to mind now, but I'm sure there are great ones. But Ozil is the specimen of what is required for a number 8. And what Ozil does, he doesn't add. The problem Ozil has in England is he didn't add anything else to his game. He was just a pure number 8. Receive the ball and makes those diagonal passes.
But the weight of pass of Mesut Ozil.
Number 8 or number 10?
Number 8.
Number 10.
You think he's a number 8?
He's a number 8.
He's a 10.
They might have used him as a number 10.
Ozil? No, he's a 10. No, you should watch him when he was younger. This guy was dribbling. No. Ozil was a 10.
Is it where they used him or what he was capable of doing?
I think he was a 10. I think he was a 10.
He's a 10. He wasn't.
I think he's a 10.
We're not talking about preferences. We're talking about requirement. Okay, I'm using him as an example of what is expected of number 8, and is the
I don't think he's the best example as a requirement. No.
What more do you want from a number 8 apart from receiving and delivering the ball?
That's that industry plant, Kevin De Bruyne, man. That's the 8 we're talking about.
Yeah, KDB's our ideal 8. Runs
like boring footballer. Just get the ball, cross it in the box. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, what about Frank Lampard? 8 or 10? He's an 8 for me.
Yeah,
Frank is an 8. Frank is an 8.
Yeah.
That was playing 10. That was playing in a 10-inch role. Yes.
No.
9.5.
Because he scored goals.
The thing is, let's not confuse it. Like, what your role entails is different from requirements. So sometimes you might not have, your ability. So sometimes you might not have all the ability, but you might still be able to play in that role because you have other attributes. Okay. Lampard's responsibility in the team wasn't to score goals, but he had that capability, he had that attribute. So in a way, tactically, managers always try to accommodate him. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what else Lampard did in the team apart from score goals.
Wow.
Exactly. So that was his main attribute. When we talk about an attribute or capability, we're talking about the one that they had to the highest level.
Remember that pass to
Ramirez.
You are talking about one pass in how many years?
Wow.
You could have talked about that pass to Drogba.
Hold on.
That pass to Drogba.
Hold on. Let me.
You want to pass to Drogba in the FA Cup?
Hold on. I want to
the outside of the full pass, man. Stop it.
They passed to Drogba in the semi-final against Tottenham.
I want to respond to
it was a fluke.
Who is our highest assist guy in the history of Chelsea right now?
I think Lampard. It's Lampard.
The guy played like 10,000 games.
So let's go.
Relax. Respect Dinosaur.
Who's the highest assist? Who's the highest assist and goal merchant at Chelsea?
When Rooney is one of Man United top scorer, but it doesn't mean anything.
When Rooney's
what do you mean it doesn't mean anything?
What do you mean it doesn't mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. He's not even in top 10 Man United strikers, so it doesn't mean anything.
Rooney was a 10 that could score. Rooney was a 10 that could score.
He's not even in our top 10 strikers.
Yeah, that's for you guys, man. Yo, man. No wonder this guy
British Bulldog, man. British Bulldog.
Wazal.
Anyways, hold on, guys. I just want to say something really quick. I just want to send my condolences to
Davido and his family.
I forget about this. I forgot to
I
say
just want to say our hearts are with you, my brother.
Davido and his son.
And Shoma, our sister, our hearts
guys,
are with
let's
you.
have 2 minutes. 2 minutes for Davido, please.
Tough
guys,
news, man. Tough news.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh my days, man.
Tough news for the
guys. Let's have 2 minutes condolences for Davido, please. Everybody, please.
I'll be serious. This is so random.
Oh my god, I'm dying. This case, are you serious? Oh, don't kill me.
Thank you. 2 minutes. Relax. 47.
Guys, even counting, Hey.
Rest in peace, though. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. to the young man. Listen, that Davido has gone through a lot.
He has gone through a lot too.
He's gone through it in the past 3 years, and I don't know this guy
since 2017. People has been
how did we go from talking about football now talking about entertainment?
That's why have to give a shout out.
Let me say something. That's why the Blue Studio is different.
It's different here.
But it's not always about talking like we're on ESPN.
You have to give out condolences.
We're humans, man. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm. And condolences to Davido and his family. I
Man.
remember that song he did. That song trend in Nigeria. If I tell you, say I love you.
Exactly.
That's not. That would be
Who's that kind of back?
This guy doesn't like Davido's music. It's okay.
Davido's music is very good, though.
I think they said there's whiskey.
This guy does be shouting on the track here for the whole track.
So people said silent, my people, silent.
Well, he said shouting. Nah, if you ever say shouting, I know guys like you.
Emily, my brother. No, you see, the problem is there's Wizkid FC and there's Burna Boy FC.
And there's Davido FC.
Yeah. And then there's Davido. No, Davido is the man.
Davido is the chief of that. You have to respect,
man.
Songwriter. You gotta respect them.
I beg. Mona leave Davido. I hope he's okay. I wish he and his wife.
I wish him all the best with his family and everything. Chioma, him, his father, everybody. I wish them. I beg. Condolences to his family. It's tough, but my condolences to them.
Absolutely. Back to football,
guys.
That was random.
That's exactly how we do it here, man.
This is different than HH and different than others too.
The last time we talked about human resources, we've talked about everything here, man.
We even talked about WWE before. So
we talked about Lizzo. We talked about. You want to talk about?
Yeah, we talked about
Lizzo.
No.
We talked about. That's my girl, man.
I know that's along your alley, bro. Yeah, we could talk about Lizzo. That's okay.
Lizzo's man.
We've talked about WWE before, so relax.
Bruh.
So many stuff we talked about here. This one is different than HH. We talked about football. Abdul is our grandfather. He has watched football since 55. I was not even born then, so relax.
Wow. Abdul, don't him be out your age, man.
Gentlemen,
there's no black and white. There's no black and white.
Gentlemen,
there's no even smartphone.
Abdullah, I don't think you're doing a stream. Are you doing a stream tomorrow after the game?
So I'm doing a stream tomorrow, yeah.
This is where I sign off, gentlemen. Let's continue.
Take care.
Let's do it again, man. Cheers, gentlemen. Everyone in the comments, have a great evening. Take care, people.
You too, brother.
Big up.
All right. Peace out, guys. Thank you, my people. Thank you. Peace, everybody. Peace. Tomorrow we ride, guys. We ride, my people. We ride.